that has been used so much by Yazuke, Sushin, and the Fanny. They have done their homework.
Yeah, the Fanny Pena thing is a bit unexpected in this series, especially for opening it up, right? Because we haven't seen a single Fanny game from Mr. Yazuke versus EVOS. So it feels like Coach Adi knows that if Alter Ego wants to strike first and catch them off guard, Fanny would be the answer. But speaking of an answer, this is a lot of coach would say this might be the best move to pick.
The
Fanny is one of his comfort heroes, his power picks.
Yeah, but it didn't show up at all versus EVOS.
Oh, versus Evo.
Maybe hiding it.
Maybe they still have some PTSD because they beat them with Fanny. Onic, But yeah, the first pick, Grok, is I think the best roamer in this meta right now because it has a lot of usage, not just the ults, not just but the most important thing is the barrier for level 1 to freeze the wave. That's very important in this meta, in this winning matchup meta. Oh, and they open up with Yuzong and Hayabusa.
Signature Hayabusa here for Yazuke. I mean, flashes to that moment where they were behind and he was able to get a triple kill without the shadow kill. What the heck, man? Along with that, the Yuzong, we haven't really seen it flex over in the gold lane, I believe. Some people are saying though that could be an option, depending on what the response is from the opposition.
It is definitely maybe in Sever's arsenal, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Like Yuzong is too much of it's too valuable to leave out in the gold lane because you want him to be there in the XP lane, winning on the retry battles, or not retry battles, the objective battles. But yeah, I think the Hayabusa wouldn't be as successful as before just because of the fact that it's a Grok.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, look at that. Alter Ego picks up the Kimi and Onic picks up the Lancelot and Harriet, which is very strong. Back again, it's comfort picks for Onic. As we can see, Grok is very comfortable with, Kibo is very comfortable with the Grok, Kyrie with his Lance, and Skylar with his Harriet. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Hijume's second most mid lane pick is Kimi after Zuxin. So yeah, I think for the game 1 maybe, they just want to go for the comfort picks, for the, it's a big crowd here, just want to suit it up.
Put on the show. Well, I thought we realized about this, talking about the mid-lane options, and we discussed that the big majors, like the Farsal, for example, once they miss their skill shots, or they've used their skills, they're basically sitting around not doing much. And that's where the advantage of the Sushin and the Kimi comes in, especially with the lack of DPS, because the gold laners are playing a lot of fighters. That's why it's showing up so frequently for Alter Ego, because they really want to have that presence in the gold lane.
And now I gotta ask, we talk about how important the mid-prio is. With now Alter Ego getting their hands on the Hayabusa and Kimi, what do Onic have to do to level out that playing field?
Well, first of all, it's gonna be the bans towards the roamer, right? Because that trio mid, the roamer plays a huge role to control, to zone, to be the first CC that's gonna come in and stun some of the opponents and win out on the damage trade. So that's why they banned Katakacha. It might be another ban towards roamer as well for Onic. Something that comes into mind in this kind of scenario probably would be a Hylos.
But I think it's dangerous grass, so maybe Onic wants to bet a hell card. Oh, Hilda, yeah. Maybe. But yeah, I think it's kind of weird to see Alter Ego not drafting their trio mid at the first 3. Maybe they're hiding something for the last 2 picks.
I think they want to hide it, and that's why they pick up the Yuzong and they ban out a bunch of different EXP laners because they know Ludwig is a pivotal player for the side of Onic right now. CC ban here though might be thinking that they want to play the Uranus, maybe? Something like sustain.
You know what? You're right.
Or the Arlet, maybe.
The Arlet?
Arlet for Alter Ego?
For Onic, I'm thinking.
Oh.
Possible. Arlet is a bad matchup against the Yuzong. With the Grok also, maybe they can block. Maybe it can help the first wave, but I think it's still a pretty hard matchup for the Arlet against the Yuzong. Maybe they should have picked their roamer here for Alter Ego. If they don't pick their roamer, but they're hiding something for sure.
Could it be a Hellcurt?
Yes, the Grangers, yeah.
Oh!
Now, I think the Hellcurt is out of question by this time, man.
Yeah.
There's not much body in the front, so it's gonna be some tanky boys in front. And this is super scaling composition from Alter Ego. Interestingly enough, we are going back to the old gold laner matchup with its Granger and Harith.
So the point is, if Granger and Harriet is still available, it's gonna be the old meta for sure, because that's the strongest gold laner right now. I mean, the traditional gold laner is only Granger and Harriet. If they both went, I think we're starting to shifting to the fighter gold lane. And it's just a comfort heroes for Onic, man. Farsha Suns.
Nice call, Arashi. You mentioned Uranus earlier on.
Did make a bit of sense, but now this is concerning for Alter Ego. Remember, when we see other teams bring out the old meta with the DPS backliners, they have a lot of protection. Now for Alter Ego, it's a Hayabusa, it's a Yuzong. There's not a lot of tools here available to protect the Granger and Kimi from a Farsa, from a Lancelot and Harith. There's a lot of dive available from Onic to really zone out the backline.
I'm afraid they might have to go for something a little bit more passive for Alec. Are we thinking the Hylos here?
I think Hylos is the best pick, but if they want to go crazy, maybe a Cho.
Wow.
Or
Double down on the aggression?
Yeah, double down the aggression. It's Alter Ego, man. Oh, and
Oh,
or the
indeed.
Halid. Or the Halid. Yeah, that works.
Great call.
Okay. It looks like the composition has been set in stone. We're going to throw it over to our casters for game number 1 in the grand final.
Alter Ego's redemption meet Onyx. Reign up in the skies. Alter Ego wants to etch their names in the history. But Onic, they want to be the sole rulers of the skies. Welcome to the grand finals of Mpl Id Season 16. It's Realize alongside Mirko. What do you think of today's grand final?
Well, we expected a 4-3 in the lower bracket finals. Now, I want to say I expect a 4-3 here, but I think that'll curse some things. I say it's going to be 4-0, just so that we get the opposite. It's 7 games in the grand final, 7 games to determine whether Alter Ego can truly, after a long wait, after being denied in Season 6, etch their names into the history books.
One last ride for family, yet for the Sky Kings, another rebellion to quell. It's Onic against Alter Ego in game 1 of our grand finals. Let's take a look at the Clash of Eras, Youngblood against veteran Lutpi. By the way, this guy I want to highlight has been stepping up huge for Onic in the playoffs, but for Nino as well. This guy was doubted, especially with the Yuzongna that is picked up. He would usually be seen as a, mid Yuzong player, but he has been proven to be the player who steps up. Alec flickers away.
Early aggression from Alter Ego. The double down called by Coach Aldo. Now it's going to be Yazuke with a quad shadow in. Can't go with the retribution just yet, actually wins it out there. The 50-50 won out by Yazuke. The early aggression onto Keyboy from Alec.
Very signature pick from Keyboy, especially with the Croc. And now we move our eyes onto the jungle matchup. Kyrie against Yazuke. For Kyrie, this is him trying to hold his throne. Alec pressured.
No flicker, first blood to Gila Sans.
That's the guy you want with the kill. With the Farsa, he is going to snowball. A comfortable pick for him as well. Goes in for the tough boots, obviously, or rather Warriors boots, excuse me, to get less pressure from the Hayabusa and the Khalid as well.
Whoa.
Very strong Prio, and Kyrie hits level 4 while counter jungling.
Yep. Is able to pick up the XP Crab as well. Giving it over to Lutpi to ensure level 4. Good quad shadow from Yazuke. The early start on the item shadow kill. Keyboy flickering a bit too late. Cannot enter the buffer period of the shadow kill. And it's Alter Ego leveling things on the board.
That's a kill and a flicker. Preparation for the turtle. As Alec with the mid Prio again, just pushing Sans back. Kyrie comes in to rescue Sans. I know you talk about Azuke with the Hayabusa. In the last meeting they had, he picked up a triple kill. Picked up the pieces of a broken Alter Ego. Now Lutpi under attack.
Has the flicker, but has to be perfect with it. Is able to pop in the consecration in time as Keyboy pops in the wall. That's Yazuke. Smashed down for the airstrike flicker from Sans. It's a kill over as Alec jumps in. Sans trying to evade from Black Dragon. Does not have the flicker. Nino will dive in, but will lose his life as well. It's 2 for 1. Kai on the turtle. Only now does Izuke spawns back in the game.
That has to be value for Onic because they have dibs now on the turtle. They're going to have Prio on this objective and they're going to get it scot-free. Meanwhile, Yazuke will go back to the purple buff. I'm not quite sure if Keyboy wants to pressure that as Alex is able to shadow for him. At least Yazuke can go back to farming ways. And now you see Onic with the early pressure that they're able to bring. We talk about the Granger maybe now. The hands of Alter Ego. Yes, they do have a scaling composition. The Sans!
Shadow kill on the Cloud Shadow landing 2. It will just be the basic attack. 2 deaths on Gila Sans.
Shadow kill secures that kill towards Sans. This guy with the Farsa, sure, very elusive, very sly. But when you have Yazuke, the guy lurking in the shadows with the Hayabusa, you are for sure to respect him. You have to respect him. Mpl though down bottom, he's gonna cut the wave. And then back to my point, Alter Ego with their scaling composition, obviously with the Kimmy and the Granger, is gonna be a pest for Alter Ego to, or rather for Onic, to deal with in the late game. So that comes down to Kyrie. If he can get the execution down in the back line, if he can get that dive, that's gonna be good. But then you have Nino with the Yuzong, always ready to split up the formation for Onic when it comes to the dive composition. Time predictions by Gope. It's all in favor for Onic.
Phantom Execution, Nino holding in the Black Dragon form, and Mpl gets the last bit of damage to take him down under turret, shoving the wave as well, trying to punish him as much as possible. Yasuke, let him quad Shadow, and again, it's the Shadow kill through the Flicker. Another Flicker burnt out Farsa. Sans will try to pick up as much gold as possible in the bottom lane as Alec walks up. Raging Sandstorm, a bit more damage. This could actually be threatening for Alec. But he gets away. Traction Pulse on Uranus.
Man, I think it's gonna eat it up, and Hijume gets the damage reflection.
That was not worth Hijume. Unless they can get a dive here.
What a dive.
Petrify ready. The Black Dragon form as well. Sans has Flicker, but they clear out the wave as Kai joins in bot. Make sure that his teammates are gonna get a safe recall.
That's gonna be A-OK. Alter Ego, they're able to pick up scraps of trades. Sure, Yazuke is on 3 kills, and those kills are onto Keyboy, but it'll be mounting up quick fast.
That's everything thrown at Mpl. Kai with a puncture now, Thorn Rose as well. Able to get back with a puncture into the wave in mid. Alter Ego with the advantage. Alec zoning Skylar in the back. That's gonna be the Black Dragon form used up as well. Yazuke picks up the turtle. Kai with the Thorn Rose. Gets away. Raging Sandstorm Flicker to get out. That's a wall. Alec will fall to Kai.
Very good wall from Keyboy to stop Alec from riding in his sand. But at least Alter Ego are still maintaining that gold lead with that turtle as well in the hands of Yazuke. Honest prediction by GoFace, 61% favoring Onic. And now Traction Pulse.
Whoa! Miss puncture, but he stays calm. Phantom Execution. Yazuke! What? With the help of Hijume. Now he's on a killing spree, but Onic, they retaliate. They go straight for the turret up top. They will punish.
It's a value kill. That is a statement from Yazuke. Alec, do they want to collapse here? Hijume is close by in the neighborhood.
Tech charge ready. Gold Crab taken by Skylar, I believe there. Purple buff threatened by Yazuke as Sans tries to make it back. Does have the flicker as Alec walks up as well. Mpl joining in. That's going to be the retribution to take the purple buff away. And Mpl disengages.
And Onic are pressured by Alter Egos. Chaos early game. Again, Yazuke 4-1. You would argue Onic get trades around the map. The kills, the pickoffs, even the turret up top and the turtle as well earlier on. But then you see Yazuke with a 4-kill lead. That's the guy you want to have the lead. That's the guy you want to have the max gold. And he confidently 1v1s Kyrie down in his own turret. That's a very strong push. And down bottom, Kyrie might be collapsed on.
Watch Shadow lands. Oh, the Phantom Execution was mistimed. Thorn Rose gets him out. Sans knows there's no quad Shadow, but an instant Black Dragon form gets used up. Gonna go for the dive onto Sans on the turret. That's a good stun over. Petrify on the Furious Dive as Nino takes the kill. But now he's stuck in no man's land. Up against 2. Gets the DOT. Gets a little bit more sustained. Kai with the damage. Again with the Thorn Rose. It's Nino for the price of Sans. Skylar up top. Threatened by Alec and Arfi for the turret. He is gonna dash in forward. Has to purify. Pops in some on force. Gets gunned down a bit, but has enough sustain. But he will have to give Yazuke.
Okay.
Watch Shadow doesn't land. Shadow kill will. Mega kill for the rookie.
Shadow Prodigy again with the Hayabusa. Finds so much value in isolating Onic when it comes down to cleanup duty. And obviously now they have man advantage inside of the objective for the turtle as well. Now Alec and Arfi will collapse onto this. Keyboy, he will have that flank charge ready. But Alec in the back will try to zone out Sans.
That's a retreat from Kai, getting it. It was a bit off as Raging Sandstorm was used up by Alec, but Sans was able to evade from it. It's just a clean neutral objective take as they get a structured 2 Alter Ego. Despite the technically giveaway for the turtle, they still get a trade and Alec walks out.
Gonna be fine, Yazuke. Cannot kill!
Onto the back, it's gonna be Skylar who gets taken out. RP taken low, but Kai misses a puncture.
Man, Onic, what is happening with them? Warm hands, I suppose, but Alter Ego are not stopping the pressure. Yukil Azuke just going at it all around. Again, finding so much value with the Hayabusa, like 1v1 with Kyrie.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to commit.
Don't think so. Yeah. Raging Sandstorm away. It's just all about delaying Kai. Even though it's a split second, right? That gives Yazuke more time to play with the tempo that he has on the map. Ijume, he's doing a lot this game.
Yep.
Yes, he doesn't have that many kills, and yes, he's not building the classic Sky Piercer, but the traction pulses, the baits out for Kai. That was what enabled Yazuke to get in.
Zone out. And this is without RP too. We haven't really seen RP participate in the team fights. And the Granger is scaling as time goes on. That's Yazuke absorbing all the spotlight to himself. 6-1. And even RP this time around, still yet to do the heavy lifting. Ooh. Traction pulse again becoming such a nuisance for Onic to deal with. Lutpi will cut the waves up top. He'll try to push it on towards Nino. And then you would argue, how does Onic navigate when it becomes a 5v5 team fight? When Alter Ego are clearly scaling, and this man right here can always obliterate your backline. RP on 3 items with the Malefic Roar as well. That's going to be extra damage for the Granger, who yet is able to fire his bullets. Look at him. Ooh. That's Mr. Pastol right there.
Pastol in the building.
Pick Mia right now.
Pick Mia to satisfy him, but I don't think you'll satisfy your fans if you pick Mia. You know, I think a lot of fans will be very angry. So maybe not. Seal used by Alec, entering the bush, opening it up. Traction pulse lands on Skylar. A bit more damage with the glowing wand as well.
Let's see. Alter Ego juggling around. And a potential Lord take. They want to have their prio on this. But look at Onyx wave clear. I think it's pretty good to try to stop the pressure again with Skylar and Sans. As of now, they'll try to hold their horses.
The gold lead, realize.
Yeah.
Throughout the early game of most of our matches in Mpl Indonesia, especially the regular season, you win 2 turtles, it's done. This is so close, down the wire.
It is. He's going to maintain it, and that is what Onic is able to do right now. Starlium Beam connects. Lutpi is eating up damage.
A lot of damage. You gotta be careful. Consecration baited out before the fight. RP is sitting on a Sky Piercer.
Yeah.
Just needs a few stacks to get going.
A few stacks to get the Granger online. Granger danger, as they say. Oh my god, Lutpi. No consecration, but he's gonna be fine. As of now, he's the one soaking up the damage, has the regeneration to go past Alter Ego. Kyrie will go into the puncture. Nino. Oh, that's scary. Yes, the petrified too.
Yeah, a bit of a jump scare there for sure, but I think they know that Kai has tough boots. I think the Brute Force breastplate already completed too, so you won't really lock him down for that long.
Yeah.
They'll end up having to waste some resources, but they see Lancelot in the bottom lane. That means Sans will have to get position. Wings by wings, already utilized. Immobilization lands on Lutpi as the Lord will be reset. Bottom wave already cleared by Kai.
Kyle, the waves are pushing, but it's gonna be a freeze down bottom. They're gonna let that happen. Because as of now, Alter Ego are the ones dictating the tempo. They have the tempo shadow kill!
Oh, he translates it over to the Lord. So, no quad shadow. What? That's a wall down. Keyboy tech charge. Sans goes in. They died on the assassin. Keyboy gets a shutdown now. Is asking the Black Dragon from with the help of Alex. Sans with the flicker out, but Nino follows through. It's a kill over as a traction pulse locks him down. Meanwhile, Lutpi zoning RP in the backline. Kai with a walk up again. Ijume doing a whole lot. Nino!
3-man petrifying against the double kill. Scholar has to run away for his life. Will he survive?
Skylar goes back in. It's Nino with a triple. The beast is having a field day and he wants a maniac. Lutpi, too sustainable, too tanky. 3 for 3 at the end of the day as Lutpi tries to push it forward. RP has Sky Piercer. That does a little damage to Lutpi though.
Kyrie is still in the purple buff. And he won't be able to get it as Yazuke will be the one to secure that. Meanwhile, Onic, they go for the 3 for 3 trade, but RP is still alive and well. And as of now, it's Nino carrying the entire team fight with the 3-man petrify.
Di pala kami rinig, guys. Di pala kami na ano, guys.
Kanina pa kami nagsasalta, no? Kanina pa kami nagsasalta, hindi pala kami rinig, no?
Wala kami rinig, sorry.
Sayang, continuous na sana.
Nagbilis na pala yun.
Usapan natin.
Sayang yung mga analyzation ko doon.
Into the Lord pit. E-Boy
Grabe yung
might
mga
try to look for a
nanonood, pre.
target, but the
Sabi ko nga
traction
sa'yo,
pulse
maganda
again.
talaga yung drop ng
It's a
Alter
very
Ego.
valuable
Pinag-usapan natin
tool
kanina.
for Ultra Ego.
Pinag-usapan natin
Sure
kanina,
has
maganda
to
talaga
be
yung
big.
drop.
He has to see Halberd, so that's gonna
Parang ano
exert
sila?
much more
Game six
anti-regen up towards the Uranus, who by the way has
Okay.
been very,
Yung
very
pagalitan,
much
boss mo yun.
put down. That's Sally Boy. The Miracle
Pero kahit
Boy
pa paano
here
sabihin
as
natin lamang yung
well.
Alter Ego in terms of drop,
We're in the
palag
presence
pa
of
rin.
greatness.
Palag
We
pa
got
rin
Carl
kasi-
Teasy this
Walang
earlier.
graphic dito eh.
Unk W, CW is now a part of the coaching
Jewe.
staff, no
Mukha
longer
ni
playing
Gelre.
professionally. Also here watching his team try to execute his drafts. Immortality pickup for Alec. A slow
Baka
push
nakamit
down
kayo.
below as well. Now Ludwig's gonna have HP.
Yan, okay na.
He is fighting
Sige,
all the
sige.
bullets. But he's gonna be
Sige,
okay.
sige,
He's a
sige.
Uranus after all. He'll regen quite quickly. That's not
Oy,
good.
Ludwig!
Yun, lalambot yung Uranus.
He's gonna be fine traction pulse again.
Pero retry yan.
Pressure that is mounting
Kailangan
highly
mabait yung
on
ano,
Onic. Ultra Ego.
Dragon ni
They know
Nino
they
kung
have
sakaling
the
gusto
range
ng Onic
advantage.
i-secure.
So they're
Pero
just
feel
gonna
ko
try to poke
maganda,
around Onic
magiging
until they
explosive
blow
sila
their
sa
resources out. And then
Or
they
hindi
go
ba
to the
pwedeng
jugular.
gawin ni Kiboy
Meanwhile,
dito,
Alex
abangan
still
niya
on
yung
the back
pagbaba
line.
ni
He is
ano?
looking for a
Oo,
fight
ayun, maganda
angle
rin
on
yan.
Onic.
Pero
Or-
ito, tingin,
Don't try to
tingin.
rush this, but
Tingin,
Sige, nakatingin.
Ultra Ego
Tingin,
needs to
tingin.
respond to this.
Ayan na, ayan na.
Onic
Natingin
wanna
ka?
try to
Tingin,
force it as
tingin.
much as they can just because of slow push in the
pwede
bottom
bigyan,
lane.
no?
Alex,
Wala, ayaw.
he had Immortality just spot it. I
Pwede,
don't
wala
think
mo.
it's worth to have it pop
Yung pwede bigyan yun,
instantly.
burst lang yung ano, pop lang
It's
yung
a
mortality
healing
para
back.
matakot yung Khalid, si
And
Alec.
it is back to the
Pero
Pero
lower
ba't naka
hands,
4-0
man.
Alter Ego ka
Such a
kasi?
slow game as we
Wala eh.
got
Pero
into
paano
the
pag-
double
lang?
digit
Pag nagkatotoo
timer.
yun, no?
Uy, huwag naman.
Light armor picked up. Yeah. And I really like to see it, man. Carl in the interview
Aray ko, mag-show si Kyrie sa bottom lane, guys.
said that Indonesian players lack discipline, and I'm glad to see the discipline now
ka.
showing both teams they're
Buti
playing
na rin si Kiboy!
the macro control.
Grabe naman si Kiboy!
Galing mag-reset.
Pero,
Uy, di ba masyado maaga yan, Alec?
pero wala pa si Kyrie ha.
Puno pa yung buhay ng Lord, ah.
Kiboy?
Matagal ba cooldown range yung
Parang 25 na lang.
Just a bit of poke over to Kai.
Aray.
Airstrike.
Mga
Will
sakit na
take
rin pa.
Yuzuki to half
Kaya
HP.
pa lang yan.
And we're back
Si
to the
Skylar
dogs.
kasi
Insane.
na-punish talaga dito.
Prolific roar completed for Kyrie.
Pula
Damage,
item na rin si... Ay,
damage,
hindi pa.
and
Isa
damage
pang item.
is the name of the game when it hits that this mid game to late game spike as well.
Wala tong big armor siya.
Down, Mpl trying to push
Hindi
in.
magkakatapusan sa Lord to. Side madadali to.
To be so chaotic. They like
Lamang
to
ata
play
yung side ng Onyx sa
the very,
pagkakataon.
very
Di ba Alter Ego?
disciplined
Kasi
position. Is
basag
that
yung ano
what
nila.
I think it is? I think it might be.
Ayun, yung sinasabi ko yun!
Gets a two-man. Kai with a
Kasi
double.
yung kamali natin si Kyrie!
Hindi na gano?
Alec
Hindi
holding
nag-flicker
it,
si
instruction
Sans para
pulse now.
umabot
They keep
yung
pushing
ano niya?
Nino doing a lot of damage
Ibang
to
pwede
Ludwig.
na strike niya?
Walks
Hindi,
up.
nawalan din ng dash si Kyrie, pero
Big
kamali natin siya ng
moments.
dash.
Reset yan, Lord na yan.
Not a big reaction
Naku,
from
natang
Ultra
Lord, ah.
Ego. They stay composed.
Kung ikaw ba si Sans, di mo ba dapat ano na yun? Plinikira mo na para minus
And
1,
yes,
no?
it is. We get information. That's Joe Taslim.
Oh,
After the siege, they'll complete it. Shadow Kale with the quad shadow over the Suns. He gets
magre-reset
away
din
right
si Suns.
as Mr. Joe shows up. They go for
Wala
fight
pa
for
sila.
the
Uy, gabi si
as
Ludwig.
well.
May dragon pa, may dragon pa!
Patay si Sans ata, wala siyang
Hindi, hindi,
flash.
may flicker naman siya eh. Kaso ubos sila.
Hindi ata sila, pre. Eh, 25 pa si Nino.
Sayang yung ginawa ni ano kanina. Yung setup ni Kiboy. Sana ata plinikira na ni ano yun? Ni...
Tingin ko po, ano lang yun eh, for poking lang yun. Kaya ano yung ginawa yun. Hindi sila magpo-pull kami.
That means 30 stacks of the Sky Piercer. The later the game goes, the worse it gets for Onic.
High ground. May parsa naman yung Onic eh. Kaya naman depensahan yan.
Pero mababasagan yun. Baka Kimi Dragon,
Kimi Granger pa.
Kimi Granger, Khalid ano, may mga ultimates yan.
Almost 10 minutes now. And you would argue this is a
Grabe rin talaga si Nino. Alam mo yung inantay niya yung ano? Yung kaduluduluan ng Clash bago siya mag-dragon.
Pwede niya nga patay sana si Sans to yun, no?
Hindi niya pinilit. Alam niya low health na si Sans eh. Mahirapan na mag-list position yun eh.
Same lang rin naman, basta low health. Parang namatay na rin yun. Plus item si Skylar, concentrated energy.
Other than that, Twilight armor stacked by Keyboy too. Heptasis for Alec, extra damage because he knows that he has to assist
Pero
RP.
feeling ko bubulag pa rin to ah.
Wala, pantay pa rin yan, kahit context niya. Ay, aray! Ang sakit na ano, pre! Yung dalawang damager! Sans ata, pre, si Sans.
Kamuntikan na.
Hindi sumama sa kanya.
Pero may lord pa rin sa baba. May lord pa rin sa baba. Kailangan pa rin nilang ano yun. I-check yun.
Walang ultimate si Sans. Ang sakit na mo kay Lutfi, oh. Ayun lang.
Lupi, delikado ka dyan. May Lord pa, boss. Kailangan nyo depensahan yan.
Ayun, Yuki Boy. Sayang kung may ulti si Sans.
Walang ano, hindi sila nagkakasundo sa pag-follow up niya. Naku po!
Petrify sa likod.
Kaso, masyado malalim.
Wala
Masyado malalim.
Flicker. Uy, nag-flicker pa. Lalim na yan, ha? Ulti ba? Mayroong ulti kaya pala Ay! Hindi lumipat ang malas naman, no?
Swerte naman kamo ni Skylar. Tapos madedepend pa nila yung taas, tsaka gitna. Pwede na yun.
Swerte for Onic, ha? Grabe naman, guys.
Grabe naman.
Grabe naman, guys. Ito na lang tumikis. At ako'y sinisinok.
In the process, at least the
Yan
stun
na.
goes in, but Alter Ego were way too far to follow up.
Real-time victory rate.
for
12% sa Onic. Feeling ko, ano pa yan eh.
By Samsung
Palag pa yan
Galaxy
eh.
S25 FE.
60-40 pa yan.
Onic, man, their engage has been good, but
Tumatawa mo yung
there
mga skills
seems
si
to be
Sans,
a
ha?
disconnect
Si Sans sa magaan
in which
dito,
there has
feeling
no
ko. Yung damage
follow-up.
niya yung aabot kay RP tsaka kay Yijong eh.
For
Hindi naman
Onic,
kailangan itama lahat eh.
both
Basta
against
mapoke mo
Pam,
lang na
try to give
isa o dalawang
leeway
bagsak.
for Alter Ego to make their way onto the backline.
Problem nila si
Rookie,
RP,
I
4-0.
think is one of the foundations that's keeping Onic alive.
Palo talaga si
He
Nino
seems
tsaka
to
si
want
Yazuke.
absorbing all the damage, absorbing all the bullets. And Yazuke, the sheer pressure you have as Alter Ego
20 seconds,
with this
Lord.
man.
Immortality.
Hayabusa.
Feel ko kailangan muna
He
ng
doesn't
kailangan
even
muna
need
ni
the shadow
Yasuke
kill to
i-clear yung top
really
lane
do
para lalaman ko
damage.
sila.
The shurikens, he is
Hindi na
insane.
pwede
Game
kaya
flag
yun.
by
Buti
Gold,
swerte
with
sila
full
dyan, no?
four
Sa baba
assists in the
nag-spawn yung
game.
Lord.
Kyrie
Sa
now
baba
ranks
rin na...
number 2 all-time jungler in Mpl Id with a
Sa baba
total
nga.
of 2,000 assists.
Sa baba rin yung nabasag na Nick, ano nila? Inhibitor tower.
They want to win it. You saw
Bold
the AI
Lord, ah.
prediction. You saw
Kung Alter Ego pa rin na makakuha nito, I think endable na. Skylar, Winter Crown.
Pero 2.5k gold league pa lang.
Laka-item na naman yung mga hero. Siguro si Lucky Boy na lang ata ang ano dito eh.
Winner crown for RP. He
Lacking ng
sells-
items eh, tsaka si
Rather, he
Lutfi.
sold his
Nabuti
boots
Lutfi.
for again extra bit of safety.
Kaya
At
item
least
ni
he can
Lutfi, ba't
prolong
parang nalalambutan
his
ako
life
sa item?
and then go in for the cleanup. But again, look at the waves pushing in. It's in favor
Pinap
for
niya yung
Alter
ulti niya?
Ego. Skylar
Bakit?
is far away. He has to clear that wave up top. And Alter Ego, they want to blitz this. Lutfi getting way too much damage. Top HP for the Lord.
Naku
He has
po.
to walk up now. He has to soak in damage.
Kyrie,
Kyrie, make
ha?
it
Ay, sayang!
Pops in the shadow,
Grabe,
has watch
hindi
as well.
pa
Sky,
Kyrie.
rising mortality.
Winter Crown.
Will lose out his life to the Sky Piercer. He has to get a crown. Keyboy fails.
Kyrie.
Iconic charge.
Sayang ginagawa ni
He gets
Kiboy.
the unstoppable. And it's unpredictable.
The Sky Kings are running back to their castle. Alak in the back with Ijume gunning down.
Alec with the slash.
Nagkamali
Now
kasi si ano
it's
dun.
just the Prince.
Lalim, ano, parang
Can he
flat ata
defend
sila mag-show, no?
RP?
Oo.
Forcing out the winner crown.
Grabe.
Rising
Palo pa rin talaga
Mortality.
Alter
Guys,
Ego.
sabi ko sa inyo, 4-0 Alter Ego eh.
The Prince
Ayaw
and
nyo man
takes
eh.
the lead. In the best
Grabe.
of 7.
Alter
Solid.
Ego invoke chaos up in the skies as Onic, the Sky Kings, concede game number 1.
Grabe.
Cool,
Ano masabi mo doon, sir?
calm, collected,
Shoot.
discipline,
Yung
shown
hindi ko nalagyan yan.
by the
Naglakagad.
masters of the chaos.
Pero yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina,
So much
nakamute tayo.
contradiction.
Wala eh, Alter Ego
Alam
talaga
naman
eh.
natin,
They
drop pa lang
get it
talaga.
Okay, nakamute kasi kami guys eh, sorry.
Drop pa lang talaga, napansin na namin kanina.
Has been
Si ano
the
yun,
main
direct
theme
yun
for
natin.
Alter Ego in this
Okay,
game
joke lang.
against
May ginawa
Onic.
namin sa podcast. I love you. Pero doon magtatapos guys, ang game mo sino MVP mo, tingin mo sino?
Nino.
Outsmarting them.
Nino. Ako
O,
si
Yazuke.
Talaga pa.
Dinali niya, Retrayhan. Kyrie versus si Yazuke, boss. Yan na, nag-usap-usap
Now
na.
that's a different story. Alter Ego. Even after the win, you can see the discussion. You can see
Yun,
the
yun,
difference in
Pwede
mentality,
rin.
the difference of
Pwede.
environment. Alter Ego
Sir, iba
has
yan,
always
sir.
been the team to
Pwede rin
win
yung
out
galaw ng
early.
Alter Ego. 4-0 ka, 4-0 Alter Ego.
Parang 4-0 guys, hindi nyo sa akin unang narinig ah.
But now the discipline
Ge,
is
ge, ge.
immaculate. The macro game is
Okay.
immaculate.
Guys, magbabalik kami para sa game number 2 ng Grand Finals. Onic Id versus Alter Ego.
Yes.
Sana hindi na po kami nakamute nun. So, see you guys.
Easy pa.
Has been very creative in the drafts. But shout out to the beast Nino with the Yuzong diving in, isolating members, getting a 3-man petrify. Just becoming the heart of this blood-boiled Alter Ego lineup. And then you beg the question for these Sky Kings. What has been happening to them? Engages were found. Keyboy with his trademark moves. But it seems like the team is in disconnect. They can't really follow up on what was an insane engage. And in this last battle, man, Gila Sans was not Gila after all, and Skylar the Prince. He saw his kingdom fall once in the black and orange. Will this be the same kingdom up in the skies falling again right in front of his very eyes?
The three faces of chaos have come a long way, but it is a best of 7, a long series up ahead. They gotta keep locked in.
Now to lock in. Panelists, what do you think of that game? Break it down for us.
An exemplary game number 1 to open up the grand finals, ladies and gentlemen, as Alter Ego are able to lead the series 1-0. We gotta break this down from every single angle here, because I think even all of us who are watching backstage, we had so many emotions going around. The arena was going wild. Let's start with the drafts.
Yeah, I think it's comfort picks against comfort picks. I mean, that's the most honest draft picks that Alter Ego has shown in this playoffs. Like, it's just Alter Ego is just showing, like, if you pick your comfort pick and you give me my comfort picks, yeah, we can beat you too.
Because we were quite surprised with the Khalid last pick.
Yeah, I mean, I would have went for the high loss, but in a sense, I am corrected, right, in this case, because Alter Ego played that early game super aggressively. Alec did get punished a couple of times from D-Boy and also Sans, but you traded off with 2 early kills to Sans on a Farsa. That is not something that is usually possible.
You would think that that wouldn't be worth it at all, but somehow they were able to turn it around. And one of the main reasons why is our player of the game, presented to you by our official tournament smartphone, Samsung Galaxy S25 FE, Nino on the Yuzong. Arashi, talk us about this Yuzong pick.
Bro, he played a great game here. In the early game, he was making so many moves. He was one of the quote-unquote more dominant winning lanes. And despite the fact that Onic were trying to make maneuvers to maybe avoid dealing with this Yuzong in the early game, he just forced his way into the backline. And the amount of times he made a play diving in was already a spectacle to behold. The amount of times he did like a clutch zoning maneuver when Keyboy went for a big engage is also part of why Alter Ego were able to maintain such dominance. This is basically Alter Ego saying, like, in order to protect your backline, you don't have to get protection. Sometimes the best defense is a great offense. And honestly, if in this game with that Khalid, if Alter Ego were not as coordinated, there were plenty of times where Onic could potentially punish Alec for trying to zone, for trying to flank in the back line. But because the follow-up is so on point from Alter Ego, it ended up working out. And check out this play from Nino, dude. I thought Onic definitely had the edge here. He just said no.
Triple petrify here, I think. Yeah.
Oh, man. Beautiful. I think that was a triple kill picked up by him here. And that kind of kept Alter Ego from falling behind. With 2 marksmen against Onic, they were able to maintain at least an even gold lead, and that is more than enough when you know that your backline is gonna scale so far. And I think the turning point was here when Arfi was able to get finally a couple of stacks immediately.
Here.
And look at this, Nino zoning everyone, making Keyboy's last ditch attempt to be in vain, and he still went in. This guy's crazy.
Yeah, it is such a trouble when you're playing a Farsa, especially with a flicker. I mean, like it or not, you gotta go flicker against this.
Yeah.
But when you pop that feather airstrike, it's an instant cancel with the what's the ultimate? It pretty much moves you back, right? When you get hit by the dragon.
Yeah.
And Farsa, which usually has the advantage of following it up without really being in range of the enemy's heroes, it's gone. Like, Sans cannot follow up Keyboy properly. And shout out to this draft coming in from Alter Ego, man. This Uranus becomes less and less relevant as the time goes by, because it's a double marksman meta, right? Or it's a double marksman composition from Alter Ego. And also the Sea Halberd, the rush towards the Sea Halberd from Arfi. That pretty much eliminates the possibility of Mlbb man-to-man or like man-checking Arfi in the backline.
I was quite surprised by how much damage Mlbb was taking, and that point where he got taken down as well.
Because I think for big Mlbb as an Uranus, I think he might be dizzy what items to build, because Kimi hurts, Hayabusa hurts, Ranger hurts. But I think for this game, I would like to give props to Yasuke too. I think he carried the early game so much, because Onic was getting kills, right? But it's getting traded by Yasuke getting kills. He's being active, roaming around the map from bottom lane to mid lane to top lane. He get all the kills, and he pretty much carried Alter Ego's early game.
You even mentioned that when we were watching, behind the scenes, that Alter Ego had control over 3 lanes at the same time. Is that because of Yasuke?
I think it's because of Yasuke and also Alex Khalid, because I think he does his job so well, just zoning around, just roaming around as a Khalid with the mobility.
people.
Yeah, spotting people. It's like a human ward. He shows people and yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, the setup, again, the coordination needs to be shouted out here for Alter Ego. The only reason why Yasuke was able to play so efficiently is that every time he reaches, you know, the area of operation, whether it's the EXP lane or the gold lane, the kill is right there for the taking. The rest of the teammates have forced out the flickers, have forced out the ultimates. He just comes in and just cleans up. And that happened more than one time, so it's not luck. It's all calculated and set up by Alter Ego.
Yeah, to further your point, Arashi, this draft is, you might see the two marksmen, right? So it's more of a scaling composition. But when you look at the heroes in the front line, it's Yuzhong and also Khalid. So they're kind of playing with the timer, right? Khalid in a losing position is much, much worse than in a winning position. So the fact that they were able to take the gamble and play this composition to perfection, you know? You're up against when you think of Kyrie, you think of Lancelot. When you think of Sans, you think of Farsa. And those two heroes, Keyboy the Grok and also Skylar the Harith, that's pretty much also one of the main comforts of these two people, right? And you beat them.
And I gotta say,
What the heck?
dude, if you want to talk about the impact of Nino, we said in this game, in the panel, the only target he really has that is guaranteed is Sans. Sans did only about 2,000 more damage than Lutfi on a Uranus, on a Farsa. Like, that is how much Nino had his number, dude.
And that's rare to see. Sans
Sans
outputting that
on a
little amount of
Farsa.
damage. Yeah.
52 damage, 54,000 damage to Lutfi's 52.
We
What
didn't
the heck,
see
dude?
we didn't see a single TP from Sans at all.
At all. Not even once. Not even a cheeky.
No recalls.
No
You got no
recalls
time for that, man.
whatsoever.
You got no time for that.
I gotta applaud the mentality of Alter Ego coming into this game, right? I think a lot of people would really shudder just by the Onic name alone.
Yes.
But you can see it reflected in their gameplay. Yasuke going for the 1v1s against the Lancelot of Kyrie, winning it out a couple times as well.
Yeah. Also the mentality of Alter Ego. You can see in the huddle after the game, there were no hints of celebration at all from Alter Ego. All they did was huddle up as a 5, Nino as a leader. This this one is the thing that we need to fix. Blah blah blah. So that shows that leadership and also the championship mentality, even though they haven't reached that yet.
Stone cold focus.
You want to talk confidence? They picked two marksmen in a dangerous grass against Keyboy's Grok, against Sans on the Farsa. Like, if I told you that before seeing the game, you know, you'd be like, no way, like, why would they do that? But they did, right? That's the confidence they have right now. They don't care.
So now we're looking at Alter Ego and they can play so many different styles. We're looking at the drafts and like you mentioned, it was such an honest draft by Alter Ego. We see the Granger pop in and this is like something that we haven't seen in quite some time from Arfi, considering that he's been playing a lot of fighters in the gold lane. But now they come up with this strategy and Onic go back to the drawing board. They go back and to think to themselves, what can we do better in game number 2 to adjust? There's one thing that everyone here can agree on that they don't have to adjust on, and it's the device that they're using right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the Samsung Galaxy S25, and specifically S25 FE. Now, Arashi will talk to Aldo about the spec.
So that's a 4,900 mAh battery, and it's fast charging. So generally, you don't really have an issue trying to play with low battery. On top of that, the dynamic AMOLED, 2x display with 120 refresh rate. At this point, 120 refresh rate is a must. Let's be real here. You need that performance. Don't forget, it doesn't heat up either. So with the design and the materials, it stays cool, man. And usually I would tell you, hey, you get access to that Galaxy AI as well. But honestly, I feel like the way Alter Ego are playing, it might be beyond science. I don't know if Galaxy AI can handle that.
Yeah, I was about to say that maybe Alter Ego needs to use the AI feature to make themselves as the champions in this Grand Finals matchup after it concluded. But no, the way it's looking right now, it is very possible for them.
To do it without AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm training Arashi to be a salesperson. How is he doing?
I think
Pitching
good.
well?
Good.
Okay, now talk to him about the prices.
So, usually, sir, this is a flagship level phone. So you might be thinking it's gonna cost what, 20? Right? In this economy, 20 mil? Let's be real here. Sir, this is 8 million IDR for flagship performance. How do they do it? I have no idea. It's a trade secret. But on top of that, if you want to channel in your Chinese heritage to save, to be a bit more thrifty, to save on the economy, you can get other deals, free upgrades on the storage up to 256 gigabytes. And just like that, you shave off the cost down to about like 6, because there's like 3 million in cashbacks alone. Not to mention, if you're an audience right here, you can get a free travel adapter too. In 2025, companies still giving you a travel adapter?
For free?
Samsung, bro.
Wow.
That's worth it, man. That's worth it.
Maybe I'm Chinese.
Makes you want to be Chinese, doesn't it? Gotta channel it.
I mean, they call me Chi here.
Oh,
Oh.
because you're in thick.
Chi Eterna.
So you fit the description.
Close enough.
You got the vibe.
I don't know.
The pick vibe.
Chi Pick Vibe. If you guys want to be Chi Pick Vibe or Coco Pick Vibe, you can come over to the venue, right? The doors are still wide open, especially at the MPL Festival, where you guys can enjoy several different activities, because today's going to be the last day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, no more opportunity.
It is tough, man. But yeah, obviously, go pay 15 diamonds free. If you're using the app already, why are you not using it to the fullest advantage? Especially with the event that's going on right now. There's Aspirants. There's a lot of events, right?
Yep.
The 9th Mlbb anniversary.
Right.
also.
Great skins. Great skins.
I think there's a collector at the moment, right?
Oh, you're right.
Is the Amon still?
No, it's
available?
Arlet, right?
What's Arlet
Wait,
now?
I forgot.
Amon,
forgot.
Amon.
Amon, right?
Amon.
Oh, it's Amon.
I don't usually go for the collector skins, I'm trying to save up for more of the anime themed skins. You know me. There's a reason why I'm called Arashi. But yeah, make sure that you take advantage of this promo, man, because it looks like it's small, but it really adds up.
Especially if you guys go ahead and check out the yellow diamond mission, you guys can get free 15 diamonds. So don't forget to check out gopay.co.id/games, or of course download the app to make things a lot easier. Because that's not the only thing you can do on GoPay. You can pay your bills, you can pay your electricity, you can buy quota, you can transfer money to each other.
You name
Yeah.
it.
Because I think Aldo wants to send me money after this, right? You can use the GoPay app.
What's this
So
deal
much
you guys
more
have?
efficient, it's easier.
I don't know.
He's like, why? What?
I'm using it to the fullest advantage. I mean,
Exposed.
Why do I owe
exposed.
money?
Am I tricked now?
You got scammed.
one time, Bude Clara sent me 500k for no reason at all.
It's because you screenshotted your balance, man.
That's just Bude things, man. What a saint.
That's how amazing she is.
Honestly.
Oh, God.
Right.
But of course, don't forget to vote for your champion as well. It's going to be the last time you can do it this season, because once again, GoPay is giving out every day up to 1,000 lucky winners of prizes worth of 2.5 million. So that's crazy. You guys can get Mlbb skins, there's GoPay coins, there's headphones, there's power banks, and last time there were 7 motorbikes, I believe, as well as 5 smartphones that are still available for the taking. So don't forget to download the GoPay app, the app for MPL.
For sure. Especially when you want to come over to the venue, you got to use the best in the business. Let's be real here.
Yeah, sometimes when you're using a car, you get caught up in the traffic, but when you're on a motorbike, you can just slither in all those traffic.
Yeah.
This Jakarta, awful Jakarta traffic.
Awful Jakarta traffic with the Gojek app, right?
Yeah.
And it's connected with the GoPay app, so things are just so much easier in terms of transportation and food.
Yeah.
You can also Gojek food.
Bunch of good places here to eat. Great food places.
much.
In Pig, I would know. I hang out here a lot. My area. For once, we're actually in somewhere I actually know. Usually, it's way too far.
All right, so let's go back to the game now, boys and girls. Era to era, right? We've been seeing a lot of different styles of alter ego. We've been seeing the old alter ego back at M2, and then we transitioned into the Sultan era, and then now we're at the new era. And it's so funny because if we take a look at all the statistics and the history of all the players, literally only Nino has been around for almost 10 seasons. Everyone else is new. Yazuke entered this season, and I think Owen was a part of season 14. But that's relatively new compared to Onic right now. Coach, seeing these three eras, what do you think about the new era right now? And do you think this might be the prime era, the new prime era of Alter Ego?
I believe this is the prime era of the new prime era of Alter Ego.
Wow.
Because what I see in this era that doesn't have in that era is that discipline.
Yes.
They are way more disciplined in this era. I mean, it's the same gameplay. I mean, the chaotic team fights, they like to fight, they like to brawl. It's been there. It's since the prime era, Sultanan era, and the new era is still the same. But what they have now that they don't have before is the discipline. They know how to close games. They don't overcommit, overchase. And we can see from that game one, it was perfect.
That's crazy.
And don't forget, they're doing this against teams that are better.
Yeah.
Let's be real, like the game has developed so much since the previous eras, and they are pulling off some really chaotic but also disciplined team fights in 2025.
And by the way, this is not the Alter Ego that we see at the start of the season. Like, the Alter Ego that we see at the start of the season needs a lot of fixing, and the fact that they were able to fix that in a span of like, I don't know, 2 months is insane, man. The expectations to the reality that we have right now with Alter Ego going toe-to-toe, or maybe winning it out against Onic in the finals, it is just surreal.
Hard work, right? Put in the hard work.
Hard work. And also the patch.
Yeah.
And a sprinkle of luck.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yes, of course. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to push the luck thing further, though.
Yes, agree.
You see 2 posts from Alter Ego, like from the fans and all that stuff, from Cole Delwyn as well.
Zephyr.
Pretty much the caption, Hockey Bude or
I
something.
think everyone
Yeah.
from
Hashtag Upset
everyone from Alter Ego post that.
Oh, everyone.
I
the,
think-
the whole team.
Yeah, even the staff, the management.
Wow.
I think they don't want to over-celebrate at this point, right? They're so close. They're so close to winning the grand finals, claim that trophy for themselves. A trophy that has evaded them since the beginning of the entirety of Mpl Id. And that's why that factor of luck, I think, is like the main idea or the theme that they're pushing out right now.
I mean, season 6, they were one hit away from the base, or
Yep.
I don't know.
They were
Yeah.
very close.
Yeah,
Yep.
they need that luck.
Shout
They
out
need that
Captain
luck.
Vin and also Albert.
Yeah.
They need that luck, man. I mean, yeah.
Scarred into the memory, but we're looking at the era to era from Onic, right? Back when we had the Kage era, into the Golden era, the back to back to back to back, and then now the Dream Team era with Skylar, Prince Skylar from RRQ, strengthening the lineup of Onic. How would you compare these 3 eras, Coach Dom?
Dominating, dominance. It's just, it's. I think from this 3 era, it shows it's just Onic dominance, right, in the league, and I think they don't change that much. I mean, they know how to adapt to the patches, and yeah, they're just good players, but they're just great at Mlbb. What can you ask more?
Yeah. That's a great way to put it. They're just great at it somehow. Doesn't matter what changes, what patch.
Actually, on that note, I had a little discussion with Mirko on the panel about the patch. And he mentioned that the losses that Onic suffered was actually after the patch hit. So would you still consider that Onic have fully adapted to the patch?
I think they adapted in their own way, I think.
Okay.
Because they prio more on their comfort picks.
Still.
Yeah, but yeah, since it's Onic, comfort picks is strong, yeah. But yeah, I think, yeah, as you can see, teams now already adapt to, I mean, Alter Ego game 1, it's comfort picks and comfort pick once again. And they lost, so yeah, maybe it's because of the new patch.
Which makes things kind of weird for Onic in game number 1. You think that obviously the best role model pick right now is probably Grog, right? You win out on the mid prio, and also you have that set potential, right? That's been what's limiting Onic in the regular season, at least after the patch hits. Keyboy does not have that Keyboy heroes. The Tigreals are gone.
Yeah.
The Cho is kind of gone, can still be picked, but might not be the best pick right now. And Grog is like the best of both worlds, and they still lost.
So what do they do now? We're heading into game number 2, boys and girls of the grand finals here in this best of 7. And it seems like Onic are still sticking with blue side. So we saw a lot of value from blue side yesterday. Coach, from your personal opinion, do you still see a distinct difference between blue side and red side, and whose side would it favor more?
Nah, I think in this meta, in this patch,
50-50?
it's 50-50. It's just how you, if you're blue side, you're setting the tempo, right? What you want to draft, and if you're red side, you just want to answer. And I think Alter Ego did answer well in that first game, but I think I want to see a more contested Hayabusa pick, because since Isonshin is banned, I think the best jungler to play in the mid lane to gank, to be aggressive is Hayabusa. So let's see. Maybe Onic will first pick it. I don't know.
Okay, we'll see whether or not this Hayabusa will get contested in the drafting phase of game number 2, presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. It looks like so far the bans are very similar, but Alter Ego have actually banned the glue instead of the Kalea. Shefan, talk to us about this.
Oh, I'm
Guys,
not sure.
sorry
Quite
guys,
surprised that
nakamit
Onic
pala
did
kami
not
kanina
win.
guys nung
Well,
post-analysis,
the banning
pero
phase
ito
at
na
least
nga,
now they've
drafting.
picked the Hayabusa, as you
Buti
mentioned,
na lang, nabalik na
also
uli, directly.
the jungle that really
Hayabusa,
wins out
yung
the
first
mid
pick
can
dito
really
ng
help
Onic
Suns
ID,
and, also Keyboard establish
Hayabusa
dominance
na
in
ba?
the mid lane. Now Alter
Deny
Ego
pick
have
para
to
sa hero ni Yazuke.
maybe take the croc
Kaso
here.
Milan silot
And another Hijume hero.
Pero ito ang gusto ko sa Onic ID,
Or they could
respect
go back
nila
to a CC.
yung Yushin
maybe just go
Yazuke.
use zone.
Ni Yazuke.
Oh, that works.
If
Nakaba
it
na naman,
works, don't
Talagang
you?
ayaw ibigay itong ano.
Works so well with Nino's
Yushin siya
style.
ni
Not to
Yazuke.
mention, the Alice is a hero that has been mentioned a lot. Basically, a
Kaso
better
hindi ba pa
range.
ganyan eh,
So if Onic wanna go with
magpapani
the
lang
Alice,
yan.
I believe the matchup favors the Yuchong just a little bit. A bit of skill, of a skill matchup involved there. From Ruby.
Wow.
And again, where
Huwag
is
na lang
everything
pa Alter
going?
Ego dito.
Sometimes you
Ano
don't
na to?
quite know.
I mean,
Res-
isn't it just
respect na
almost fixed
Yuzo,
that it's
pero
gonna be a Ruby
yun nga.
call at this
Ang
point?
aga ata
At
ng
this point
Ruby.
with Alter Ego, I don't dare dispute.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. Yeah, they're
Okay,
just
okay.
because maybe they're anticipating the CC pick too. That's why they picked the Ruby. But maybe it's for sure Ruby Gold or Yuzong XP. But yeah, maybe we don't know yet. Once again,
Chichi
as Arashi said, it's
kapalit
Alter
ng
Ego.
Yuzong
I think
Ruby.
We had a conversation with Toss in talent room, right? He said that
Tingin mo, for
a fighter
AE kunin na yung
mid
Lancelot?
or tank mid might be viable.
Hijume Ruby.
No way.
Or
Run it back Evo's days.
Eve.
No
Kasi
way.
open yung Eve eh. Piling ko pag hindi
But I
pa
think
nila kinuha
the
yung Eve,
Ruby
iba
is a very
bante.
good pick against the Hayato, right? Because it's not as easy to gank a Ruby
Dragon?
compared to a Granger or Harrod. So maybe that's the adjustment that Alter Ego's
Okay.
making in this draft.
And I feel like, considering that earlier, it's all about the movements, it's
Lancelot?
all about the playmaking, right? Crowd control is so
pag
important.
natali
And
ka
I'm not
nito,
sure if I like how
useless ako
Onic
nun.
don't really have any just yet. And I believe that could be why Alter Ego are banning away all these EXP laners.
Hindi ka makakapag-phantom
Because Lupi is usually
execution
very
dito.
much involved, along with Keyboy, in making those plays happen. I mean, look at Nino, right? EXP
Leia.
lanes can control so much of the tempo of a fight.
Di ba?
Oh man.
pag may
I
lance,
think this is
pag
the
ano kasi,
first time in the playoffs that
Lumaban yung
no
lance.
roamer pick
Pag pinili naman
in the
lance,
first
yung
phase at
Makes
all.
sense. Kaysa mawalan pa ng hero si Yazuke.
That I forgot about.
Jelly
Oh,
Boy!
oh,
Jelly Boy!
Oh, Jelly Boy!
Parang wala nagbago sa mukha niya, ano?
Pero sabi niya nga daw, gusto niya daw bumalik next season eh.
What a great moment for him watching
Wala ng pera.
the next generation
Uy, mayaman jowa niya.
attempt
Ay, sorry.
a chance to
Siyempre,
achieve
gusto mo pa rin yun eh.
They need us
Ikaw
to
ba?
I really feel like
Hindi
this
lang sa pera. Ikaw ba na hindi ka
suits
naiingat na
Alter
pag
Ego's
nakikita
style
mo
so
yung
much.
mga ano mo
They're
naglalaro sa
very
stage?
crafty
Matuwa ka
in
na lang.
checking the bushes, but
Hindi,
also
parang
just
na ano
Lance
ba na...
ay sayang, at ako rin.
Oo,
Onic.
ganun.
I mean, Lutfi fell
Baka na lang
couple
ginagawa
times
ko man sa
purely
gitna, di ba?
because of
Hindi ko ba na ano
the
doon? Kunyari,
confusing
sabi mo,
positioning.
jowa ko yung dating.
Uy.
I think Cypher is
Ban-
trying to pick out a get out band from Onic.
Gatot ata,
He's just
gatot.
waiting to
Parsa?
because they banned the Hylos and Kalea.
Nagban ka na ng
I
ibe.
think
Ba't ka na ng Parsa?
Again, it's dangerous grass, so we don't know what
Sino
Alter
ba
Ego's picking, right? Maybe Hilda, maybe a Hellcard because it's already 2 fighters. We don't know. So let's see what Onic will
Pwede
ban
pang
here
magkatotong
first.
Onic
They
ah.
could go
Chichi
back again
katot yun.
towards the Khalid, not really the greatest of matchup against the Hayabusa and also the Kimi, but it does give you that mid prior, right?
Sino ba sunod na
Because you really
pick?
need that.
Alter Ego, di ba?
Especially after
So,
the
Alter Ego yung
previous
pwedeng
picks.
kumuha ng ganun.
The
Deny
Ace
lang?
ban,
Angela?
the Angela ban. So,
Gatot na to,
are
gatot
they
na.
thinking what we're thinking?
May naano
Maybe
nga ako eh.
It's a bit
Pwede
of
pasok.
overthink. I think to be honest, that's
Oh
Glory.
my god.
they're saving
Kawawa kasi
Alec
early.
Hero for
Di
last
ba
pick.
ano yun?
Late game pwede
And
siya
I believe
pero
if they pick another squishy, maybe like
Di ba,
Granger,
Bob, ano yun?
or
Wawalang niya inang Alter
Harrod,
Ego
I
pag
think
nag-chlorine sila.
Alec
Ano
Hellcats
ata,
will
pre,
come
two?
out for sure this
Yeah,
year.
I was about to
Ito na.
say. I think they're
Ito na lang.
Itong Ruby
anticipating or
flex pa
looking
to.
for this next two
Pwedeng
picks coming from
Or
Onic
baka ang gawin dito
to
ng
see
Alter
whether or
Ego,
not
God
the
wise
opportunity of the health
XP
can
ano, or
come out.
vice versa.
Kagura, though. I
Kato,
guess back then, at least, the Kagura was known to be really
Dutcho
that
ata maganda.
scouting, a bit safer. So you kind of get vision with the umbrella.
Harit.
It is indeed a
Kasi
Harith.
hindi gumana yung Harit ni Skylar kanina eh.
Very scaling
Ngayon naman
composition
kasi,
from
ayun na
Onic.
kasi nakagrab.
Ah.
Ayun naman,
A lot of control control still. It's
Yeah.
just Gato.
It's the Gato CC combo and yeah, a lot of
Okay,
scaling.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not liking the Kagura pick more and more after the last two picks, man.
Tingin
I
mo?
think Alter Ego was trying to read towards a gold lane.
Mag-gold
push
lane
pick,
marksman ka ba
but
dito?
Harith does not qualify for that, man, especially with the
O okay ka na sa
Summon
gold
force,
XP,
left
Ruby,
and right and get the
Hugo.
shields. So then you're not really a target.
Feeling ko kasi wala silang pambasag kung
They're
hindi sila.
discussing it, boys and girls.
Kawawa sila.
They're hovering.
Nathan.
Is that a marksman page?
No way, no.
It's a Ruby flex maybe? Siguro.
Ayun o, naka-gold to, naka-gold to.
Yeah, it's a Ruby
Oh,
flex.
man.
Pwede rin.
Oh my lord.
Wala, sa ano.
Wow.
Hindi
Ranger
maganda
in
yung
the
mid ng
gold
ano,
lane.
ng
Real
eight
quick,
Alter
Alter
Ego.
Ego
Passive.
or Onic.
Passive ba yan?
Passive yan, passive. Ano pa yun? Si Super
Alter Ego.
Coach?
I think I'm going Onic for this.
Pichan!
Okay.
Onic looks way more
Predict,
stable.
predict.
Ano ako? Onic ako.
Alter ego ko. Guys, sa mga gusto sumali sa ating group chat, scan nyo lang po yung QR code na nakita nyo sa screen. Pero Alter ego ang aking prediction habang si Miko Onic.
Onic ako dito. Ay! Ba't pala Alter Ego kasi ako? 4-0 ko yun.
Naka 4-0 ka dyan, di ba?
4-0 ako dito eh.
Eh di mag-alter ego na tayo.
Alter Ego na to, parang pa 4-0 na, parang mabilis.
Tsaka, ano ka nun? Mag-ano ka nun pag tumama yung prediction.
Kung tumama yun, parang ang ganda.
Kung kakaiba yung kay Wise, mas kakaiba yung sa'yo kasi alter ego yun ng 4-0.
Will Kyrie be able to replicate what Yazuke was doing?
Prediction lang naman yun guys ha. Kalma nyo lang.
Prediction lang ni Direct yun.
And now,
Inus-
into the land of dawn, we
Decision ni
go
Direct.
for game number 2 in this grand finals best of 7.
Guys, again, sa mga gusto po sumali sa ating group chat, GC, ng mga nagpe-predict, nagbibigay ng advice and tips, sali lang kayo dyan sa GC natin. Scan nyo lang po yung QR code o di naman kaya i-PM ang page ng Just NS. Para may karamay kayo pag natatalo, di ba?
But in this
Eh
meta,
sa mga gusto ng mga malupitang merch, visit nyo na yung The Armory.
always holding on to the flicker, man. The
Bully talaga yung
regen,
team na yun. Pag-
saving it for a bit, might have to go.
So GG na.
Hijime will keep the region, will keep the flicker as well.
Grabe
Kai
naman, kabilis.
Pwede na pang ano yan.
Kaso yun lang,
Jungle
ano,
Yazuke.
expose yung ano. Alam niya.
Ano ka,
Hindi,
ano ka?
alam nila na low eh. Alam nila na low eh, na hindi makakaano eh, di ba?
Eh di lugi ka agad dito si Yasuke.
Si Yasuke. Hindi, alam rin nila na low kasi diba? Siyempre napalo, uwi, matik. Pa nag-stay pa, patay nila.
Take a look at so far, nothing is
Ay, ito lang ayaw ko kay Skylar.
passive blast.
Hindi niya nirespeto, pre.
Top rotate and get that
Yung
mid
ano,
try.
Ruby,
Clear
o kaya
away
yung
still.
Yuzong.
T-Boy on a
Hindi,
mission
okay
to
lang
try
ata.
to disrupt
Sa
Yazuki's
Flicker?
pathing.
Kasi meron naman kayong bato eh.
Eh kaso,
Bago naman mag-start yung
This
clash,
Kagura
sinultipat
pick,
si Kiboy muna yung mauuna eh.
Comes
Sa
hand in
bagay.
hand
Eh,
with
paano
Lancelot.
pag nadali?
Ayun,
Lancelot
yung
able
mga
to go for
crucial
the
na yun,
dive,
ano na yun,
especially
error na ng
with
mismong
such
player
a
yun.
Hindi mo naman mapipilitan yung, hindi mo naman ano yung mapipililan yung dragon na sugurin yung
Hindi,
ano.
okay yan. Pag sa ganyan, mapipigil out niyan eh. Maano yan, ma-outplay niyan dahil doon sa may...
Matatimingan, matatimingan.
Hindi, di ba kahit ma-petrify siya, ma-outplay niya siya, tapos
Ah.
merong yung ultimate na yung mga shield shield din, ma-outplay niya.
Will he be able to go
Pwede niyang
past
pwede mong
all
yan.
those
Ang kinakatakot
Ruby
ko lang
controls?
nito, ipabigla siya
That
ni
is
ano.
the question that needs
Bigla siya ni
answering.
Alec, tapos may burst
And
ni
it's just a
Hijime.
combo, right?
Yun
For
Paano
Kagura.
bigla?
Alex, pretty chunked down, has
Hirap
Donor
na.
looking, will in the end have to use the flicker here. Kai, no shadow kill. And back to the point, Kagura.
First turtle ako.
Walang nagkakapatayan hindi yata Mpl Id dito.
Ay, magbago na.
Hindi, mid-game yan, mabubugbog yan. Yung mga ganyan first turtle yan.
The umbrella is
Pero
Better.
level 4 si Ninyo dito
Umbrella
ha.
waits.
Sige boy ha. Sige boy, target. Sige boy, bumurst na. Wala nang burst, kinabulatan ni si Hijime.
Galing.
Immunity, man. You can see the reads earlier, man.
Galing.
Hijime was waiting for the final second to get that CC
Bilis ang
immunity.
daliri.
Yazuke on it.
Lahat
Will
silot
get the
eh.
red tree down.
Kaso
Kai
pwede
not
silang
there. Alex
kumuha ng kill kung
forced
sakali.
back away
Si
from
Alec yung
Boy.
target.
The taunt was a bit short.
Uy, nag-dragon?
Nag-dragon
Nag-dragon siya. Patay si Yasuke. Pangit ang trade.
Pero okay lang ako doon.
Keyboy will
Ako
be
din
the
ako boy.
trade.
Yan,
But
ginawa.
the purple buff
Hindi, hindi,
forced out. Given to
Si
Alex.
Alec.
So I think
Pero okay ka na yun kung ikaw yung Onic na delay yung jungler.
Pati yung ano, yung turtle buff, wala na agad eh.
Oh, tsaka purple buff, wala din. Daming nawala kay ano, Yazuki.
Falls in the process. That's a kill towards Kyrie. At least this Hayabusa will
Ganun ang
be able to
decision
rack up
doon ng
a
ano.
few kills. And
Oh,
on
ni
the question
Kyrie.
was
Maganda nga ata
earlier
siguro
on,
yun,
was
si
Kyrie
Lutfi,
the
wala
one
si Lutfi
giving
dun eh.
away that turtle in the hands of
Nagkano
Alter
siya
Ego
dun eh.
because he wasn't really
Tanga.
nearby the Onic players.
Onic pa rin
that
pala
also
talaga.
kind of conjugates with the main disconnect theme that Onic has in this current game, in this current series. I think
Kaya hindi na
composition-wise,
si
It's
Kyrie.
bad to
Tingin
go
mo?
for the turtle. First turtle for Onic.
Labang pipigil
They
sa
don't have a lot
kanya.
of that prio in the mid lane just because of the trap. If
Hindi ba
you get
nakakatakot
shoved in
tong
like
burst
that with
potential
Lansop
ng ano?
pushed in mid,
Kagura.
and
Kagura
Hijime gets
sa
control,
mid game?
pushes, as a
Nakakatakot
Kimmy,
naman, syempre, Kagura
you
is
won't be able to
Kagura.
walk up. The fact that
Kaso
Kagura was
kasi
so
ang
low,
inaalala
forced
ko,
to recall,
pag
having to
nagkamali
play
ka
bot,
ng burst dito,
and especially because of the
Wala ka
matchup,
ng ano.
Hayabusa lands, it's just tough. That's the instant
Ano na?
kill
Parang ano
button
to eh.
that I was talking about. With the I'm
Parang ano
offended,
yun
he
eh.
can
Parang kadita yung
overturn
burst
and
potential yun eh.
kaya nila yan
Look at
ang
Zuke.
magagawa nila.
Kyrie's waiting in
Pero
the
kasi
push
mamaya
there.
pag
That's the
nagkaroon
way
ng
Skyler
item
was
yan,
on
natira
force up
shield,
top.
Twilight Armor.
Ah.
Utilizing a lot of time. Ooh, Suns trying to bait in. Watch Shadow, and the
Shadow
Shadow kill
kill.
has the quad Shadow on him. He's gonna jump in. Oh!
Ayun oh. Grabe yung ano ginawa ni Alec.
Timing that perfectly to
Tsaka tinayimingan ni Alec.
Yazuke.
That's
Yung
the
paglabas
Ruby
ng
we
Shadow,
talked about to try
sineting skill niya
and
kaagad.
hold
Kung meron siyang
Kyrie
counter-strike, patay yun.
to not let this Hayabusa have pressure.
So si Yuzuki talaga yung napapunish dito sa side ng ano Alter Ego.
Garfi, he opted for the Hunter Strike, so no Sky Piercer because he knows
Kanina
he
pa
has
siya
to protect
dinadarag.
his own. Because of the Hayabusa pressure, he can't really participate in the team fights as often. Demand force pop for Skyler only to get Prio in the lane.
Magandang
He could get
solusyon
that
pag
gold trap
ganyan.
as well.
Wala,
Keyboy,
farm lang
shadows
lang
in.
yan eh. Ito, second turtle, kailangan niya magandang step up dito sa second turtle.
Spawn. It's up
Ayun,
to
binapenta
for Onic in the mid.
Look, Pig,
Minus one ulit.
man. DOT.
Ganda talaga nung ano,
Instant
Dragon ni
damage.
Nino.
Again,
Pero wala siyang
realize
petrify
through his
dito sa
dive,
front,
I'm
ha?
offended. It will be followed up by the Onic overturn.
Nakapatay.
Alec has the I'm offended. They're
Feeling
gonna
ko
go
pang
for
ano
all
na
the way
talaga.
down. Shadow kill.
Pang respect na
Skyler
tong
picks the
Dragon
kill
ni
off.
Nino
Black
pag
Dragon
nanalo pa
for
yung
Petrify.
Alter Ego.
Skyler
Ayun,
goes
nakita
to
mo,
flicker as
gagawin niya.
Alec zones them and it
Eh,
is
kaso wala ka ng
turtle
flicker.
number two.
Pero sunod na gagawin niya.
Alam mo, mas matagal ang cooldown.
After conceding and relinquishing
120
RP, Keyboy wants to go in.
90
Has
seconds
those
na yun.
stuns.
Lamang pa rin ng XP siya. Kahit sabihin mong nakukuha
enough
ni
for him
Yuzuki
to
yung
get out with
turtle.
Nakaroon
that
kasi ng
as
trade
well.
eh.
Yeah, again, like you said, right? That insta-kill
Hindi
button is
hinulungan.
crazy. Alec, he was fishing for an angle with the I'm offended, and we have to note as well, Skyler has no Purify. This particular
So si
meeting.
Nino na naman ang sandigan. Oy, si Carlo, tamang ano.
That's the goat. The goat in the
Ano
jungle.
sabi ni Carl?
All easy.
Squatting
Now the golden
maglaro.
restreams. Hey, Mpl Id
Saan
Extreme
uli
by
yun?
Good Day shows you how
Ah, sa
massive
BTR?
Mpl Id is. And when you have the GOAT
Kay
watching,
Nile.
Hindi niya alam, baliw.
massive pull. We got him in the interview as well. So W
Ano ba yung pinapanood niya?
in the chat. W GOAT
Hindi
in the
baka,
chat.
hindi nakaano man yun, di ba?
Di ba lagi nagahay yun? Lagi nagahay yung mga
He's on
Oo.
the right team already. All right, let's not make him laugh even
Baka
more,
delay
man.
yun sa kanya.
Well, I think he
Delay
is
yung
focused
piano
in
niya,
this
di ba?
game because so far, we talked about the early game being the catalyst of, you know, how the game goes.
Burst ha?
Bro. Yeah.
Burst si Jimmy ha?
So far,
Ayun na, parang
it's been very close. And even the gold lead right now, not
Nahihit,
even 1K
ano
or
ah,
2K, it's
palapit na
700,
yung power
500.
spike
It's
na
triple
Alter
numbers
Ego.
for both teams, and at least this time,
Counter-strike
both
na rin
teams
si
are also
RP.
very disciplined in their approaches on what they
sabi
want to
lang naman yung guys.
prioritize.
Skyrim lang naman.
That's why it's actually fine for Onic though.
Yeah.
Yes, Alter Ego have gone
Kaso
to
nakakatakot
turtles. They
din
got
talaga yung drop
kill
ng ano.
lead as well,
Onic
but
na.
it's not over.
Si RP yung
It's
ano rito,
far
mamaya,
from
pag
it.
magkaroon
Onic are
ng
scaling
mas
composition, so
madaming ganyan.
as long as
Stop
they're
sila,
able to
step
keep the
yun.
gold
Bagay.
lead
Hindi naman
I would say below
mahirap para sa
2K
Alter
for
Ego na
Ego.
ipalaw
They're
tong
down
Dali,
just
eh,
by
may burst sila,
600.
meron
oh,
silang...
Dragon,
may
may
initiator
Kagura.
sila. May initiator
And
sila
Onic,
si Alec.
by all means, around
Kaya
this
kasi,
timing should be 2K at least
Si
down.
Lutfi.
But again, they've done a good job at trading. They've done a good job at holding their leads. Let's be
Ayun
though in
na,
the bottom
binigay na.
lane. This is what I'm talking about. The damage in the early
Grabe.
game.
Tas ano pa, first tower pa sa baba.
Halata naman kasi yung gagawin ng ano yun, ng Alter Ego yun.
Ano? Lamang si RP kay Skylar?
Way over to RP. That's a taunt, but look at this.
Hindi ginagawa ni Alec, no?
Fraction pulse will land.
Naharangan niya.
Gets away.
Siyempre kasi ang skill naman kasi niya, di ba? Pang ano lang.
Kung ikaw maisip yan.
But Kyrie for a second
Ayun,
there wants to go in. Oh
Yun,
no!
Kyrie. Grabe na para patay ata.
Straight up with the overturn.
Pero napalo mo na si ano eh.
Forcing out
Si
the
Kyrie,
Watch
nahihirapan na yan,
Shadow. He's gonna have to
pumuesto.
go for Shadow kills. Nino
Revitalize.
wait for timing, and he will be able to claim the turtle. Nino petrifying the Fury
4v4.
Side. No follow
Ano
up.
to wala yung si Yuzuki dito pero parang nakakapalag pa rin yung Alter Ego. Ito na si Yuzuki. Torn Rose, hindi tumama yung Torn Rose. Binigay lang kay RP.
Guns him now with a
Ayun,
double
sabi ko na
kill.
kanina.
May Sky Piercer na ba to?
Realize that's 2 Sky Piercer stacks. The
Respect talaga
dreaded
yung Dragon.
snowball that Onic have tried their darn hardest
Saka-
to avoid in the early game
Grabe yung
is
ginawa
now
ni Hijime.
in the hands of Alter Ego Skylar!
Nice one,
Flickers
Skylar.
in and solo kills
Yung ginawa
him,
ni ano,
denies
Hijime,
him
hindi
of
siya
that
nag-hesitate
snowball on
i-verse
Sky Piercer.
si Kyrie kahit di niya
Prince does
mapatay.
not want
Basta
to
mapasyado
have
lang, patay na.
This time
Ganda lang,
around,
ganda
his
lang.
kingdom up in the skies under threat. Shuts down Arfi. And finally, a
Underperformance yan.
silver lining for Onic as to
Luti.
not let Alter Ego snowball.
Eh siya naman
with
talaga
the
kasi
clear
lagi yung
prio.
butas dyan.
At 2, Sky
Kahit nung
Piercer
nakaraang
is now
season pa, si
unfolded.
Luti ang
Mobilized
nahihirapan.
Pino. He is going to be fine. He has that option too. Get
Ganda
out
pa ng
of
item
harm's way.
selection ni Nino.
Yes,
Hindi ko alam kung select ano ba to, item niya or
So much ways to
uh,
approach the fights.
emblem.
Kyrie,
Parang ang taas ng HP growth ni Nino. Kaya medyo makunat siya. Diba? Yung ibang Yuzong sobrang lambot eh. Kahit sabihin mo sobrang sakit.
If you're able to CC immune yourself from the quad shadow before he utilizes the blink, then you get out of it. Quad shadow
Hindi ka manggulat si Ijom eh. May flicker eh. Walang takot si Ijom may mag-burst eh. Basta may flicker siya.
Also against Keyboy, against all their lockdown, which is not many. That's the thing,
Yan yung
right?
sinasabi natin na level gap. Lamang na ngayon si Yazuki ng 2 levels kung compare kay Kyrie. And actually, even gold. Oh, lamang na si Yazuki. Di ba kanina lamang si Kyrie ng ano?
Wala, may threat kay Kyrie. Hindi makalabas si Kyrie. Dahil din sa ano, dahil din sa may Kagura pati Ruby.
Nice jungle dip ba?
It's an easy dive.
Kumami naman si Kyrie.
Mr. Yazuki, especially on the last
Gusto niya yung laruan ni Yazuki.
So he has to go for the high-risk gameplay here. He just needs to space it perfectly.
Kung ako sa'yo,
when it
Miko,
comes in to clean up.
pag yan na 2-0 na, pinag-i-screenshot ko na yung mga nambash do sa prediction mo. Di sa gate na ganun eh. Tapos biglang re-replyan.
Oh no, conceal play.
Oh, San's gonna be caught in there. Alec has the flicker, but he burnt out the Purify already. It's gonna be Nino with the Petrify on a killing spree.
The beast is unleashed. The Keyboy wants to turn around with Onic. Can they get the kill out towards Nino?
Shutdown si Nino ha. 3-0 shutdown yun. Kaso 2-1 yung trade. Wala si Keyboy, wala si Sans.
Okay ako na, ako dyan. Papalord ko yan.
In mid.
Pilit mo na?
Hindi naman, wag mo i-bait lang
angle to ambush.
Kasi mauna naman mabuboy Sans eh. Pati walang dragon yun eh.
Sabagay.
Clean with the positioning. Look at how safe Hijume and RP are. Yes,
Inter Trancho. Lightning Tranchon. Kay Hijume.
Rather for Alter Ego as well.
Alam din ng AE.
You know that
Uy!
process.
Nag-flicker si Alec! Ano siya? Nabait siya!
Shadow cow! My goodness, damn it!
Kamuntikan pa si RP dun.
Finishes him off, RP.
Damage
I don't
ni
know
ano.
what deal he
Kyrie, yun na
made.
siguro yung opening na hinihintay ng ano.
Live with 1 HP.
Tapos wala pang dragon. Wala pa. Ang tagal ng cooldown ng dragon ni Nino.
Rather
Patay
RP.
pa si RP dun.
The sliver of HP.
Disaster.
Alec takes.
Bawas na naman yung Sky Piercer niya, for sure.
Now they have Prio on the
Pero
Lord Pit. Will they
mistakes
get this
from
for free?
Alec
I
na
think they will.
nakapitalize naman ng alter ego dun.
Wow.
Nagkamali din siya.
Out of the
Trinay niya dun?
smoke, they get something.
Sans tayo,
They were
namatay na
down
ng
and
Purify.
under.
Oo.
Lutfi has to be careful.
Kaso hindi niya napagsabay yung ano niya.
Might be open. Yazuki is
Na
close
una
by
yung
to
ulti niya
that
kaysa
wave
sa
is gonna crash.
flicker.
Oh, no, okay.
No.
Kung nagawa niya yung combo, sa pool
Oh,
yun eh.
Lutfi caught in the furious dive.
Siya naglalakad
And
dun.
fed into the Sky Piercer.
Ano yan,
They will
masasama
get
na
a
sa mga
turret
bush
in
yan
the
doon.
million as a
Oo,
trade
yung mga
for
bush nila,
Lutfi's
Andor, yung
life.
mga tabi yun.
It took a bit of time there. It wasn't like a pure instant kill, and that means the Lord will get 2 charges.
Hindi pa tuloy magagamit ng maganda yung Lord. Kaya namatay si Lutfi. Buti na nabasag yung gitna kahit pa paano.
You would connect this
Eh,
point
Lutfi
to
na yan, ba't
the
di mo
fact that
mapapatay yan?
yes, Alter Ego
Problema,
has
si
that
RP na naman yung
they
nakakuha
wanna
ng
look for
kill.
pickoffs back in the bush. But Onic, they don't really have a way to open up the bushes. Maybe
Nagawa ni
Keyboy
Lutfi,
try to
boss.
bring himself into the bush. That again is kind of gambling. And then you have Sans trying to open up that. But again, Kimi has to be
Pero
in
this
front.
time, lamang na naman yung
How do they
Onic, mga
open
sir.
up the bushes safely?
Sa mga gusto magpa-shoutout,
Please open up and try
share
to
nyo lang yung live
protect
stream
and scout
natin.
where Onic are. Now, that wave up top will be built for Onic, and Yazuki will give that up. He's gonna let the wave crash onto him.
watch party lang to guys ha, hindi kami caster.
Bushes, Alec might look for an angle.
Munting paalala lang sa mga nanonood.
Might jump on Skylar. That's damage from Skylar just for the synchro vision, I believe.
Tokti, grabe
Fine
bigay
wave
item ni
picked
ano,
up by
ni
Sans in the mid lane.
Yazuki.
Extra pen.
Lamang siya ng 700 kay Kyrie.
Push. Or rather damage
Pero
as
siya
well.
sa mataba siya
Towards
sa
Alter
Steve.
Ego, Yazuki.
Si ano, si Lutfi, lamang na rin siya kay Nino kahit ganun yung nangyayari.
Oo.
They also have
Rekdi lumalabas yung nasa baba.
extend with the Lancelot available and ready. In a 1v1, it'll be quite strong.
Yep.
Against the Hayabusa,
Ang
you have
tawag
the
dyan?
board throws to kind of play.
Oh, yung window sa
approach it in
baba.
a much more defensive
Oh,
style.
Rekdi!
Alter Ego, you can take a look at this. The 4 players are going to clump up together. They're going to push
Wala,
together.
hindi na
They
makakaya
need to
natin.
protect Mr. President. They're going to need to
Yan na,
protect.
BOD for
Sakit na yan.
Kyrie.
As the main
Kanina nga sobrang sakit na ng damage yan,
That is
tatlo
where
pa
they
yung
need to
naghati nun eh.
congregate
34.
together to activate
Namatay siya eh.
that combo. 34
Buti nga,
stacks
di
of
siya
Sky
namatay kanina sa
Piercer.
1 siya eh.
Yun nga,
480 on the
Namatay siya
passive.
dun, talagang...
wala na.
It's not too bad for
Useless yung
Green
Sky
Tier. I
Piercer.
think it's pretty good.
Pero 50-50 pa rin to.
He was killed early on, cut down as well by Skylar. That solo kill up top. Onic, they need a moment to breathe. They need a moment to open up again. Back-to-back games, Mirko. The gold lead.
Sa mga gusto
is not
magpa-shoutout, share
different.
nyo muna yung
It's
live stream
not that
natin
far. It's
guys.
Yes,
not
guys,
marginal.
share nyo muna guys. Ano?
Make sure na naka-public para makita namin.
Are this equally skilled at playing the early game and playing the mid game as well. Because again,
Hindi ko lang alam. Parang wala, hindi pa nagko-conceal ang Alter Ego. So, hindi siguro.
to go in.
Hindi tumama yung turn ko.
Puncture, Phantom Execution, baiting on Purify
Kamali
already as the
siya.
AOG doesn't land. As the Alec with his own Wolf King over the Keyboy. Suzuki gets taken very low. Lupi stunned up by the umbrella of Hijume. And there are still no kills on the board. Just
Gumagana na.
threats here and
Napupok yan
there.
eh.
Who
Nasaktan
won
niya nga si
that
ano eh, si
trade of
Yasuke, di ba?
resources though? I think it's
Pero
Onic.
kamuntikan doon si Sans. Kung tumama siguro yung Torndos kay Sans, patay si Sans.
The Lord as well will build up for Onic, and that wave
Hindi rin naman nagamit na bait yung ano.
slowly
Dragon ni
converging
Nino.
to Onic. Alter Ego need to
Yun na naman
answer
mga-
that, but at least it's not gonna-
Yun na naman yung mahalagang spell sa Alter Ego.
Tsaka item na lang si ano.
Fine play for Skylar. That's a
Sa
big
pin ko, malulugi
pickup.
rito yung Alter Ego sa
Get the
pag-clear ng
damage
mid
going.
lane. Ang bagal
Fine
mag-clear
play
ng
too
ano.
for Hijume.
Kagura.
Divine play for Lord.
Baka i-play tao na lang nila. Ayun oh.
Over the Keyboy. I don't think that's the right target though. They go for the
Gumamit na yung Dragon.
Uy, gagi ng numbers.
Hijume again, Yasuke!
Pero si Kyrie?
The pickup
Kaya ba si ano?
now. Kyrie
Yasuke?
backline now pops in the shadow kill!
The Beast survives, but Kyrie gets Yazuke. The Shadow Prodigy is down. Nino has to
Ludwig?
survive.
Baited in.
Buti walang ano.
Quad shadow from Kai!
Kyrie pa rin
Gets him a
talaga,
triple
boss.
kill.
The triple kill for Onic as
Ganda ng
Kyrie,
pasok ni
the guy
Kyrie
in the
dun.
jungle,
Patay pa si
cleans
Nino, 1-1
house
si Nino.
for Onic. Alter Ego run for the hills. Hijume
Saka
and
grabe
Nino
yung
run
patience
for
ni
the
Kyrie.
hills
Talaga
as they
inabangan niya na
concede
wala
the
ng
board.
spells yung Alter
Onic
Ego
with
bago
the
siya
fight,
pumasok.
And this might be
Mapapatay
the
na naman yan
opening,
si ano.
the crevice for them to turn things
For
around.
Alter Ego, ang hindi ko lang
After
maano
constantly
sa
being in the
kanila.
back foot.
Masyado sila nag-fully commit kay ano.
Kay Kiboy.
Kay Kiboy.
Wala eh, so damage na. Buti nga, kung nakapag-hold out pa yun si ano.
And then they go in to the counter.
Binuhos
and
nila lahat kay
Kyrie
Kiboy.
was looking for the flank angle. He got that. That insta-kill to
Another
Yazuke.
Lord secured para sa Onic.
Somehow
Mapapatay
seals
ulit
the
si
deal
Skylar. Ay, si ano.
towards Alter Ego. And even if
Parang
they
sinunod.
didn't really get the triple kill,
May
at least
balancer
Onic would
tayo
get
guys eh.
try
Pag
on
mga
the
ganyan,
Lord.
may balancer tayo eh.
Man,
May item na naman siya eh.
so close indeed.
Gusto ko tong last
Alter
item ni
Ego
ano, ha?
playing through again
RP,
the
ha?
CC control, but Onic,
Winter Crown, yung huli niya
they're
naging
trying
item.
it. They're playing it so
Alam niya,
decisively,
kahit
the way that they
magano siya eh.
layer their engages,
Mag-Vincent siya eh.
layer their
Pag natalian ni
carries,
Lupi,
invisible
wala
on the
na.
map, and when they
Sa
go in,
vengeance nila ata.
it was too much.
Ayan na, si
for
ano,
Alter
si
Ego to
Sans
handle.
na
Let's
ba,
get to the nature
Vincent.
built up
Uy,
already.
si
Nino
Nino!
gets on the shadow.
Magamit yung
Oh,
point dragon.
From the quad shadow was still on him. CC immune.
Lalim niya
That's not
dun.
his name, by the way. That's just, you know.
Tatapang tong Onic. Walang dragon eh.
Right following RP has him in a crowd. Pops in the time came on.
Ganda ng ton! Ganda ng ton!
Huge initiation as Onic set their sights on the
Uy, hindi
throne.
kaya.
They're on the crystal.
Tapos
Alter
to,
Ego,
tapos,
they need
tapos.
to hold. I think
Wala si
they
RP,
can.
wala si RP eh.
Wave is big with the Lord.
Mamatay si
Nino
Yasuke,
taking
oh.
low. Yasuke's still able to back away right now as they go over to clear
Powerlock
on
nila,
the Lord.
powerlock nila.
Another mini wave.
Kaya.
Yasuke,
Powerlock clips.
can he do the
Minions,
impossible?
minions.
He's holding
Minions.
in. But
Powerlock.
Onic are gonna
Wala
try
minyon,
it.
wala minyon, wala minyon, wala
That's a
minyon, wala
couple.
minyon.
Nino holding again.
Tapos pa rin, tapos pa rin.
The cannon prevails. And Onic equalize.
With one
Sayang yung
huge
prediction ko.
moment,
Grabe naman yun mga sir.
Onic turn things around. They get the
Grabe si
equalizer.
Kyrie, bumubuhat
Keyboy.
talaga ng ano.
Oo.
Kasi
The massive
gumanda lang yung
moment in his
ginagawa
own
ni Kiboy nung
pocket
huli na eh, no?
as Onic takes
Hayabusa wins the game, ganun ba yun?
Ko kaya pinaka-first pick na ako.
1-1.
Sobrang nagwawala yung
That was
Hayabusa ni
Kyrie
Kyrie.
with a redemption to do
Ay,
after
nag-usap
a
siya.
very shaky game
Pre, pag ano
one.
pre, ikaw na lang umubos sa kanila pre kasi ako
Constantly in Yazuke's pocket and game
Sa
2
Kyrie
he
si
shows
Skylar,
up
guys.
big time.
Oh.
Matitip siguro kung hindi nasayang yung dragon ni ano doon. Ni Nino. Ang lalim niya rin kasi doon.
We do.
Pero that's it mga sir para sa ating game number 2. Tablado ang laban. 1-1 ulit tayo. Sino? Wala. Oh, yun na. Kasalanan ko? Ako ba? Hindi, ikaw yun.
And now we are 1-1 in a best of 7.
Ge.
Okay, mamaya guys, magbabalik kami para sa Game 3 ng ating Grand Finals Mpl Id Season 16.
Third in the standings. And here they are. They stand tall, toe to toe.
Okay guys, magbabalik kami guys. Wait lang guys,
against the
kasabi ko
Sky
na
Kings.
guys.
So
Ito si
worthy
Rodriguez mga
opponent.
Angry Bird. Si Kyrie,
Back to
pogi nung
back
ano.
games
Yung Angry Bird na
again.
itim mo tayo ng white.
It has been very close. Not a single marginal gap in the gold lead in the game. Pure discipline for both teams. A team known for chaos. Toning down their identity in the eyes and in the sights of the Sky Kings. Their chaos suppressed. They play the long game. They play the disciplined game. But Onic with that scaling.
Look at his taunt though. Look at his
Competition.
3-man though from Keyboy.
So good, yeah. The
Bang!
three-man taunt is so good in Onic. They set their sights on the prize, and that is the crystal. This was kind of, you know,
Yeah.
was close, but yeah. it's just nigh impossible for Alter Ego to do anything about it. Choryazuki did go in and go out. Win a nature clutch in from Sans. They had the minions pushing in too. So Onic 1-1. It bears the question, will game 3 be this close? Will we see a dominant game from either teams? Panelists, what do you think?
And here we are after game number 2, a successful equalizer by the defending champs Onic to take game number 2 over Alter Ego's lead. We're gonna throw it over to you first, Coach Aldo. What happened to Alter Ego in game number 2?
I think it's from the drafts because I think Alter Ego's draft is kind of so-so because you want to scale but you want the early game. So I don't see the consistency of what they want to do from the draft. But from Onic, it's an honest scaling composition. You have the Harriet, you have the Kimi, you have the CC. It's pure scaling. And maybe from Onic's point of view, because the game 1, the tempo is so slow, that's why they want to scale out the game. But from what I expect from Alter Ego is that they want to push the tempo. They want to dominate Onic from the early game. So I don't understand the Granger last week. I understand, but I don't think it's quite effective, yeah, I can say.
So the clear-cut mission of Alter Ego in game number 2, it wasn't quite clear, the win cons, as we'll unpack later on, because we do have to give it up for our player of the game, presented by official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE, and it goes to Kyrie on the Hayabusa.
Classic Kyrie performance, big game player as always, 4-2-2. Not really the greatest, not really the most dominant KDA out there, but you can see it in the game if you watch it closely. He's the last man standing. He's the one that's executing the backline and also finishing the job by from Onic. Even though they were down by quite a lot in the early game, this guy just takes the charge, just make it work for Onic.
Here's the player of the game highlights presented by the official tournament smartphone, the Samsung Galaxy S25 FE, where you can see in the early game, Alter Ego had more crowd control, so as I expected, they were trying to find more plays or make more things happen. But overall, I think now, Onic with some of the mechanical heroes like the Hayabusa, like the Harriet as well, they're able to actually have a bit more outplay potential. And I do feel that in some moments like this, Alter Ego kind of underestimated how far Onic are willing to go, right? They're able to Alter Ego can get moments like this, but then Onic are willing to oblige them in a team fight. They are more prepared to actually go for an all-out brawl. And you see that towards the end later on with Kyrie making the plays happen. But look, you can see there, Skylar, after shortly avoiding getting picked off, flickers forward. So you can see that the attitude has shifted quite a little bit. And despite the dangers and the pressure, especially in the late fights, you're seeing classic Onic team fights where it looks a bit shaky, but then towards the end, you see that dominant finish, especially when Kyrie is allowed to be on some of these playmaking heroes like the Hayabusa. So we might see towards the later games a bit more of an assassin priority for both teams.
Assassin priority and more so the Hayabusa priority. Like Aldo mentioned right before the drafts of game number 2 that the Hayabusa will be highly contested. I think expecting that something will definitely have to change in order to make sure that this Hayabusa doesn't either fall into the hands of Kyrie or even Yasuke.
Yeah, I'm still kind of stuck towards the Kagura pick, man. I know that there's a lot of things that the Kagura offer, especially now that I realize Dangerous Grass goes well with the Kagura, right?
Yeah.
And it's one of the few mid laners that, in a way, can secure objectives. You can zone out people and have that instant burst damage at level 4, but that instant burst damage comes with a price. It's a one-cycle hero. Once you don't have your ultimate, you're done. And this is a meta where constant DPS needs to be available for them in the mid laner. It feels like Alter Ego is playing a super ambitious draft, and they were able to execute it quite well in the early game. I was quite surprised with that. They layered the CC well, they layered the ultimate well, but yeah, at the end of the day, they're kind of playing with the timer because Kagura is less relevant in the late game.
But it's an Onic classic though. You make one mistake and they will punish you hard. That initiation in mid from Alec, the miss initiation, they capitalize on that very, 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 very nicely from Onic. But I agree with Shafin that Alter Ego's draft is not easy to execute. But the way Hijume plays, the Kagura is amazing. If you guys realize that, he usually trade his ult for Onyx resources before objectives so that Alter Ego can secure their objective. So yeah, it's a good one, but it's classic Onic. One mistakes, they will capitalize hard.
I think that might be the idea there because they feel like Dangerous Grass, Hijime and Kagura, and he knows how to play the hero quite well. Almost got a few pickoffs there, and even if he didn't, it was enough to zone, right? Because zoning is the name of the game here when you have that kind of damage. Maybe because they went with the Kagura, like you mentioned, Shevin, not a lot of quick cycles. They want to get a Granger to supplement the DPS.
Yeah, and that Kagura pick, man, it concedes something that Alter Ego is abusing throughout the playoffs, which is mid-prio. Ruby and Kagura, yes, you get the safety, but you don't really win it out in the damage turn, right? You're playing super safe. Like, I get the idea of making it harder for Kyrie in the side lanes to be able to not burst down Nino and also Arfi, but you forgot the Alter Ego feast on mid-prio.
So before we unpack the drafts a little bit further, we are going to throw it over to Alyssa for an interview.
Sudah segmen bersama Alisa. Ya di sini kita mau jalan-jalan nih, tapi Alisa sebelumnya mau dengar dulu Sonic mana suaranya? Wow. Alter Gems, jangan mau kalah. Alter Gems mana suaranya? Wow, pertarungan yang begitu sengit ya. Kita bisa melihat di Best of 7 ini tidak ada tim yang membiarkan mereka untuk kalah karena perebutan dari juara utama dari season 16 ini semakin panas. Tapi Alisa lihat-lihat di sini yang panas-panas bukan hanya pertandingan kita saja, tapi ada dua cinta yang membara juga. Kita akan masuk ke segmen Mpl Id dan guys di sini sudah ada yang pakai baju couple. Boleh berdiri nggak sih temenin Alisa? Cie, namanya siapa nih?
Aku Brian.
Aku Servia. Oke, ada Brian dan Servia nih. Kalian pacaran?
Ya.
Udah berapa lama? 1,5 tahun. 1,5 tahun. Kalian berdua penyuka MPL nih?
Suka banget dari awal ngikutin MPL.
Dari awal ngikutin MPL ya? Yang ngikutin dia ya? Kalau kamu ikutin tapi enggak dari awal? Oh gitu. Jadi lama-lama mengikuti juga ya? Kamu ngelihat hari ini Onic dan Alter Ego seperti apa nih?
Untuk pertandingannya seru banget sih untuk antara Onic sama Alter Ego. Paling berharap Alter Ego bisa menang lah, biar mencetak sejarah baru.
Wah, Alter Champ sejati nih ya berarti ya. Oke, kenapa kalau Onic bosen ya emangnya ya?
Iya, soalnya Onic udah dari season kemarin juara mulu, gantian lah. Yeah.
Gantian lah ya. Kalau Servia sendiri gimana harapan kamu nih? Dukung Onic. Jadi agak ada perdebatan ya di sini ya. Kalian sempat berantem nggak tuh? Enggak sih. Tapi Onic ya, gimana prediksi skornya menurut Servia? 4-3. 4-3. Oke, kita akan lihat ya apakah harapan Brian atau Servia yang terkabul. Enjoy MPL date-nya. Boleh dong kasih love-love-nya dulu ke kamera. Apipi, kalian berdua dong love-nya dong, nempel dong. Apipi, cie. Terima kasih lo telah malam mingguan di sini ya. Enjoy dan kita akan cari-cari lagi ya couple kita nih. Kayaknya ada yang pakai baju hijau-hijau di sini. Boleh gabung gak sih sama Alisa? Halo, boleh berdiri nih. Ya, kita mau salaman agak. Oke, namanya siapa?
Aku Alvin.
Aku Joy. Alvin dan Joy sudah berpacaran berapa lama nih?
Aku kemarin masuk ke 7 bulan.
7 bulan, masih magang ya pacarannya ya. Oke, kalian emang suka MPL date apa gimana nih?
Kita baru nonton sekali sih bareng dan aku baru 2 kali juga.
Oh baru 2 kali juga, sama kamu juga?
Aku baru pertama kali.
Baru pertama kali diajakin sama Ayang. Oke, terus gimana impression kamu pertama kali nonton MPL?
Seru banget nonton yang Grand Finals.
Seru banget ya, dukungnya siapa sih?
Aku ya, ini Grand Final atau tim-tim yang udah lu?
Oh, jadi kayaknya ini di sebelahku ada yang dukung tim-tim di luar ini ya. Aslinya siapa aslinya?
Yang kemarin kalah sih.
Oh, siapa itu?
EVOS.
Oh, EVOS fans ya. Cukup kecewa dan sedih?
Enggak juga sih, cuman soalnya kan EVOS sudah memberikan yang terbaik juga ya. Gak expect juga kalau bisa top 3 juga kan, tapi so far udah oke banget.
Makanya belinya Grand Final ya tiketnya hari ini ya. Oke, kalau kamu sendiri dukung siapa nih?
Aku dukung Alter Ego.
Dukung Alter Ego. Kalau yang hari ini berarti kamu dukung Alter Ego atau dukung Onic nih?
Aku Alter Ego juga sih.
Wow, Alter Ego banyak sekali ya di sini ya. Kenapa kamu begitu semangat mendukung Alter Ego nih?
Ya supaya sejarah baru juga sih.
cara baru juga ya, biar nggak itu-itu aja ya yang menang ya. Oke, baiklah, boleh dong love-love-nya nih, apipi-apipinya. Acie, apipi. Gemas sekali ya. Oke, terima kasih banyak, enjoy MPL Date ya. Kita akan cari-cari lagi mungkin pasangan-pasangan magang kita ya. Mungkinkah di sini ada yang punya pacar lagi dan kenapa tiba-tiba mati lampu gini? Lightingnya? Oke. Ini, loh, kok yang nyala cuman di spotlight kesini? Coba, aku boleh kenalan sedikit gak sih? Boleh berdiri nih? Namanya siapa kakak? Namanya siapa?
Octaviana.
Octaviani, kamu kesini sendirian aja?
Sama teman aku.
Sama temen kamu, oke. Temennya kemana nih? Kok di sini sendirian aja?
Toilet dulu.
Oh, lagi ke toilet dulu ya. Gimana nih kamu melihat Onic dan juga Alter Ego hari ini?
Sebetulnya aku kurang mengerti tapi tadi seru banget sih.
Oh my God, ada siapa ini? Teman siapa ini yang ada di sebelah Alisa? Boleh kita lihat siapakah ini temannya kah? Wow. Dengan siapa?
Halo, kenalin aku Bayu, teman-teman MPL. Oke, sebelumnya teman-teman MPL aku mohon dukungannya dan doanya. Hari ini aku mau kasih sesuatu yang spesial ke orang yang sangat spesial juga. Karena mudah-mudahan ini adalah satu kali seumur hidup yang aku lakuin. Dan aku pengen banget berkesan buat orang yang aku sayangin banget.
Wah, ini final boss MPL Date kita ya. Ada yang mau disampaikan Kak Bayu?
Oke, mungkin aku mau sampaikan, ini partnerku namanya Octaviana. Dia orang yang luar biasa. Mungkin tadi udah cerita sedikit, sebenarnya dia nggak ngerti. Tapi dia tetap semangat buat nemenin ke sini. Dan aku jadi belajar satu hal. Sebenarnya kalau cari partner tuh nggak harus yang sama. Tapi orang yang mau mengerti dan memahami hobi dari partnernya. Jadi kita bisa tetap selaras. Dan itu kenapa bikin aku jadi sangat-sangat yakin orang ini adalah orang yang paling baik dan orang yang paling cocok buat hidup aku. Dan mungkin buat Okta, ini dunia aku. Ini teman-teman aku, inilah orang-orangnya. Dan ini yang akan kamu temukan setiap hari. So, aku mau tanya satu hal buat kamu, tapi pegang dulu ini ya.
Oh my God, ada apa ini? MPL Arena, bersiaplah.
Octaviana, will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
Finally our MPL Date ada yang berlabuh ke pelaminan. Congratulations to Kak Bayu dan Octaviana. Boleh dong kita kasih tepuk tangan di MPL Arena. Malam hari ini begitu spesial ya. Teman hidup kita. Kak Okta, kamu expect gak hari ini akan dilamar di MPL Arena, disaksikan jutaan pasang mata dari seluruh Indonesia loh ini yang nonton kamu?
Jujur enggak sama sekali sih. Karena dari kemarin kan diajak ke sini. Dia nggak ngomong sih mau kemana gitu. Cuman ya tiba-tiba di sini aja. Oh sama sebetulnya kan kita emang udah tukeran cincin dari kemarin. Tapi tiba-tiba hari ini dia minta lagi cincinnya.
Oh.
Terus aku kayak kenapa?
Kenapa? Apakah jadinya kita akan putus?
Iya bingung banget ya tapi ini gak expect sama sekali.
Gak expect sama sekali, luar biasa. Boleh dong kita kasih tepuk tangan ya untuk pasangan kita hari ini. Tapi Alisa juga penasaran Kak Bayu, mengapa memilih MPL Arena nih sebagai tempat untuk melamar pasangan kekasih orang spesial kamu ini?
Oke, jadi pertama mungkin tadi yang seperti yang aku bilang, ini duniaku karena dari MPL aku belajar banyak banget sebetulnya. Walaupun aku sekarang udah kerja, Tapi kayak banyak inspirasi yang aku temukan dari MPL. Misalnya, emang aku kalau main MPL atau main Mobile Legends itu mungkin cuma tinggal 2 kali dalam seminggu, 3 kali. Tapi dari sekali aku main itu aku dapat banyak banget referensi, inspirasi karena kebetulan aku di dunia kreatif. Jadi dari warna, dari gameplay, dari strategi itu hal-hal yang menginspirasi aku untuk kerjaan aku. Itu pertama. Terus kedua juga kebetulan punya teman-teman yang luar biasa. Mau terima kasih juga buat Bang Oji, Profesor KB, dan semua teman-teman yang ngebantuin buat terjadinya hal ini. Thank you banget udah nyambungin ke teman-teman panitia MPL. Dan yang mostly paling terima kasih ke panitia MPL dan teman-teman semua. Berkat dari dukungan dan doa kalian, alhamdulillah bisa diterima oleh Octavian.
Alhamdulillah, dan kita doakan semoga lancar ya nanti sampai ke pelaminan. Sekali lagi boleh kita kasih tepuk tangan untuk ke Bayu dan ke Octaviana. Inilah awal grand final dari Mpl Id dan boleh dikasih lihat ke kamera. Boleh kita coba love meternya sekalian, boleh dong bikin love-love-nya. Apipi, apipi. Wah, walau hari ini begitu spesial dan kita akan lihat ya apakah di next season nanti mungkin sudah menikah atau ada lagi mungkin pasangan-pasangan yang melamar pasangannya di MPL Arena. So, malam hari ini yang begitu spesial akan kita kembalikan lagi ke para panelis. Silakan take it over.
Wow, congratulations! Woo! What's wrong, Shevin?
I was worried sick, man. Oh my God.
I was too, man. Oh boy, it all worked out though.
It all worked out. It all worked out. Because
Oh, good.
at first, when they asked her or who she was here with, she said, "I'm here with a friend."
We got kind of nervous.
And also not really the best facial expression.
Yeah.
Communicate joy.
But Coach Joe said maybe that she just has like a flat
Yeah.
Flat face, yeah.
face. A
Not
flat
as
face.
expressive.
Not as
not
expressive.
Oh.
Not to mention she's in front of everyone, right?
Yeah.
It's a massive crowd. I bet she was like, what is, because she said she wasn't familiar with MPL
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Mobile Legends. So she's like, what is going on here? Why is my man bringing a bouquet? What's going on?
But it all worked out in the end.
Congratulations, Bayu.
W man,
Bayu, you the
W
man.
Congrats.
Arashi's next.
Huh? I don't even have like a candidate, dude. I
Oh.
think it's gonna be quite a while before that happens.
Hey, for all of those Indonesian cosplayers, Arashi, he needs one.
Why cosplayers in particular?
Because
I mean,
you like cosplay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't mind it, but you're making it sound like I can only date cosplayers.
I mean, from the evidence, like the last girlfriend that you had.
Oh yeah, but the one before that was not a cosplayer. So it's 50-50.
Maybe. Maybe you forced her to cosplay.
What?
Never mind.
Well, it's 50-50.
50-50.
Like the situation right now.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, gotta sweep that real quick. All right.
Right out the way.
1-1 still between Alter Ego and Onic in the grand finals. What was the last thing we were talking about?
The Kakura.
Ah, yeah, the Kagura. So, hit or miss?
I mean, it's an L, so it's a miss.
So, miss for you. Hit or miss, Kagura pick?
I think it ended up being a miss because of what Onic were doing. So it wasn't actually exactly an idea that could not work, but Onic just had a workaround. Onic had a solution to it, and that's the nature of the game, right? Sometimes you bring up a curveball, and your opponent's like, hey, I saw that coming a mile away.
That's where I was kind of confused, but I guess Onic was spot on it or something. But usually, again, we talked about Alter Ego and the usual pattern, the way they draft, right? At least, they always have the jungler and the mid lane in the first phase. But then they waited until the second phase to pick the Kagura, and then it allowed Onic to ban a lot of these heroes. And speaking of banning, I don't know how to segue from banning and Galaxy Zone, but...
Well, you're gonna be banned from the Galaxy Zone if you don't have a
Ah,
Samsung device, bro.
there you
If you wanna get
go.
front row seats, you better bring the best device in the business. Bring the washing machines, right? Samsung.
Or the TVs.
All the TVs.
I have a Samsung TV at home.
Of course
You
you
should
do.
just bring it.
Of course you do.
Why did you say it like that?
No, because like, what else would you
Ah.
pick? Samsung. Dude, have you seen Samsung TVs?
I thought it was like a chef in angle.
God, come
No,
on.
I'm bringing my air conditioner.
Samsungs have aircon?
Yes.
At this
Oh,
point, they have almost everything. It's bigger than you might expect,
I just knew that.
but yes.
Anyway, speaking of big, the big battle of generations between the best of the beast. I guess that's what we're calling Lutfi and Nino right now. On one side, Lutfi as a young blood, he doesn't have as much experience behind him compared to Nino, who's been around for almost 10 seasons. I mean, granted, he has swapped in a lot of lanes, but what do you think about these two players, Coach Do, and how do they compare and differ?
I think they're quite similar in terms of gameplay because I think they both have the same job desk. When the team needs them to zone out the carries, they will do it. If the teams need them to zone out the junglers, they will do it. I think that's the meta of XP right now, right? And I think both of them, Lutfi and Nino, are the best to do it in Indonesia.
Preach. Well, right now though, you can see a stark contrast in the drafting phase though. Nino has been able to get some of his known heroes. Lutfi is trying to pick up scraps, man, for the most part. Fortunately, they were able to get him on the CC, like you
CC,
mentioned, Coach
yeah.
Phil, and it turns out to be a quite the impactful pick.
Yeah.
I think Lutfi, I'm not sure, man. Maybe I'm wrong, but Lutfi seems like he already shown all of his cards currently in the playoffs. While Nino, I'm not really sure if he's shown all of it yet after the Cho pick yesterday. Yes, he's known to play the Cho, but I mean, it's not really a meta pick per se too, right?
But remember, we're kind of stretching into an era or meta where a lot of people are saying that this is a meta for Nino. This was a meta built for Nino. Do you agree with this? Like, so whether or not it's meta or not meta, because of how flexible whatever is happening in the EX lane is, Nino can play a lot of these heroes.
It's because Nino started from fighter gold range, right? And
Yeah.
the hero before, when he started playing in MPL, is the hero that's meta now. Lapu Lapu, Yuzong, Benedetta. Although we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Cho, too. Yeah, Nino was the Cho player too, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so when you say, and when he transitioned to XP, he picked up new hero that he can play. The CC, the Arlet, the Uranus. So yeah, I think when people say that this meta is built for Nino, yeah, I can agree with that.
And now going back to the question that I threw earlier on about the mid jungler pick for Alter Ego, is that something that they should go back to? Because it looks like it didn't work for them in game number 2 here.
Yeah, maybe they will try, if the Zusin is out, maybe they will try to pick the Kimi in their first rotation if their second pick, because they waited until third pick, right? But Onic snatched it up, picking the Kimi for themselves. So maybe they might try to do that, but yeah, we don't know. It's Alter Ego once again. Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like the adjustment in that game in the first phase was they kind of overreacted on a Hayabusa pick, right? I think I would have preferred if they pick or prioritize the mid prio first, because of the fact that there are so many heroes that they can utilize in the gold lane and also EXP lane. So the safety will come in the second phase, right?
For the side laners.
Yes.
Okay, because right now it looks like Onic are back on blue side. So Alter Ego have opted once again to be second pick. We're looking at the drafting phase now for game number 3 of the Grand Finals, presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. Will the Hayabusa be once again open, or will Alter Ego switch things up in the banning phase? So far, YSS Jushin once again banned out by Onic. We're looking at the Lapu Lapu ban once again in game number 2. Ooh, there it is. That's the change,
Yeah.
the Kimi ban.
Kimi ban. I think, yeah, they don't want, because the Zuxin is banned, so they don't have any trade, I can say, because they will for sure take the Kimi. Maybe Alter Ego is anticipating an Onic first pick Kimi, so yeah, let's see.
Now the Eve becomes a bit more prio, right, for both teams, because the fact that these 3 heroes are probably the most top 3 mid laner currently that we have in this patch. especially in this playoff meta. So I'm wonder if Onic will still bite on
Out
Hayabusa despite that.
sa 4-1 alter.
Yeah, still might. But it's funny how it's devolving into
So,
that,
nag-open
right?
kami mga tropa.
Green
Again
Fire,
guys, Onic and
or
Alter Ego.
fighters.
Congratulations
Now in
nga
the mid
pala
lane,
sa
hey,
Evil Esports.
choosing
Sila ang
high
kampiyon
or high ground.
ng
It's like
MPL Singapore Season
either
10.
or kind of.
Pinoy
By the way, I
natin
gotta
dyan,
ask,
sila
why the
Ben,
Esmeralda ban?
tsaka si Bitoy.
Alam ko si Coach Vito yun eh. Vito yun ang experience.
Baka siya nga, kaso pula yung pangalan eh.
But
Hindi siya
remember, this is
clickable.
specific
Baka
to
siya
Onic.
kasi walang masyadong
Because I think
baka yun
to be
nga.
honest,
Pero congratulations
Sapphire
again,
also banned
Evil
Esmeralda against
Esports
Navi.
at sa Alter
They-
Ego.
they-
Tingnan
I
natin
think
kung
4 games
kakayanin nga
for
ba.
Esmeralda.
Paano ka tinalo yung
They just don't want to
tinalo yung SRG yung
face
wala
the
yung
flexibility of Esmeralda,
yung mga
right?
mountain
Because
yun.
if you
Ilan
want to
bang
play
slot sa
marksman,
MY?
and also it's the only fighter gold lane that
O, dalawa naman
Skylar
pala eh.
plays.
Oh, there you go.
Or isa tapos isang wildcard. Dalawa tapos may
Yeah,
wildcard.
he plays for Beach.
I think it's not
Pwede
as
na.
impressive as the Esmeralda, yeah.
That's fair.
Pero ito nga, Hayabusa.
Also,
Para
it's,
sa Onic ID,
Alter
first
Ego
pick ulit para kay
is
Kyrie.
super,
Tapos
you know, they like
sinunggaban
used to do
kagad
units,
ang
right?
Lancelot
So that's
Gatot.
why maybe the leading matchup does not work well against Esmeralda. But looking at the first two picks here, Puchaldo.
Sa mga magpapa-shoutout guys, share nyo muna yung live stream natin. Make sure na naka-public po yan.
And
Kung ayaw
I
nyo, di
think
nyo.
Suns will be looking at
Rekti,
his
delay ata
maybe,
yung
or
natin.
Farsha, or maybe
Yung
just
source
answer
natin.
The roamer, maybe Grok.
You know, this Valir can work so
Diba?
well here. I'm just saying, there seems to be other potential.
Ano kasi Korean
Do you think they're gonna show up? Coach though.
I'm actually a big fan of the Lilia because in the meta of two fighters, Lilia is so
GG
annoying,
ulit.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, look at Alter Ego just answering to the CC pick with the
Kung
Uranus.
sakaling
So
kahit
wherever
sabihin
the
natin,
CC goes, the CC
gold
goes,
Chichi
the
to.
Uranus will go
Hirapan
there.
nata sila sa Uranus. Tas
And now
gatot
there's
pa.
an
Dahil yung
opportunity
problema.
now, though,
Kailangan nyo
for
atang
Onic to ban out
mag-gold ulit
heroes like the Farsa and
na
the
ano,
Valentina.
marksman.
Yeah.
Ben, nag-champion na si Ben.
Valentina seems to
Pag-itno.
be one of the best heroes that he's
Saan ba? Saan bang team si Ben?
has used so far. But they are kind of lacking.
Pero
in damage,
amateur,
so
di ba?
they
Parang
have
hindi
to
ko naman
trust
ano eh.
they wanna work with Valentina with picking up
Alam ko, ano yan eh.
additional marksman
Dating
for
kampo nila.
Army. The Rangers
Si
will
Bear
put the
pala,
Hammers still
EXO.
open, so
Ayun.
maybe both
Yung
teams,
Bitoy?
they want to fight that battle again in the gold lane.
Yeah. I think if you're Alter Ego, you wanna
sabi ni
pick
Sagit
the
mo.
Harriet for
Sa Bear
because
Esports?
it's a good matchup too against the CC because you can outscale, you can hide the CC all the way, and
Alam
so
mo,
the
Mansag,
CC will have a hard time. Oh, and it's get bad. It get
Yeah.
they know it's a hard time for the CC. Wherever the CC goes, if there's Harriet
Right,
and
hindi
Uranus,
Onic
it's
yung
a hard
nagban ng
matchup.
Harit. Dalawang beses na ginagamit yung Skylar.
Feel ko magkano to.
All three goals,
Ayan, ayan.
no? And they're trying to
Gold Chichi na talaga.
all these heroes that can kind
Eh
of
di kailangan
trade
nila ng pang-connect sa
for
Eve kung
periods
sakali.
like the Hylos with the constant
Oo,
zone
mas bayuso.
advantage. They're trying to use
Or
potentially
next
the
pick
Uranus
kasi
to
Alter
zone out
Ego.
the back
Di ba
right here, right?
possible
And
na
for
yung
CC,
AE ang
no
kumuha
strength
na ano.
available.
Kasi ginagawa nila itong gold Uranus eh.
Pwede naman. Kaso
Yeah,
nga lang,
and,
hindi
and
ako
I think
sapat yung Lancelot.
I see where Cypher's going with the ban because they want to
Ay,
win up
oo.
in the mid prio.
Or
and they're
baka
banning
maglunok sila
Hylos and
sa mid.
Grok.
Kaso wala pa rin silang
It's a
pambasag.
very good matchup against the Gatot.
Pure team fight lang.
It's still the same. It's
Ban eh.
prio mid for Alter Ego.
Still the same story now as
Pero
we're
wala pa kasing
awaiting
pang
the
dito
last
to.
ban
Kahit nga
from
mag-game.
Onic. That ban is going to be
Mag-gold.
denying
Mag-gold
giveaways
data,
from
mag-gold match na
Pino.
nata eh.
That's the overthinking
Dami nilang
from
front
the
line,
Uranus,
sayang.
man. You never know. It could go in the gold lane.
Oh, it's
Ruby
a good
good?
matchup against the CC.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So hindi ba hirap bumasag yan?
So Alter Ego needs to pick. I mean, they picked the Kakura in the first or in the second game, so you can't really rule out the mid laner to be some sort of utility for Hijime, mainly the Valentina, just safely. But I'm still not a fan of that. Alter Ego really needs to
Onic.
play with the momentum and also
Pasok
be
kay
super aggressive in early game if they want to make it work. Because the scaling is definitely on
Hindi naman
Onic's side
masyadong hirap
currently
sa
with the Eve and also the
laning ko
CC.
kay ano.
And yeah,
Chocolate ba?
having the Lancelot instead of
They
Hayabusa
are-
is also a harder skill, I might say. Because
Ibe.
Hayabusa,
Yata
you connect
okay
the
yung
shadow, you can
ano yan.
all in, but
Hilda?
Lancelot,
Okay.
intricate, I can say. And that's the Hilda for the Lancelot. I think
So Chichi Gold nga talaga.
His job desk this game is only mirroring the Lancelot.
Yeah.
And the Alice.
Oh,
Oh, it's a CC
that is
gold lane.
nasty.
Okay.
This is a Hilda in
Puro
broken
ano,
walls as
puro
well.
team
So
fight
fast
nangyayari
mobility,
dito.
You can expect T-Boy to be very aggressive in the early
Puro
game
bugbugan to.
against the Lancelot. Seeing this,
Dito.
Alter Ego, what's
Walang
the
basagan.
answer?
I think it's only Lunox, no? It's either Lunox or you pull out the Lilia Chismic, I don't know, but because if you
Valentina?
don't take the Lunox, I don't think you have enough shred for the front line, for the CC, for the Hilda, for the Alice.
Yeah.
Feeling ko
It's also
kasi
safe
walang
in a way.
pang-DPS
Yeah, in a way.
Nahihirapan sila
Cancel
eh.
out the shadow kills and
Ang
all
dami
that.
mong kailangang anuhan.
So see what the option Ultrigo goes for.
Or
Wala
if
silang
they wanna go
pang-poke.
insane, yeah, they just go Valentina and
Parsa?
take the big ults from Onic and just keep fight them.
Wanna go Selena for mid prio?
Valentina.
Ang pangit.
Parang no choice yung pick nila.
Alright.
Quick
Pangit.
predictions.
Onic ako dito.
Arashi,
Kung bugbugan
for
lang
you?
ano,
I think
Wala, Onic ako dito, pre.
Onic din ako dito. Kung bugbugan lang, kung suntukan lang guys. Bekti, ano tayo? Omega tayo. Ay, Onic tayo.
Omega, hoy! Onic.
Prediction lang namin yan guys ha. Kung ayaw nyo ng prediction namin, pasensya na po. Kami tao lang. Ba't Onic ka dito pero 4-0 alter
Hindi
ego
ako
ka?
nag-desisyon naman kasi nun eh.
4-0 alter
Si
ego ka.
Derek Jeff Subang nag-desisyon nun eh.
Sige, balik mo na, right ni.
Tagal ni Reg.
We haven't really seen him play that
Guys,
Alice.
help the stream by sharing the live guys. Kanya na po yung QR code dyan. Para mamura-mura nyo na si
so
Sagit.
much, man. They, I think, really went through all their plans throughout that short break. Plan A,
Shop your
Plan
MPL look
C.
available at The Armory.
Let's see
Shopee.ph/The Armory.
can be
Guys,
executed
is kanya yan
in the
guys.
game
Maraming
because
mga
so far the
discount yan
series
guys.
has gone through
Ang dami
that
dyan
draft,
guys.
Whatever.
Dikit-dikit
It's about the in-game execution.
And into the game we go. Game 3 of Onic against Alter Ego in this best of 7 grand final of Mpl Id season 16. And Mlbb with the Alice.
Diba kung titingnan mo lang, wala namang masyadong pambasag pareho eh. Kaso kung bugbugan lang talaga. O kaya, speaking of sustain, kala ko kanina walang papatay sa Uranus. Pero, kung pag-compare mo, wala din papat. Mas mahirapan pa kamo yung Alter Ego kasi walang papatay sa Anis, walang papatay sa
Ang mayroon kasi yun kasi walang papatay sa hilit eh. Hindi ko doon sila pinakamahirapan. Unless hindi ka tulad ng sa may ano, sa may Onic. Meron kasi silang give.
Wait, they
Ayun,
still
walang
want to
cash.
go for Yasuke. Gets first
Hala?
blood. It's Alec.
Sige boy pa na first blood, sila pa yung nalugi.
Lethal still
Onic.
for Kai.
Totoo yun talaga.
And it's Ultrigo who walk out with a win.
Mahirap ka.
Alter Ego
Si
were able
Skylar
to
nga hindi na
measure
kailangan
their
mag-vengeance.
limits in that
Sprint na
fight,
lang.
that skirmish.
Siguro
They
para
kept
kay
on waiting, they kept on
mahabol si Yuzuki or
lingering around and they
si
wanted
Jume.
to
Yun
go
na
in
naman
for
ang
more.
magiging
Thankfully
target niya
for
dito
Alex,
eh.
he got the final blow
Itong
on
gold din.
towards Keyboy still.
Baliwan lang yan.
A slight
Magkakapatayan.
loss, but again, it's
Kahit
not
yung
the
top lane niya,
worst
wala
of
magkakapatayan eh.
Lalo yung top, ito pwede pa to eh. Pwede pa
Fire over
mag-outplay
the
din yan.
shred from the CC is insane. And now we talk about
Pero yung ano, mahirap na.
the main
Kawawa si
concern
Ijume.
that Aldo had in the draft.
Si Jume ang mapapanish dito.
Ijume.
Pipresent siya.
Oh!
Anong ginagawa sa kanya?
Eh, daya kasi ng Eve eh.
Layo ng range
Yeah, he's
eh.
hovering around, man. He
Outreach
knows that he
na
can flick
outreach
her in
talaga.
forward.
Kahit si Alec, hirap siya eh. Hindi pa pinauwi. Aray ko. Tapos pipresent ka uli.
is losing so much. Chan's gonna
Next
cancel
turn yan,
again.
kawawa
He
Alter Ego.
cancels it again. This is exactly
Sila yung
what
missing
Alter
Diamond
Ego did to
Gratis
BTR
15
in the
Diamond
upper
D.
brackets. Match
Go
number one,
fake
number
star.
one, I
What
believe.
line?
It was with the Hayabusa as well.
no, no.
Keyboy.
Kiboy na naman.
He baits out a little bit of time, so Yasuki
Pero kung
will
third
be
na lang
late
kapalit,
into
I
it.
think
It's
okay ka na rin
down to
siguro
Shadow
doon.
Kill.
Pero Shadow Kill yung nagamit and Kyrie!
And quad shadows out. That looked really close. RWM. No AOG to play with.
Underdog.
Now thrown a ruin as well.
Underdog. Bugbugan nga.
Bugbugan yun. Imposible
He
hindi
finally bearing
mabugbugan
the
yun.
fruits of his own labor. 1v1 down bottom, Skylar has.
Si Skylar pa na
Ball.
buwa.
He
Ayaw kung merong
close by.
ulti si ano,
It's still not
RPO
level
pa rin sa
or
kanya.
just yet.
Kung ikaw si
1v1.
Jume, ang pinakamagandang
Skylar is
ano
gonna be
dito.
okay.
Tali.
Walks away too.
Tali
And
na.
I brought
Or-
this
Ulti ni ano, Gagi?
talking about the draft.
Sans?
So why is
Ulti.
Sans so brave?
Pwede, kasi dalawa naman yung dash niya eh.
Lancelot. Turns out it's all about the poke.
Oh man, the quad
Oh,
shadow
level 3 pa rin si Jume. Kawawa si Jume.
It's the back who is.
Nahirapan
Keyboy
ang soda.
wins and flicker forward from Sans. Look,
Si
P.
Jume ang
Looking for the
mapapanish.
chase. Now has
Ayun
thrown a
na.
ruin.
Titiran
It's
pa.
Keyboy with the target forward.
Ito na naman,
Forces
Keyboy.
Puncture and
Ikaw na
four
naman.
rows.
Yan.
Can he escape? He's in the bush. Dino able to pick up the kill. Over on
Di
Keyboy.
daw,
who's
di daw,
now
di daw
Di daw
Over,
magka,
zero,
di daw anda.
three,
Pero
and
kita ko
zero,
na
but
kasi
it's
pag
still
ganyan yung
value
Wala.
on it. Yasuke
Alam mo na yan.
Bugbugan eh.
canceled again.
Kasi pag ganyan, kailangan mo, uy, Gogi.
Yung ano, mga hero na wala nag-i-scale.
It's
Oh.
all about stalling
Di ba di
off
ba ganyan kasi
the
kailangan mo
different power
ano yung
spikes going. And Onic.
gana yung
That
jungler
was
mo,
very
kailangan
good,
yung gumawa ng
Rose
space.
dodge coming into Kazuke. If not, he would be a dead
Lawang
man
si
walking.
Skylar.
Honest
Kaya-
prediction by GoPay still favors Onyx
Hindi siya
60%.
nakakuha ng gold eh.
And
Kahit
again,
yung
with
gold
the
clip,
siege,
hindi
look
niya
out
natatay.
for Alec.
Oh, shadow kill to the
I like the final
AOG.
blow.
Pag
Popped
nag-AOG
in
ka ba
time,
doon,
but
masusunod
Keyboy
ka siya.
and
Shadow
Kai
kill.
were on double time.
Again,
Kaya
so much
ata si
pressure
Kylie
with
pwede
the
atang pang Sky
Hayabusa
Piercer.
in the hill.
Pwede,
There's so
pwede
much
ko
mobility,
mag-slow.
moving quick and close and fast too. And with this Alice in
Level
the
6 si
fray,
Sans. Level
Ultra
4 si
Eagle needs to be
Jume.
careful of a
Aray ko.
certain combo that's gonna wait
Di
for
ba
that
lugi?
RWM into a 3-man Thorn Ruin. It's gonna be very scary, especially when you have the CC too. Third call.
Tinali.
Damage. Again, the poke is so good. And Onic, they can also
Guys,
play
saglit
front to
lang
back
naman
if they want
cooldown
to. Yep, they even the CC. Push back Ultra
13
Ego.
kasi Kairi,
Make
oh.
them think about going in
Di ba
and going
13-12?
out. And once you think about it,
Lose yung isa eh.
to the dive, if your frontliners are all shred down, you have to be wary. And Alter Ego, their problem is that
Next turtle.
they have that shred.
Pantay yung gold. Pero 6 kills sa loob ng 4 minutes.
4-8. They want to go for the shred.
Balance.
But now it's a Valentina,
Oo.
so it's all about just playing behind the
Yung
ultimate.
kay Hijum
Hijum
nga,
has
213.
the RWM. It's a turtle dance. In
2
minute
wins,
4.
13 lose.
1,000
Pero
gold before the Sky
RWM yung
Kings.
inagaw dito ni Hijumi ha. So dalawang chessboard yung makikita natin. Ludwig!
Now throw to Ruin. Immobilizing more! Kai with the Rectory battles. Keyboys in the back line. Yasuki with the puncture out of Skyler. Gets the kill on
Di ba
RP
lugi,
and Lutpi is sticking a Hijume under turret. It's the yo-yos
Alam-
of Skyler.
Now it makes sense kung bakit
Double kill.
213
Shredded by the
yung
shadow
Valentina
kill.
ni
And a
Hijumi.
quad shadow on him. Lutpi's the one who gets the kill. What's some execution into
Pwede siguro
Keyboy
mag-under
Sans
kung
taking a turret shot.
first lord.
And Onic
Hindi, yung
are
first lord.
running around
Tapos
in
agad.
a rampage. On a rampage.
Yun nga lang.
And the Sky Kings
Feel ko
finally
to,
smiling
mag-over to,
from
pero one-sided
above.
lang yung Onic lang yung
Alter
ano.
Ego.
Onic lang yung papatay.
That might just
Wala naman
be
kasi pampatay itong
an
Hijum eh.
overextension too. Take a look at the replay.
Wala,
The
sobrang
Samsung
feeling ko
Galaxy
hindi
S25
okay yung
FE,
ano,
a very good
yung
four-man
Valentina pick.
corner brew, and Keyboy basically cuts
Kahit sabihin mo may
Yasuke out of the
RWM ka
spike.
na pwedeng
Alec
maagaw.
wanted to re-engage with the AOG, but the main targets are
Hindi,
all
hindi talaga
deleted.
maganda
They have so
Hindi ko trip
many
yung
gap
hindi ko trip yung
closes
Valentina
into
pick.
getting
Mas
the main
pipiliin ko
targets
si
of
ano dyan,
Alter
pre.
Ego.
Parso
You
dyan
have the
naman.
Hilda with the
Yung
movement
mga
speed.
213 yung
You have
ano
the
niya.
Alice with the orb.
Yung
You
stats
can
niya
always
sa
jump into the back and
Valentina.
Kyrie obviously with the quad shadow. Can always isolate. Alter
Pasigaw naman mga caster, sabi ni Angelet Erebe.
Safety. Yep. Because you
Oy!
have to move around. But then again, you die twice. It's
Oy!
very,
Shoutout
very
kay Julimar,
for Alter
tumol
Ego.
ba?
And for the first time, Mirko, in the
Ano?
series,
Tumol.
we have Onic
Tumol
leading
ba?
with a 3.8K
Tumol
gold
kasi
lead.
tumol
No
ba?
longer a close game.
Shoutout kay Mark,
a give and
Human
take, right?
Barcelona.
Human na yan eh.
Alright, I'll be safer in
Sabi ni Sebastian Dantes, Onic mananalo dyan.
Onic talaga to.
Sila Gag Onic
He's
PH.
like, alright, I'm going to dominate the laning phase. Now curtain call and the RWM. Enough to
Blowing
force out
one
the
first
flicker.
item
That's
ni
worth it.
Hijumi. Good
Two
item
ultimates
choice.
on low cooldown.
4K gold lead ka agad sa loob ng
Compared to
6
the
minutes.
flicker.
Possible
And the
mag-under.
gold grab taken by
Pag ano
Saunders.
lang, one-sided.
Ito, pag ano, nakuha to ng Onic lang di sila nag-contest.
Go bigger by the minute. Look at
Shoutout
where Lutfi
bossing.
is. It's got
May sharer badge ka na ba?
Wala, pag wala, wag pa
Rossi
shoutout.
still
Shoutout kay Mark Christian Omega. Championship na to, Mark Kane.
The
Escape yun sila sa Kyrie, pre.
Ayun o.
More time now.
Unang
RP
stock.
trying to
Ayun lang!
translate it over
Unang
to
stock.
the
Tapos ang
wave.
ano palaro, feel
But
ko.
Kai gets a
Unang
Sky
stock.
Piercer stack on the Hayabusa.
Hindi pa pa ulti.
Di ba makatalon? Grabe lang ka.
Flickers
Nabangon.
forward, gets the read on him.
Aware siya,
And
alam
it's a
niya, alam
free
niya din.
turret down below. Yasuke cutting in a 2-2 of Onic space, but Onic are getting all the trades. That's
First
the
Lord, no?
final
Sabihin natin
turtle of
bago
the game.
mag-First
Perfect
Lord.
for Onic.
Papasabog
Game
na
is
nila.
all about
Basag
the
lahat
void
ng ano.
blast from Sans. Look at the damage
Tas
he's able to
pasabog
do.
na.
The front to back is insane. And there goes the quad shadow.
With the
Ganda talaga
RWM
yung ginawa.
sending through
Yung laro
Nino.
ni Sans, pre.
RP trying to cut away right now.
Oh, this, uh,
Kaso malalim na yan. Malalim na yan.
Getting the current call.
Kaso, shadow kill ulit. Sabay sa lace lang.
Shadow kill over to Hijume.
Tapos si ano,
How
Yasuke
crazy
naman
are you,
to.
Kai? Alright, not that crazy.
He's
Hindi
not
mo naglalaro
that
ni
crazy.
Yupi.
He is calculated. Lutfi and Yazuke juking it out up top. And there are a lot of options.
Pinaisa lang pala, guys. Pinauna lang yung Alter Ego.
Kawawa na naman yung prediction ko. Kupal kasi na director.
Pinauna lang yung Alter Ego.
Gluing into his
Paki
back.
up pa yung direction.
Lutfi
Yung
is just
Baba siya,
pursuit
ibaba siya,
of
ibaba siya.
Yazuke has no mana.
Hindi niyan, kapwa Pinoy mo si Kyrie, hindi mo sinusuporta.
Lala. Pain na naman.
Suzuki is going to be forced to back away in the jungle. Yeah, but it won't happen. 10 stacks on the Sky Piercer for Hayabusa.
Kyrie pa
Kyrie
rin.
feeling
Namatay ba yung
confident.
Hayabusa ni Kyrie ng game 2?
Look at that.
Nakalim
damage
yun
item
din,
from
no? Wala siyang death sa
Keyboy.
Hayabusa.
Fury Hammer. Extra damage.
Pero feel ko kung hindi to, ano, Valentina, over to eh.
This time around.
Makakalaban sila eh.
Siguro mga parsa. Pini ko nga parsa mas okay eh. Kasi kahit pa paano, makakadepensa. Tsaka hindi ka lugi ng ano.
Save.
Early ng save.
Kasi may lipad ka naman eh.
Oo.
By Samsung Galaxy S25 FE.
Nahirapan siya kasi
65%
short range lang tong Valentina
That
eh.
is without a reason. That is not without a reason, excuse me.
And
Real-time victory rate, 35%
this
pa
is
sa
what
Alter Ego eh.
we've come accustomed to
Wala.
in the meta.
EA
Right? The
lang.
last two games were the anomalies. How close it
Hindi na nga
was
makalaban yung ano.
towards the mid game.
May
Now we
nag-shadow
really
kill
see
si
that
Kyrie.
snowball come through.
Yes.
Alter Ego do have pretty good scaling with the Uranus, but it's more of like sustained scaling.
Kiboy nga
They're
nagpapata...
all in over to Skyler.
Ganda na. Ganda niya.
He has the vengeance still. Oh no, he brought the sprint. Oh, Dawn of Run!
Survive pa.
From Ludpay!
Nabuhay pa si Skylar.
And he lives with 1 HP!
Nabuhay pa si Skylar dun.
Hijume next on the chopping block,
Disaster
already
talaga.
falling 3
Hindi talaga kaya
members
na
left.
Yung AOG ni Alex puro pa-out na lang. Nabot pa si
Kyrie on a
Skylar.
killing spree, goes in for the shadow kill, and it's yet another
Papasabugin.
20 stacks for that Sky Piercer on Kyrie.
Alter Ego,
papasabugin niya dito.
all the three faces unmasked by the Sky Kings. 12-3, 9.1k gold lead. It's mounting bigger than ever. And Skylar with the damage.
Pinaisa lang yung Alter Ego. Ganun ba?
Sarap lang yung prediction ko.
Oh, San's cutting away now.
Patay pa kasi yun. Patay pa kasi yun, Suzuki.
But the peel was there.
Nanggigigil
San's
na
got
siya
the flicker
Suzuki.
round in time,
Di
and
kaya,
now
di kaya.
Onic look
Bigyan niya
to
yung ISS,
pop
pre.
the holy
Hindi
shield.
bibigyan niya yung ISS
For the
yan.
first
Walang
time in this
respect yan.
series, it feels like there's a distinction
Sumabog pa yung
between
gitna.
the gods, the Sky Kings, and Alter
Yun nga lang,
Ego,
walang
the
flicker
ones
si,
chasing the crown, the ones looking to etch their
Lutfi.
names into
So,
the
hindi naman
history
siguro
books of Mpl
na-dive in to.
ID.
Ganda na performance si
Onic
Lutfi
once
ngayon.
again shows there are levels to this game.
Kung sakali, finals sa MVP.
Kyrie na yan, imposible na naman yan.
Yan
Yan naman sila eh.
Malay mo, i-bias na naman.
Yan naman sila eh.
Hindi, sa bagay, Indonesia na naman yung si Kyrie.
Because there is a turret.
Artista na
This
nila
wave
yan
is
eh.
gonna crash. At
Or,
the same time,
ano ba, kung sakaling hindi si Kyrie, Skylar?
Has to not pop
Sans?
that holy defense. Will there be a play on WM?
Throne of Ruin to the back line
Actually,
right now.
ganda rin
RP
performance
caught in
ni
it as they go for the all-in, but Amafedit is able to buy in a lot more time. That's Kai, unstoppable.
Patay si Kiboy.
Ludpay still
Pero,
into the team fight.
kalahati pa
Going
yung
the
buhay
blink
ng Lord.
again over to Dino. Sound still
Pwede-
dealing a lot of
pwede
damage.
pilit.
Skylar does it as well.
Hindi na.
Up top, down below, waves held down by the wave of Alter Ego.
May ano pa eh, may tali pa si Skylar eh.
Is wide open, but the wave has been cleared out. Yazuke in a
Di
heroic
yata,
play.
pipilit,
Heroic
may
attempt,
ano, shadow
Kyrie!
Shadow kill inside of the base. He has the quad shadow to escape, but Alter Ego sustained through Nino. Very, very low. Gets away in
pa
time.
nga.
Hijume steals the Throne of Ruin, but I don't think he want to be that close to Onic.
Man, I was
Pero,
shivering
signs of life,
because Kyrie
next game
popped the
na.
shadow kill right into the
Hindi
fountain
mo
of the
mahanapan
blaze
ng
of
comeback yung
Alter
Alter Ego.
Had he not been quick with
How
the
to
quad
comeback
shadow
out.
reposition, he would be
Nasobrahan sila sa ano.
And now Onic take over second engage.
Sans with the real world manipulation to cancel the Idol
Tapos,
Fed
di na kailangan
Flicker.
doon.
A puncture back from Yazuki, but it gets caught by Sans again.
Wala, di pa rin.
Ludpay with a
Tapos,
blink in
tapos.
backwards. Dino
Hindi
counter
na
quad
daron
shadow
to.
and Kyrie gets a double Hijume. Forced
Nag-under
back
pa, no?
cage
Akala na, ano,
in
over
his
na.
own fountain.
Bitten around in his own backyard, and
Matay pa si
Onic
Sans.
are gonna be the ones to close this game.
Ano
The
pa pala sila
crystal
lahat?
is gonna falter.
Ano lang oh, point pa, ay hindi.
And that's
26 yun, 26, 26.
2-1, the lead
And that's
is
it, mga
the
sir.
best of 7.
Binalagbag, ginawang bata. Ginawang rank game ng Onic ID yung laban nila kontra Alter Ego. Di ko man lang nakitaan ng chance na maka-comeback yung Alter Ego. Kala mo MG or Mythic versus Epic yung naglalaro?
We didn't account for that mid gap.
Yeah.
Dapwise, wala eh, feeling ko nasobraan sa sustain.
Wala, ang walang dami. Feeling ko hindi okay naman sa sustain eh. Pangit din
that?
siguro yung mage nila. Yung mage kasi nila, Sans.
Cocky na.
Eh, Sans kasi may ano eh, may damage eh.
O kaya Alter Ego, ano lang, lunok sa...
Para sa,
okay, lunok.
para sa ata mga para sa
Lunok para sa...
Cryo is just so hard to achieve.
Pero yun nga mga tropa, mamaya babalik kami sa game number 4
But the Yi,
ng ating
man,
Grand
the
Finals.
Suns,
Game 5 tapos
Brother
na.
Sans,
Ganyan
rather.
performance na.
with the insta pokes, constant pokes, just pushing around Alter Ego in the back.
Did you see the Sans RWM to
Cancel.
deny the I'm offended flicker from RP that ended up being them getting cooked in the base? Oh man, that reaction from Gila Sans. At this point, he's not Gila anymore. That's just Sans, you know? It's crazy how many times he can do that, like consistently. The stability of this man.
And in the playoffs, Sans has been quite humane. He has been quite mortal,
Yeah.
right? There hasn't really been a Gila Sans moment in the playoffs, but today he shows up in the biggest stage, in the biggest moment where he needs to be, where he needs to show why he is Gila Sans with the Yves. We thought he was a bit too naive picking up the Yves against the Gatot against so many possibilities where he could be dove upon, the Lancelot, the Ruby too. But it wasn't about the RWM, it was about the poke, the constant pushbacks. That cancel is too good. And then you have on top of you a Thorn of Ruin. AOG's cancelled. So many attempts from Alter Ego to execute their skills just cancelled by Onyx control.
They're right in front of the gates, realize. Right in front of the gates to carving their names into history. But what do you do when the final bosses stand there keeping the gates safe, gatekeeping them from making it?
The Guardians of the Gate stand tall. Panelists, will the gate be broken?
Okay, after game number 3, I'm convinced that the Hayabusa has got to go.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's not just about the Hayabusa, man. I feel like Alter Ego, the way they drafted, it feels like, again, in game number 2, it was so-so, as Coach Do would put it. The early game is not really that good either, and they want to play early game because late game, they are cooked.
Yeah.
Absolutely cooked.
And I think I understand the Ruby pick against the CC because you want to punish Ruby because Ruby has a lot of CC to CC the CC.
Yeah, we get it, we get it.
Yes, yes. But then the jungler and the mid is Lancelot and Valentina. I don't see a way that they can punish the CC that way. Because I was expecting the Uranus to go wherever the CC goes, but then they pick the Ruby, so I'm kind of confused to be honest. But I can see, but I think Onyx draft is way much more easier to execute because you just Thorn of Ruins, go in, and CC cleanup, Haya cleanup, Yif poke, Hilda just go run around, backline, so yeah, it's much easier comp. Alter Ego comp is so hard to pull off.
That's why even before the game began, when I asked you guys your predictions, all of you guys went for Onyx draft.
Yeah.
So the question is, what's going on with Alter Ego's draft then, right? Are they more used to being on blue side? Is that their more comfortable side? Because they won most of their games against Egos on blue, not red.
I think they do a lot better when they can dictate, because like Coach Do mentioned, right now blue side gets to dictate generally how the draft starts and how it's gonna go, right? I think Alter Ego have been trying to react more, try to use their flexibility to kind of accommodate these crazy picks from the side of Onic. But I feel like now it's quite clear that at this point, when both teams are also somewhat flexible and they have their own strong suits, it's better to have your own style and try and force your opponents to react to you instead. Like we mentioned for a while now, every season, the team with the more proactive approach has the initiative, right? They have a chance to surprise their opposition. So I feel like Alter Ego, at least for now, should try and try that approach. Fortunately, it's a best of 7, so there is time to try things out.
Yeah, we're 1 game away, I believe, from match point. So there is still a chance for Alter Ego here. Either they go for a swap of sides, they refurbish the drafts in the first phase as well. It feels a little weird for me because, I don't know, as Des host, I want to throw it to you guys, right? Lapu Lapu and Esmeralda are 2 heroes that usually Alter Ego can utilize to their benefit. Either they use it to flex, because obviously Arfi can use it, Nino can use it, but for the past 3 games, we've been seeing those 2 being banned out. Is that restricting the movement of Alter Ego?
I think in some way, yes. I agree with you, Eterna, because because the Lapu and the Esmeralda is heroes that maybe just Lapu because Esmeralda, Alter Ego, it's not so much they use it so much, but yeah, the Lapu is. To be honest, I don't know why it's banned. The Esmeralda ban, yeah, I understand because it's Skylar best fighter, but in this game he showed he can play CC too, so
yeah,
it just gave him more headache as a coach draft.
So the side lanes have been so open now, honestly, and it has also paved the way and the freedom for Kyrie to really have mid control and also facilitate the player of the game, presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE on the Eve. 3-1-12 KD, he was only taken down once, and you can see, like, no matter what we're talking about, there's a reason why we're not too focused on Onic, and the reason behind that is give them whatever heroes, give them whatever drafts. So far, they've still been okay in that execution. And given a draft that's winning now, especially in this 3rd game, you could see what Sans was able to do on the Eve.
I mean, yeah, he got a good draft as well, man. You can see from the itemization and also the emblem take, right? He's going for Inspire for more cooldown. Normally, it gets a lot of dive if you want to go Tenacity, right? But it's only Yazuki. Literally, he only has to watch for Yazuki. The Ice Queen one, the Arcane Boots, that shows that Sans he has a lot of confidence to stay alive, right? And once it got to the mid game, he got more, I guess, confidence to go for an early Wishing Lantern 2, which further boosts his damage.
Yeah, again, I do agree, Trina. Onic doing great with good picks. You know, that's no surprise, man. That's an old article from a couple years back.
That's standard.
It's a recurring piece of media. So we don't highlight it too much. That's the reason why. But Suns definitely stood out a little bit more when it comes to flashy plays. Because Kyrie on the Hayabusa, same deal, right? He's gonna perform well, crazy mechanics, crazy decision making. But Suns though, stuff like this, the reads, the reaction time, I think that's why a lot of our votes, well, the majority of the votes went for Suns here. Because even later on, in front of the base, there was that final ditch effort by Arfi to try and catch him, and he was on point with the ultimate to deny it. So this guy's reaction time is just so good.
I think Suns this game really does his job really well. I think at this moment before he popped the real world RWP,
RWM.
RWM,
Here.
RWM.
Right there, RWM.
This one. He's still on point, man. Ever since his jungling days, his mechanics is still on point, and up until now, maybe his 10th season? He's from season 6?
Yeah.
And still on point. Crazy player, gila Suns.
Staying at the same level.
Being around, man.
I just realized one of the itemization that Kyrie goes for is the brute force breastplate. So in a way, he's not available too for Yazuke and also Arfi. And also the fact that Ruby punishes Hayabusa a lot, right? This is why the Ruby was picked super early in the draft for Alter Ego Esports. But now with the stacks that's coming from brute force breastplate, the CC, the crowd control that's supplied by the Ruby will be lessened.
It's valuable,
Right?
Yeah.
And also the cooldown reduction is valuable as a Hayabusa, right?
Don't forget the movement speed.
Yep.
In a game like this, he was chasing.
He was. But that's a very smart itemization from Kyrie because their team is winning. He also have stacks in the Sky Piercer.
Exactly.
So he can build more defensive so that he don't die. And also more cooldowns, more shadows, more ults. So yeah, it's very smart.
And it's great for Kyrie as well that Onyx composition he doesn't have to do too much to start things off, right? Because of the composition being so proper front to back, two very strong front lines, long range with the Eve, DPS from the CC as well, and general safety because Aldrich has a lot of burst but not a lot of DPS. So Onyx can just play slow front to back and Kyrie can pick and choose when to go in. This is the situation where Yazuke actually found himself when he was able to win so many of those games on the Hayabusa.
Something's got to change. Something's got to change.
For sure.
Or this might look like a 4-1 for Onic. Do you think Alter Ego are okay?
I don't think so. I think they gotta stop overreacting to the Hayabusa pick, man. Because in game number 1, they gave away what? Lancelot to Kyrie, Farsight to Suns, Grok to Keyboy, and Harith to Skylar, and they were A-okay. Play your game a bit more than reacting to your opponent. And that might be the change that they needed. Maybe blue side benefits Alter Ego more after this game.
But at this point, it's all mostly on Coach Zephyr then.
Yeah. Because back again, why game 1 works because they have the Hayabusa, they have the mid control. They can roam around and get kills. As a Lancelot, it's much more harder. It requires more skill because you need the minions to do so, to deal more damage. But as a Hayabusa, you just can go in, ult, go out, get a kill. So yeah, it's more of an execution battle. And since Onyx draft has been much more easier because of the Hayabusa, that's why they've been winning.
From your perspective, especially as a coach, what do you think is happening in Zephyr's mind right now?
I've been there before, and what I can say is just dizzy, maybe.
Dizzy.
Because you've been planning. Of course, if it's the game of your life, it's a grand final. I think if for me, I cannot sleep.
Oh.
I cannot sleep. My mind is like always thinking like maybe it's on overdrive. So thinking or what should we play, what they will play, and everything. So yeah.
Right now, let's talk to Bude Clara Mongstar with this interview beforehand.
Judo ditambah player sejati dari Mobile Legends Min Sitar ada Bang Jo Taslim. Aduh, langsung pada heboh Bang Jo di sini. Datang ke sini Bang Jo.
Ya,
Baru pertama kah ke MPL?
Baru pertama kali, betul.
Gimana experience-nya?
Seru banget ya. Euforia, anak semua pencinta gamer Mobile Legends khususnya. Dan mendukung timnya masing-masing dengan sangat loyal, sangat-sangat membuat aku merasa terinspirasi.
Oh,
Sangat-sangat ya. Keren banget, kalian semua keren banget sih. Karena sebagai seorang gamer, ngelihat komunitas gamer Indonesia begitu berkembang sangat pesat, aku jadi ikut happy.
jadi sekarang memang pertama yang paling utama itu bukan aktor lagi ya denger-denger ya Bude ya?
Kayaknya kalau spend waktu lebih banyak gaming dibanding acting kayaknya.
Oh acting nomor
Kayaknya
2?
sih, kalau gaming tuh bisa, ya kalau belum dimarahin belum berhenti gitu.
Waduh. Tapi kan ya diselang kesibukan, main film juga, syuting iklan, dan banyak hal lainnya itu memang selalu menyisipkan main game.
Ya, dimulai pada saat COVID ya. Jadi kita semua ngumpul karantina. Aku dulu main gamenya apa aja aku mainin. Tapi ya ponakan-ponakan ngajakin main Mobile Legends, memperkenalkan Mobile Legends.
Karta Slim?
Karta Slim, terus ponakanku yang lain. Jadi kita karantina bareng main Mobile Legends. Jadi walaupun dunia pada satu lagi susah, tapi kita selalu happy di dalam rumah.
Bersatu, menyatu dari sebuah game. Dan keterusan nih kayaknya sampai sekarang.
Sampai sekarang sangat-sangat keterusan.
Saat-saat keterusan, Bude denger, ini bukan gamers biasa loh. Bang Joy ini masuk ke dalam ranking dunia.
Ya, Minsitar, top global 34 sekarang.
Wow, top global ke-34 Minsitar. Bentar. Kenapa Minsitar?
Aku dulu main Johnson, terus main Akai, sempat main ke mid juga pakai Zas. Nyobain beberapa lah, tapi pada saat nyobain Minsitar tuh karena aku suka crowd control ya. Aku nggak begitu kalau main game tuh aku nggak begitu nyari kill sih. Aku pokoknya support teman supaya teman bisa menang, jadi initiate war, nyari posisi gimana war itu menguntungkan buat kita. Dan Minsitar punya ulti itu kan crowd controlnya bagus tuh. Jadi teman-teman kayak lawan-lawan yang jago-jago ngelak, jago-jago lincah-lincah itu kan kalau pada saat kita masuk ulti yang tepat, kayak Hayabusa nih misalkan lagi nyerang, kalau aku ulti dia udah nggak bisa kemana-mana gitu. Lancelot segala macam, jadi banyak ketemu core-core yang jago, Minsitar tuh somehow bisa neutralize orang-orang yang jago ngelak. Jadi teman-teman kita bisa enak menang gitu.
Yang licin-licin, berarti sebenarnya cocok nggak sih ini Minsitar dipakai di Grand Final?
Ya harusnya dipakai sih, cuman kayaknya jarang ada yang pakai tuh hero kayaknya. Tapi mungkin someday di final atau kejuaraan berikutnya ada yang pakai.
Harapan besar ya, karena secinta itu sama Minsitar ya.
That's my favorite hero. Karena mungkin juga banyak yang bilang Minsitar tuh nyebelin gitu ya. Tapi kalau aku kan aku kan selalu bawa Petrify ya. Jadi Minsitar tuh kan somehow 5 kali tusukan itu kan dia stun kan. Jadi kalau bawa Petrify, kalau nangkep 2 atau 3 orang, berarti kita dapat stun 2 kali gitu.
Nambah
jadi
lagi.
potensi menang untuk war teman-teman tuh lebih besar gitu.
Udah pasti nggak bisa gerak, udah di King's Calling, ke Petrify. Mending lepas handphonenya kalau ketemu Bang Jo di sini.
Cuman emang tantangannya nariknya harus dapat. Dan karena Minsitar kan nariknya ketahuan tuh, nggak kayak Franco tuh. Minsitar sudah ada indikatornya, jadi nariknya harus kita prediksi dia kemana gitu. Itu yang susah sih.
Oke, Bang Jo, setelah ini Bude yakin banget ini super fans yang lagi nonton di rumah, yang ada di sini, pasti nanti pada push rank Minsitar. Biasanya mereka terinspirasi juga, apalagi udah dikasih kisi-kisi gitu. Tapi kalau ngeliat dari match ini, ada nggak sih, pengen nggak sih ada player yang pakai Minsitar?
Kayaknya Kiboy cocok nih pakai Minsitar.
Boy, saatnya Boy. Coach Adi, ini nih sudah di request, tapi...
Someday siapa tahu kan di revamp atau skillnya jadi lebih bagus atau lebih kuat. Mungkin sekarang nggak meta ya, tapi someday mungkin.
Tapi memang ini kedua coach suka hero unik-unik kok. Jadi bisa jadi nih dipakai karena hero-heronya kan juga lagi hero-hero assassin. Tadi Hayabusa muncul, Lancelot muncul, cocok loh.
Iya, tapi tadi nonton kan babak 1, 2, ketiga kan berasa banget tim yang punya Hayabusa menang kan. Pada saat Alter Ego punya Hayabusa dia menang. Hayabusa diambil, dimenang sama Kairi pakai Hayabusa keren banget 2 kali menang. Jadi faktor Hayabusanya besar. Tapi kalau ada Minsitar, Hayabusanya lagi shadow nge-kill gitu udah nggak bisa kabur.
Pokoknya kalau ngobrol sama Bang Jo, ngobrolin dia tuh pokoknya Minsitar nomor 1. Nggak ada yang lain karena sudah coba segala macam hero, kliknya Minsitar. Dan berarti
Selalu.
Bang Jo, role-nya Rom dong?
Kadang-kadang Rom, kadang XP. Tapi selalu build-nya selalu build support.
Support sejati. Tapi kalau di sini Bang Jo, Bude penasaran, apakah memang mensupport salah satu tim atau memang lagi menikmati saja?
Aku menikmati pastinya, mencintai Mobile Legends dan aku bilang dua tim sangat-sangat bermain sangat baik. Aku rasa emang faktor siapa yang blunder itu ya yang bisa bikin timnya kalah. Tapi aku rasa pertandingan masih panjang ya, masih 2-1 dan aku rasa siapapun yang bisa tim yang lebih fokus pasti bisa menang.
Boleh dong langsung nih Bang Jo, mungkin buat super fans di sini atau buat tim-tim yang bertanding, kata-kata penutupan dari Bang Jo, kita pengen denger nih semangat dari Bang Jo untuk kita semua.
Untuk teman-teman gamer dan teman-teman yang lagi bertanding sekarang semangat terus. Karena gaming ini bukan hanya sekedar hiburan lagi. Dan juga sekarang udah bisa sangat-sangat bisa berkarir, jadi masa depan juga bisa cerah. Dan lebih penting lagi gaming juga membuat kita lebih positif. Dan kita juga lebih, karena aku orang betah di rumah ya. Aku jadi untuk orang anak-anak yang betah di rumah nggak usah kelayapan main game sama teman-teman masih bisa terkoneksi. Masih bisa berkumpul di dalam dunia game dan itu menurut aku sangat-sangat indah.
Sangat indah, tapi kira-kira siapa yang akan mendapatkan kemenangan terindah nih Bang Jo, Onic atau Alter Ego?
Yang terbaik yang menang.
Yang terbaik yang menang. Inilah dia, boleh kasih tepuk tangan sekali lagi untuk Bang Jo. Top global Pinsitar. Gak boleh dilupakan, tapi kita gak boleh lupa juga bahwa pertandingan Grand Final masih akan berlanjut. Pertarungan antara Onic dan Alter Ego akan berlangsung, jadi mari kita lemparkan kepada para panelis yang bertugas. Monggo, thank you Bang Jo.
Thank you so much, Bude, with that interview with Joe Taslim. For those of you guys who do not recognize him, he's actually a big celebrity in Indonesia. He's a famous actor.
Action star.
Action star. Huge. Humongous.
Yeah.
He started growing from the Raid, I believe. That's
Oh,
when he
yeah.
first raised to popularity. You know, we were doubting the global Minsitar, and then he was dropping knowledge bombs. Even Coach Do was like, I didn't know that. Wow. I was skeptical though. And then he said, hey guys, when he was encouraging the next generation, he said, it's cool that you can game, you can connect with your friends from home. I know he was legit right there, man.
Yeah.
That was the moment I'm like, it's a real one.
Can't believe he's here.
What?
It's
can't
so
believe
weird.
he's here.
It feels natural.
Man, like I saw one of his contents in the Instagram feed, right? I immediately think he gotta be capping, man. He's like big time international actor. You know, someone else might be playing for him. But again, the nail in the coffin on what he said that made me convinced that he actually played that account is, I'm playing a support Minsitar. That is, for all the ranked game players out there, do not use damage Minsitar as a roamer, right?
So it's kind of personal, man. He's been on the...
I'm a solo player.
I know.
So I know the best.
A little trauma dumping PTSD over
Okay,
here. It's fine. You're good, you're good, you're good.
It's a PSA from Shevin, guys. Do not go damage, all right?
But it
Got it.
really shows how much growth the MPL scene, especially in Indonesia, has come. Especially yesterday, we saw a few actors as well come up on stage, you know, promote their new movie, and now we have Joe Taslim in the building. It's crazy to see. I hope esports goes higher from this point forward.
Amen.
Yeah. More growth means bigger, better tournaments. Hopefully more international opportunities for us as well.
And hopefully better pay to...
I was thinking more support for like the pro players out there who have not yet been reached, but yes.
We need support
Thank
too,
you.
though.
Okay.
We need support too, though.
That's true. We're here from the morning. No, I'm kidding. Okay, let's go back to
Getting a bit too real.
the game. Let's go back to the game. So the last thing we touched on were the drafts coming in from Alter Ego. What to do? What's to do?
I think the best way to start is to try to pick the blue side now. Because,
Okay.
Because
So you agree with blue
because,
side?
because after losing 2 games, you wanna freshen up the mood. You wanna try new things. I mean not try new things, but you wanna try new things in the drafts, like new ideas. So yeah, because the 2 games it's been dead end. Onic took the Hayabusa, and yeah, you just lost, and you lost very badly, I might say.
11 minutes. It was an 11-minute game for game at number 3, and at this point, I think they need a little supplement.
Yeah.
Right? I think they need something to help them perform better, and I think it's Good Day. Right? Bring out the
Coach
Good
O.
Day.
Right there.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, Good
That
Day is a ready-to-drink coffee, boys and girls, launching a special edition in collaboration with MPL. Right now, they are holding the avocado mochaccino,
No,
I believe.
Avocado delight.
Oh, avocado delight.
Absolutely delightful.
Just try one sip, one sip.
I have acid reflux.
Oh,
Don't kill me.
Never mind.
I feel bad for you because you're missing out.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's
Yeah, I'm
super good.
You don't want to call an ambulance in the panel desk here.
I have acid reflux and I still drink Good Day.
Really?
That's how good it is.
Yep.
Can't miss it.
Shouldn't do that. But
Don't take medical advice from Eterna, guys.
Yeah, don't. I'm not a doctor. Anyways, if you guys buy Good Day special edition with Mobile Legends from the nearest mini market or store, you guys can find a unique code behind the packaging label. So let's gacha this, boys. Arashi?
nope, unlucky.
Again?
Not yet.
We've been here like what, fifth? This is our 5th day, right?
Yeah, I got a voucher from Doritos though.
That's true. You
But
got lucky with your Ritos.
Good Day, not yet.
What about you, Chef? Any luck behind the packaging?
Oh my god, I suck at opening this.
All my friends have been getting lucky with Good Day though.
I don't.
Oh!
You got it?
No,
Dude, what the heck, man?
Bro, I was so excited for you.
I like trolling.
Why would you do that?
Clearly. But Nino doesn't want to troll here, boys and girls. Sorry, Ko, I let you down again. Up until the point where we saw in the interview yesterday against Evos as they were able to get that victory in the lower bracket finals, Ko Delwyn finally said the words, "Good job." The journey, the feels, the emotions, running ever so high. And I'm not even an Alter champ, and I'm supporting Alter Ego today just because of that interview alone.
For sure, man. It's a very moving interview. He's like the main character, man. He's gone through so many arcs. Like, you can have like 3 seasons at least of Nino's rise and fall and return, you know, all that.
Nino Shippuden?
People are slandering Nino. Man.
Nino Next Generation?
Sabar, you know, the comms and everything.
Yeah.
His fighter goat lane, his goat lane era, and now he's become like Captain Nino now. It's such a good story arc, yeah. I understand that.
That's so commendable that he had these nicknames and he just rolled with it. He's like, yeah,
Yep.
I did say sorry, I did say sabar, you know, it's all good. And laughs with it.
Yeah.
Just brings all that positivity, no negative emotions, and just kept
bad
entertaining
blood.
us while still working towards, you know, his legacy. That's so admirable, dude.
I mean, it's not just Nino and Alter Ego players as well, right? The Ultra Champs, probably one of the best fan bases that we know in ID.
Yeah.
Losses or wins, they always celebrate. And I think all the Ultra Champs that's coming in the Grand Finals right now, even if they lose against Onic, they're still having a good time.
Yeah.
They qualified to M7. 5 long years, Eterna.
It's crazy. 5 years. Can you imagine that? Supporting a team that never wins?
And imagine the other champs in tennis indoor. Oh, that will be amazing.
Oh, brother.
I can already feel the situation, the
Yes.
environment, the electrifying roars
Cheers.
already from now. But boys and girls, we are going ahead to game number 4. Let's take a look at the random map draw. And it's going to be Dangerous Grass again.
Three times now.
Yeah, the 3rd time we're going to get Dangerous Grass, and the main difference that we're going to be looking at is the fact that Alter Ego now are on blue side. Let's see how this impacts the draft, especially in the first phases. You heard it from Joe Taslim as well in the interview. The Hayabusa seems to be a problem. This is the draft phase presented by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. Will Onic ban the Hayabusa here?
I guess they might not. No, it's Steve. The Coach Bam was saying as well, every series has its own thing. Seems to be the Hayabusa for now in this match. But for Alter Ego, they have a chance here to kind of make a move. And now we can really see how far ahead is Onic, right? Because if you were winning on the because of the Hayabusa, in theory you should be troubleshooting in case Alter Ego take that strength away from you. Let's see the response here from Coach Adi.
I think Onic will pick the CCN keep.
Yeah.
I think because they banned out the Zuxin, they banned out the Eve. They don't want any trades in the mid lane. They want to win the mid lane. So let's see.
I think the CC will be even more valuable earlier because Alter Ego they picked the Hayabusa, right? And one of the reasons why
Wow.
the Hayabusa, no, not the Harith and also the Esmeralda is banned is to make Skylar limited on heroes. And Onic, the only gold lane that's not available for Hayabusa at the first, it's only the CC.
Finally, with a strong trio mid from Alter Ego. The Haya fast dragon is very strong, and yeah, it's all for sure. It's Lancelot Kyrie. Right. And again, let's see if hopefully Alter Ego will win.
Hindi kasi nagsasalita sa Tokwa, pili ko, ito na yun eh. So yun nga ba, guys?
Gotta ask Coach, following
Welcome
up
back.
on Araki's statement
Oh,
earlier on in the
22.5
draft,
lang.
what would be the right way or the proper way to shut down this Hayabusa?
Di ba ano yan?
Hindi kasi nakita ko yung assassin oh.
For me,
Di ba money hack yan?
either you play
Bugan yan ah.
the utility jungler, so just
Bugan yan ah.
wanna control and don't let the Hayabusa snowball.
Guys, sa mga gusto magpa-shoutout, share
you
nyo
can
lang po
win
yung
the
live stream
objectives, and you
natin.
can also
Again,
win rotation.
best of 7 po yung laban natin.
Or just play
Kailangan pa
like
ng
heroes,
dalawang
but
panalo
once
ng
again,
Onic
still,
ID
it's
para
the
sila
trio
yung
mid,
maging
because
grand
Hayabusa
champions natin.
helps the trio
And
mid
current
to win outright
drop.
because he can help the
ganda na sa
midman so
AD,
easily.
Okay, it looks like Onic are looking
Hayabusa
at a
drop
different
para sa
approach.
mga pangtapos.
Either way,
Pangtapusan
Ruby
yan eh
gets
sa
back
bawat role.
Because back then, if
Victory
you
sa
have the
bawat
Ruby
role,
and you have the
diba?
Haya,
Sa
CC will
jungle,
have the hard time.
Hayabusa,
So Onic is acknowledging that, and maybe
Wala pang
another
Eve.
Uranus bend.
Diba? Etong Kimi, kawawa naman niya sa para sa pag
They want
napok
to
yan.
leave the CC.
Kung ikaw yung Onic, gusto mo parang ba
Plus, it also helps the Lancelot.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Now, for Alter Ego, good call, Coach Aldo. Now,
You must be a coach.
Yeah.
probably.
To play this game.
I wonder if
Venus
Alter Ego
will be
wants to
back,
win the
mga
Yuzhong,
sir.
because Ludwig is also a notorious Yuzhong user.
Tanggalan ng XP
he
dahil
does
wala
well
na din
against
yung
the Farsa.
Ruby, Lapo,
It
and
also
Esme.
complements the Lancelot's
And
objective secure
As
potential,
usual,
right?
But if they ban
wala
the
pa rin YSS.
Yuzhong,
Ayaw talaga ibigay ng
Onic might be
ID.
looking at a potential Alice maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Hindi na
potential
para
Alice again. It's a LCC again
magpa-ego
with
drop
Kimi
pa.
and Lance, which is a very strong
Hindi, ito rin. Championship pa.
combo.
Arte ka pa ba?
Win here for the side of all
Magandang hero tanggalin kay
You
Luke.
do wonder what
Dragon
how
na,
do they
open
want
paint
to
Dragon.
elevate the tempo even more.
Bibigay mo ba yan?
That means the
Barca
Yuzhong
eh. Kailangan na
still very valuable, can
Inopen
zone
yung
out
Dragon,
the
hindi
jungle,
magda-Dragon
and in
tong
this
Onic.
case, Sans again on the Kimi, quite vulnerable.
Yeah.
But here Onic has the first move. This is why it gets a bit
Wala nang
tricky
hero
for
eh, wala
all
nang
three
pang
though.
XP.
So my big question is now for the gold lane,
O baka
are
iniisip
Alter
ng
Ego gonna
EE
use
na
a
XP
conventional
tong Chichi, ganun ba?
marksman?
binigay nila yung
I mean,
dragon
Harris
ata
is
sa
banned out
atin,
now,
sa
so do you think Arc will go
Baka
and
gusto
fall
nilang
back to a fighter?
Ooh.
Especially now,
Ay, oo,
we
parang
see that the
kawawa
Kalea
talaga.
is brought in by Onic.
Hindi, okay lang.
And this is what I like about Onyx draft, right? Because they're
Basta
hiding
hindi
the
ka
CC
mauunahan.
where she's going by
Dragon
picking the
ano?
Kalea first. So for me, I think it's either a Purify Marksman
Fighter
or just go
Dragon
head on
yata.
with the double fighter for Alter Ego, because
Makes sense.
I think a Uranus
Mas okay yata yan.
and an Alice maybe, I don't know, but
Kahit sino mabuhat ng
but
Kalei,
I think if they do that,
kadaling
Onyx will
mabubuhos.
just
At the same
pick
time, meron
Yuzong
silang
right?
grab.
So maybe they will deny pick the Yuzong. But I think it's hard to, because they have the Kalea to punish the Yuzong. So it's a little bit tricky for Alter Ego, but let's see
Oh,
what
but
they pick.
Yuzong,
Because I'm
Angela.
expecting the Yuzong pick
XP.
or a Uranus pick for Nino.
Uranus is banned, though.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Uranus is banned, yeah.
I want to show goal.
Yeah, it's the Yuzong and the Granger.
Okay din.
It's a Purify gold pick.
Magandang drop nila.
Oo.
On the Granger here.
22.5.
Now with a lot more of a dangerous
Hindi naman.
trio mid.
Open pa ba?
By all means, there are
Nag-open ko yun,
opportunities
22.5.
for Yazuki to try and get some
Tingin mo.
kills like we saw in game number 1.
Kahit sahod mo lagay mo na doon. Paparating mo sa
Do they feel like that's enough to deter both the Yuzhong and the Hayabusa?
Alice.
They go for the Alice too.
Alice.
Sabagay, para medyo mahirapan nga
I
si
think
Chum
it's
eh, tsaka si...
this is draft is more 50-50 this
Yeah.
game, yeah, for sure. Because
Arf.
Onyx needs the execution with Alice and the CC and the Lance
Gatot,
and Kalea.
gatot.
But
Ay, ano,
Alter Ego,
Kalea. Tapos, Chichi Gold,
Alter Ego ako this time.
Alter Ego din ako. Ang ganda eh. First three pa lang eh. Tapos,
Hindi,
dinagdagan
kahit
mo,
yung... Ano ba to? Gumagana ba to?
dinagdagan mo pa ng Dragon.
Ano ba to?
Kay Sagit siguro, kay ano, RJ. Tapos dinagdagan mo pa ng Dragon. Okay din yung Granger eh. Wala namang masyadong makunat sa side ng ano, Onic ID. Pero yun nga, guys, ang prediction ng mga tropahan.
Come back. We're throwing it
Watch
over
party
to
lamang
our
po ito,
caster.
hindi po kami caster. Share nyo na yung live stream natin, guys, sa mga gusto sumali sa ating
Series
group chat.
point from
Huwag
tournament
na kayo
point
mahiya,
one.
scan nyo lang po
Game
yung
away.
QR code.
From
Nag-close ka
again,
agad.
protecting their divinity up in the skies. Onic is pushing Alter Ego to their limits. But what are their limits? It's game number 3 of Onic against Alter Ego.
At this point, Alter Ego will have to push through their own limits. They cannot play within their comfort and within the conditions that have won them games before. They need to dig deep up against such an overwhelming foe in Onic. Again, a 2-1 lead. And like the panel said, they actually did like the Alter Ego lineup a bit better. But I think for Onic, hard execution, difficult execution is still pretty easy for them. That's the thing now.
And that's why they're the comfort picks, right? The Harris, and you see a few Farsas here and there. Again, early pressure. And Coach Go actually mentioned the pressure from Onic is so strong.
Again, look at that with the Purify in the mid lane. You're so easy.
Nagwala na.
As a target for Kai. Minions were
there.
Alec
Pata mo
in
magkakawa. Charge mahirap pa yung Suzuki makukuha pa.
Kai! Oh no!
Sana pero okay lang yun. Okay na yun.
Oh no, Alter Ego.
Okay ka na dun.
With a 0-2 start to the game.
It's very bad for Onic, rather for Alter Ego, excuse me. Sure, they do have some sort of stealing.
Bibisikan nyo na lang yan eh. Kumbaga, hindi nyo na kailangan ng ano dyan, hindi nyo na kailangan kumandilan deep eh.
Sa nangyaring, ano na yun, parang first turtle, mahirapan sila.
The same. As of now, Alter Ego, they concede to.
Ganda na nangyari na yun para sa Onic ha. Kung ikaw yung Onic, yun yung mga gusto mong moment eh. Na umpisa pa lang mahirapan mo na, mapahirapan mo na itong Alter Ego sa drop nila.
With the tech charge.
And Purify pala yung pinili ni Hijumi. Even pala si RP. So, kung ikaw si Kyrie, sobrang dali nga para sa ito.
Again over to Hijumi. 2-0 start for Kyrie mid-prio.
Kaya tilted to si
Kyrie 2-0-1. Aray ko, buti di ka tumaya ng ano dyan. Ng under dyan. Ay, ng over dyan.
Di ba ano to? Di ba tilted na si Hijumi? Kasi ganito rin yung nangyari sa kanya kanina, di ba? Di ba kailangan mag-ingat ka na? Siya yung lagi nadadali pag early. Same scenario. Level 5 si Sans, level 3 pa lang si Hijumi.
Hindi ko masyadong greedy kanina. To the point na hindi nila inisip kung nasa si Kyrie.
Wala naman kayong flicker eh. Mga Purify pareho yung core niya.
Was late on the red tree. Azuke is still able to claim it for himself.
4-1 nga, sir. 4-1.
Needless to say, this is an amazing, phenomenal start for Onic. T-Boy has an Ami Slam. That's a block without tectonic charge. Just getting leveled up right as he was in the air. And now it's 3 kills to Kyrie. Kizuki with the quad shadow on the feather airstrike.
Pinirmahan ka agad ni Kyrie.
Ganda ng pagkakapatay yun sa mid.
They're losing Prio in mid.
Ano na, Purify? Hindi. Feel ko kay Hijumi na yun kasi Purify ka lang, tapos ganun katanga, no?
Lalim mo. Expected mo naman Lancelot, tapos may minion wave na hilera sa'yo.
The shadow kill doing no damage. That's giving the barrier and a tech charge as well, but Mpl
Kaso nagamit yung wall charge, nagamit yung flicker.
They're outplaying Alter Ego. That's a petrifying and furious dive, but it is an Alice. So much CC. Oh, no damage. Onic out-sustaining Alter Ego. 3v2. A feather airstrike takes Kiboy down.
Si Kiboy lang.
But it's a roll traded for the next mid laner and Kyrie in the mid lane. Having a feast on that turret. They're gonna get
3 minutes, basag yung ano?
Hindi naman.
Look, stun. He can get out.
Grabe si Lutfi.
I thought they're gonna kill
Grabe si Lutfi.
for a moment there, but
Lutfi
is overextending.
Wow, no, he's not.
He's surviving.
Perfectly calculated is what the term is realized. A 3,000 gold lead. A rover traded it for an XP laner and a turret mid.
Sobra naman lamang niya sa...
And he knows his limits. And his limits are... He has no limits with his Alice.
Apektado to, kahit si Alfie. Sobrang taba ni Kyrie.
Out-sustaining like you said.
Papasukan at papasukan.
Purify ka lang.
Purify ka lang.
Whatever he likes. Look at where Alter Ego are pandered to.
Kahit si Lutfi, papasukin kayo yun.
Because they know they have lost.
And mas lalong mahihirapan kamo yung Alter Ego considering na ang aga na basag ng gitna. Ang aga kayo ma-invade.
Wala pa kang 5 minutes, basag na yung mid lane eh, di ba?
Sobrang pangit ang pagkakamatay ni Hijumi sa early.
By Lutfi. And I think the only silver lining now for Alter Ego is waiting for RP to scale. T-Boy might get close, iconic charge.
Wala na, hindi na nag-uusap-usap to. Nawala na yung ko.
Kahit yung top lane, nawalan sayang. Ganda pa naman ang mga performance ni Nino yung sa hero na yan.
Hijumi kailangan niya mag-step up ha. Sa pagganto pa rin yung performance niya ng M7.
On a Granger, you need a snowball. You need to go for those Sky Piercer
Kailangan
stacks.
hindi makakayang
Still picked up Sky Piercer despite the team going down. Immobilization and the traction pulsars! That was a solo kill! No help needed
Sinolo kill yung ano, pre.
Fine, I'll do it by myself. And San solo kills RV.
Gold lane.
With only a glowing one
First build pa niya ano, pre. First build pa ni RP, pre.
Posible kaya ito mag-over, one-sided.
Pre, first build niya ano, pre. Tignan mo. Ni Granger.
Kay Piercer, kala niya mag-i-snowball kayo.
Is taken out.
Wala, apektado siya sa snowball ni Kyrie eh.
Talaga. Tapos purify ka lang. Kahit kasi sans lang eh. Kahit ata si Skylar, tayo ka lang ni Skylar eh.
Aray ko po kayo, Suki. Wala ka ng red, wala ka pang purple. Level 10 si Kyrie, level 7 yung Hayabusa. Wala siya mapag-farman. Ubus. Wala siya mapag-farman, no? Paano ka late game yan? Aasa kayo sa minion wave.
Hirap niya, nasa kayo kung natumanga yung ano, kalaban. Double damage.
Kaya nga di ba pinapasok lang sila ni Nino, ay ni Ludpi?
Isipin mo, third turtle pa lang to ha.
Dito ka ngayon makakita ng dragon na hindi kinakatakutan. Lambot eh, tingnan mo naman no.
Dragon CDR.
4 yung HP bar. Sobrang lambot, 4.
Parang support lang yun, no?
Bakunat pa nga si Kiboy. Same XP na nga sila ni Kiboy.
And contesting this. Is recalling in front of their faces.
He's getting healed by the bullets of RP. 6 minutes.
Look at him, he's not taking any damage, goes back in, builds it up again. If RP shoots a dead Sonata. Oh man, Keyboy with a Tsunami Slam into the burst down. Oh, not!
Di ba pwedeng ano eh?
Even a single chance!
Pwede hindi ka na kumuha ng ikatlong turtle.
Wala na yan. Bakit na yun?
Hindi nila pinakatakutan yung ano, yung dragon.
Immobilization on 3! And Kai gets the double!
My bad.
Onic running down Alter Ego.
Dragon.
Looking for this mid.
Nakita nila nag-dragon, pinasok pa
That was
nila
a 3-man Thorn of Ruin.
Holy shield. Wala silang pakialam sa dragon na yan.
Alter Ego. The Holy Shield not yet popped.
Wala.
But man, Lutpi.
Ayan na si RP may damage na, naka-dragon
and the tension built. This is by far the most dominant game we have in this series. 8-1, 7.5k gold lead with almost all structures outside of the base taken down. They're gonna go for the Lord to after
disaster
this.
na nangyari.
Grabe naman kasi first item ni Kiboy.
Because everyone
na yan.
is slowing in terms of gold. They're building all their needs.
Yung damage
it's
siya
nature.
Grabe ang kunat.
May yung second item ni Sans.
He needs extra safety,
Win
especially
chant kagad.
because again,
Nature
this
kagad.
Kimmy is quite susceptible.
Hindi mo alam kung
to down.
pero
Look at the shadow
walang
kill.
bawas yung ano.
Just to clear the
Shadow
wave, it
Iliad.
seems like Faction Pull doesn't reply.
Shadow lang.
Oh!
Shadow lang, walang kill.
Too far ahead as Keyboy is able to sustain
Wala
back
talaga
away.
silang daro.
That's Lutfi again with the mobilization, but we won't land on anyone.
Kaya
And
yung
Onic just
kay
say,
Piercer,
alright,
parang
that's a good trade for
nangingilite.
us. That's 2 ultimates for the price of 1, 2, 3, 4 from Alter
Pinaisa
Ego.
lang
Just
talaga.
RP
Binigyan lang ng isang panalo.
Ano lang, gentleman sweep na naman.
Was quite
Kaso
good, but
baliktad.
again,
Yung
Gentleman reverse sweep.
Yung una binigay sa Alter Ego. 5-0-1 Kyrie. Pag si Kyrie talaga hindi final sa Mlbb dito, dinuga talaga.
Bias na talaga.
Ginagawa ni Kyrie.
that's a dive. But he doesn't want to.
Realize, what do you do? I think right now I gotta answer your question.
Sabay Lord.
Man,
You want to rely on next game. That's, I'm sorry, but like,
Hindi pa nga sila naglo-Lord.
I'm looking at the angles
Papasabugin
right now.
lahat.
is it a holster?
unless Onic die 5-man or they make some big blunders, I really think it's
Ang
over.
hirap na yan.
Alter Ego, this is a 0-2
Ginagawa
major
talagang
with
bata yung
snipers. He's
Alter
got
Ego.
no damage
Parang
against the
rank
front
yun
line of
lang ginawa
Onic.
ng
And even if
Sky.
you suddenly get that
Parang
power
masokay
spike,
pa ata, ibus na
there's
kapasok pa.
heals coming down from Ludpi, Skylar, and Keyboy. Sans has a wind of
Pero that's
nature.
Lord.
They
Uncontested.
have put in layers to even when, if they blunder, they have those items to
Saan
back
ba
them
ang
up.
nito? Sa gitna o sa baba?
So much safety from Onic.
Gitna, gitna pa rin ba? Kahit sumabog na yung sa baba.
Extra shielding, extra
Bawasan
healing.
na tayo,
Hunter
bote.
strike for Skylar. Keyboy. Next
Yung
charge.
immune niya, pre! Touch niya, pre!
Grabe si Sim yun.
That's a 2-man, but into the back bracket from the Purify. RP
Patay,
assassinated
RP.
by Kyrie, who jumps in with the puncture
Gorillas kay
again.
Piercer, hindi
On a
nalagyan.
monster kill.
Hero.
And Nino, he's
Ano,
trying his
0-2.
darn best. He gets a shutdown on
0-3.
Sans.
0-2.
But now it's Yazuke with no ult, Hijume with no ult,
Sumabog pa
Alec
lang
as
nabawasan
well,
yung
up
load, pre.
against 4.
Gonna go in, pops the
Sobrang
holy
malas.
shield.
Hindi na mapatay-patay si
Slowly
Lupi.
Marching on the base, knocking on the doorsteps of Ultra Ego.
Yes, okay,
Dismantling the
pinakahirapan
Kyrie.
ako.
Thor rolls on point as
Wala
well.
dahil
Onyx
kay
still
yan, pre,
able
kay Hijum yan,
to
pre.
try to buy some time. Phantom execution
Putik na
cancel out.
kaya
It goes
yan.
in again.
Pangit
Skylar
kasi
picks up the
nangyari
kill. Now
kay Hijum.
Lord in the mid lane. Keyboy.
Magpapatay ng
forward.
early,
Cancel
nag-snowball
the
tuloy si
strike. Cancel the
Kyrie.
mortality buy for Keyboy as Yazuke clears out the wave.
Ginawa tuloy
No
silang
damage though.
bata.
Lutpi. Tsunami slam knocking him down. Still able to
Na
sustain
kailangan
again.
na
He has
ayusin ni
immortality, so
Jume
they
kung
can't
gusto
go with
nilang
target on him.
umabot na ng...
He'll finally fall, but it's just the immortalities. Onic look for the
Okay
end.
naman yung
Skylar
yun eh.
panning back. Yazuke having to go
Kapwestuhan
for
na
quad
talaga
channel back and
masyadong
forth.
ano,
Arfi
matapang
walking
na.
around. Look at Scott with the current call. Purifies out of it.
Gonna hold for quite some time. Mpl is going for the initiation. Nino is done.
Throne of Ruin
Naglalaro
on Nino. No
sila
damage
noon,
placed
guys.
already. Now it's gonna be the first down over to Lutpi.
Nako,
And Hijume
Critical
finally
pa si Kiboy.
gets
Hindi pa natapos.
kill in
Tumagal
the
pa.
game onto Lutpi. But it's still 2 base turrets and it's still a 10.8k gold lead.
Grabe nga si
Mpl
Skylar
has no
dito.
bounty to his name. So that's a kill without the extra gold they hold. Onic were juggling on whether or not they wanted to end the game. Obviously the waves did come, but Alter Ego, they have their spawn timers on their side. We'll try to hold for dear life, but I think this is it. It's over. Unless Onic create an insane blunder.
Tapos na ba?
An Alter Ego, man.
Next
They have to rely on the last game,
Napaisip
possibly
na yan, napaisip
Kyrie.
na yung Alter Ego.
Malefic gun. Rather, Malefic Ore, excuse me, and Sons. He picked up the Divine.
So mo huhugutin yung ano niyan, comeback niyan.
Pero ano?
Extra bit of safety
Yun
too
na,
with the
magkamali
shielding.
na lang sila mismo.
How much safety can you get, man?
Makasabig siya to.
Survive Kai.
Tinulong
Thor
nila
rolls
yun.
over. Oh,
yun,
my
bigyan na
lord.
Man, look at the sheer pressure of this man. They got him in the jungle. With the
30
Lancelot
seconds for
going
the next
back
Lord.
and forth to scare away Alter Ego. Radiant armor
Parang
for
naghihintay
Lucky.
na lang tong Alter Ego na ano
A bit of damage.
na mag-lord yung Onic,
Man, oh man.
tapos tapusin sila.
Is this
Yun na
gonna
lang ata
be Alter
hinihintay.
Ego again with their backs against the wall?
Nabigay yung
Watch
Hayabusa
party
ni
here
Yazuka pero
outside
parang wala
and in
din.
the venue, the actual
Mas
venue
nagwala
is
pala si Kyrie
fully
nung ano, ang
packed.
gamit Lancelot.
Packed everywhere. The people watching back at
Wala
home,
pa doon si
millions
Kylie
as
na sa
well.
atang laban nila eh.
Just to watch right now, Onic
Saan yung natin? Order natin.
dismantle Alter Ego. I wonder
Wala
what
pa?
Podelwin is saying right now, right?
In his watch parties, yeah.
Imus eh.
The hope was in the air for Alter Ego. They were so close to knocking Onic down from the upper bracket finals, but now that Onic are here,
Easy Lord.
it's their
Wala,
territory.
di makakontest talaga yun. Yuzo ko yun, dito mo, 3 items pa lang siya. Si Kyrie, laka-item na ata eh.
Sobrang lambot pa nung ano.
Look at Alec.
Yuzo.
Alec on the flank. I look for a second charge, but again, members are way too far. He commits the recall. Same goes for Hijume, so now all they can do is just push out the side lanes. Again, Onic are quick on the reply. They have a Lord queued up as well. I think it's gonna go out in the mid lane, obviously.
Tino mo, sir.
The structure, with the structures taken down.
So yun, Onic Id ba?
Yeah, wondering why he doesn't go for the Sky Piercer, because it would have been extra damage. But I think he relies on Kyrie and Skylar too.
Doon ako si Coach Yip.
The Lancelot 6-0.
Matik yan.
Still just get harder for Alter Ego.
Wala kang kaba-kaba.
Dagdag
na naman ng ano yan. Pito na. Dagdag na naman. Wala nang paglagyan yung singsing yan.
Pito na nga, pito na.
Kumpletuhin nata ni Coach Eva yung ano eh. 10 eh.
Yes, respect them. Another Lord marching into the base. Feather Airstrike committed. Traction Pulse doesn't
Ito na,
connect.
di ba?
Kyrie
Pangalan niya
looks
na
for
yung di ba?
an angle.
Oo.
Yung sa Onic, yung M6 na.
already has blood wings again as Kai jumps into the back line, goes in and
Gagi,
assassinates!
if ever pala may ring sa ano.
in the back, now Lutpi
If ever pala may ring sa
goes
Pilipinas,
in
kasi
and
champion niya ni
Onic.
Onic mo.
Meron din siya.
That match
Eh kaso
point,
di ba
they
hindi nga
are
nakapasok
back
yung
on
Onic PH.
track.
Pero ito na nga guys,
Third
match
goal.
point yung Onic ID.
Wala.
To
Sa Grand
finally win the
Finals.
World
Wala guys,
Championship.
watch party lang naman to pero wala
Is
kami
far
masabi.
ahead,
Talagang
but with
bugbog yung Alter
momentum
Ego eh.
in Indonesia.
Wala kami makita magandang play.
Wala magandang
dream.
play talaga. Pangit. Di, okay sana hero nila. Sa hero wala kang problema.
Oo.
eh.
Is achievable.
Yung nangyari lang ng early, to the point na
That
si Kyrie
single
nakakuha ng
game
2-0, wala pang turtle. Alam mo yun? Putik
That
na
Onic
yan.
had to
Sobrang
experience
bugbog.
did
Wala
not
kami makita
unfaze
ano
them.
yun, effort na
They did not flinch.
tumabla
Instead, they
or
went on
dumikit
full
yung laban.
rampage, unleashing on Alter Ego.
M7 naman sila.
Expected it
Diba?
to be a
Parang ako
total
yung
battle.
mindset nila, naka M7 naman tayo.
But again, Onic
Kasi
showing
sa M7,
levels
gagawin kayong
to
pagkain
Alter
doon.
Ego, showing
Baka
why
sa SRG,
they're
di
up
kayo
in the
manalo si
skies,
FU, di ba?
One game
Oo.
away from everlasting immortality
Pero mga seryo
for
na
the
nga
Sky Kings.
ang ating
Alter
Game
Ego.
4 for Mpl Id Grand Finals Season
And the
16
gates
match point na uli
surrounded
ang Onic ID.
with the Sky
So pagbabalik
Kings. Can
namin,
they
titignan
make the
natin kung
comeback?
tatapusin
Can
na ba
they
to
break through
nila Kyrie.
the
See you
gates
guys.
heavily
Relax.
guarded by the rulers of this league.
The three faces are battered, they're bruised, they're down. They're gonna find something. Something in the back, Zephyr, Professor X has got to find a solution, because right now it doesn't look like there is a solution. It doesn't look like there's an answer to the problem at hand. It looks like their opponents are just too darn good.
Way too good. But the way they played, the fashion, how they won the games, back-to-back dominant. I don't know, Alter Ego. It's back to their drawing board. Maybe with their backs against the wall, maybe with their feet hanging off of a cliff. In situations like this, something might activate. Something might reignite the flame that is slowly extinguishing. Kyrie with the Lancelot man going for Arfi. The Granger completely irrelevant in this game. And Onic again ruling in such dominant fashion. The Sonics, they'll be feasting on a possible 8th title tonight. Panelists, is it over for Alter Ego?
Oof. We proposed a swap of sides.
Yeah.
We proposed a swap in jungle, but still, somehow, some way, it was not enough for Alter Ego. And now we're at championship point for Onic. What is this now, coach? Is this a mental game from Alter Ego that's not strong enough?
I think it's Onic just executes perfectly, I think, I would say. Because for me, playing two fighters with Kalia is so easy. Because Kalia just ults somebody and the fight goes right. And it's much more easier to fight with two fighters against a normal draft from Alter Ego. I think it's kind of a role swap, because Alter Ego's playing like the Onic kind of draft with the Granger, with the Farsha, with the Grok, and Onic's playing like the Alter Ego's draft, like with the two fighters, with the Alice, with the CC. And yeah, that man, so good.
I have no words right now. Player of the game, even on a Lancelot versus the Hayabusa matchup, Kyrie is still able to be as free as that. 7-0-2, presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. Arashi, what do you think about this? What to make of this?
I mean, he straight up just styled on Alter Ego, man. He says, bro, it's not the hero, it's the pilot. And boy, does Onic have one hell of a pilot. This guy was just so clean the whole time. Alter Ego have tools to try and punish, but this guy is way too slippery on the Lancelot. And I have to wonder if Alter Ego have to try and do something more drastic, because the fact of the matter is, in the early skirmishes with the Kalia, like you mentioned, Coach, though, there's just an extra layer of sustain that people forget about. This time, in this current meta, the Kalia isn't just for pickoffs. It's also for the long, prolonged battles where you can heal everyone by about 10% of your HP every couple of so seconds. And in these fights, despite the big AoE tools from Alter Ego, we've seen them try and abuse that to try and get the big combos, to try and put Onic on the back foot. But it really feels like somehow Onic have gotten used to the surprise factor from the side of Alter Ego. So you're seeing moments like this where Sans, who was punished, who was forced to respect Alter Ego the last time they met, now moving forward, doing the recalls, being good old Sans.
They missed out on the mid trios so bad in the early game.
Right?
Alter
Oh,
Ego,
man.
I think, yeah, the Kalia heal is super underrated. In a way, you have the Revitalize without having the Revitalize. And also the fact that it's kind of weird, isn't it? The fact that this Lancelot functions as a more Hayabusa than the Hayabusa is in this game.
Agree.
He helped the mid lane a lot more than Yazuki. And Lancelot, I think, scales better than Hayabusa too. And when you mess up the early game, that is just a death sentence. I thought it was going to be a 50-50 matchup in the drafting phase. And you know what? I'm still kind of standing by it, but Virko brought me back to reality. He said that in a 50-50 draft, Onic will prevail.
Yeah.
2060, still Onic. 2080, might still be Onic.
This is what happened in the upper brackets. Before the upper bracket finals, I believe, was against Alter Ego, right?
Yeah.
No.
Onic, Alter Ego?
No, upper bracket, who faced
EVOS?
Onic first?
EVOS?
EVOS?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so EVOS. Right, in that draft battle, but I don't know. The execution was so weird to me in the early game. Again, I think that's the main highlight that we can take away for Alter Ego.
They lack a couple of tools that they require to really play the style. They don't have enough burst damage. They don't have enough safety for the gold lane as well because it's on a marksman. So they can't really play the same divey style. When they do, well, the combo with the Kalia is gonna survive a lot better. And technically, even Yazuke can be as free with the Kalia, not really forced to use the Tsunami Slam by all means. There's no urgency here for Keyboy to pop that ultimate.
Yeah, and
If
I
we're
feel
talking about burst, there's Farsa.
do you have the chance to burst though?
But usually you would have like a
enough.
Farsa, and you would have more coming in from Arfi, right? When he's playing on the
Fair
fighters and all that. Not to mention the sustain as well that they usually have.
I also think that the Kalea pick, not only it's a good hero on its own, so far in the playoffs, have Alter Ego faced a Kalea comp? You know, maybe this kind of throws them off guard because they're so used to going up against a Khalid, the Hilda, the Grok, the more, in a way, passive kind of roamer. I mean, Grok is very aggressive, but not to the extent of Kalea because you have that sustain, right? And that early gap close, that is super, super underrated. Even though you don't have that from the Tsunami Slam, you still have the flicker and also the knockup combo, and Keyboy was able to use that very early in the game, getting 3.
They have, and it was against Onic as well in that final game that they lost.
Oh.
Oh man.
Damn. Pottery.
Look at the numbers, man. Highest damage in the game on that Lancelot. Kyrie's Lancelot, man, it's the stuff of legends for a reason.
What to do, coach?
If I'm Sever, I don't know. Seriously, I think I will be already dizzy because I've been put up against Onic in Grand Finals too, right? And it's so hard. I mean, they showed up in Grand Finals. They showed up where it matters the most. So hopefully they will show up in the international too.
I mean,
okay.
That's the best you can hope for at this point.
Didn't you have an idea, Rashi, on what to do after this?
I was considering if there's again, because I saw Arfi being so adept on that Lapu Lapu, right? And that would allow Alter Ego to be more aggressive. I'm wondering if they should try and do something with that. Because they've been respecting that Lapu, fearing that it might fall into the hands of Mlbb, right? So I'm thinking, go first pick, let go of the Lapu, see what happens. Because at this point, they have their backs against the walls anyway.
Do you think it's time for the Fanny to come out?
Oh. It's been banned.
Oh, you're right.
Always.
First phase.
First phase. Which is why it's crazy. Onic, they have that respect for it because it was that much of an issue.
No, not in the last game.
Oh, was it not?
No, Fanny wasn't banned. I'm thinking about the Fanny now. I mean, last time they were back against the wall, picked the Fanny.
Yeah. Is it time?
Is it time?
It's still gonna be super tough though. It takes
come on, get with the program, bro.
A big error, a big blunder to mess up a 3-1 lead. You know, for example, RQ and MDL, RQ and M1. You know.
Arashi, you have a rebuttal to that? I'm gonna stay quiet. He can't deny it.
But
it is what it is.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. Let's move on. It sounds like Bude is ready for an interview with Alyssa. Let's check it out.
Kita melihat bahwa tim Onic memang terlihat sangat perkasa. Namun Alter Ego di sini saatnya mereka untuk bangkit. Karena mereka sudah ketinggalan poin, Alisa.
Betul sekali, Bude, tidak terasa sudah 3-1 dan 1 match point saja. Kondisi Alter Ego sedang berada di ambang batas, Bude.
Benar, dan Bude yakin semua super fans yang ada di sini juga masih pada semangat. Semangat betul? Betul.
Wah, sepertinya Alter Champs lebih kedek-dekan ya, Bude ya.
Iya, harus tetap semangat.
Harus tetap semangat, yang penting dukung timnya. Karena semangat kalian pasti bisa memberikan energi baru ya, Bude ya.
Iya, ini momen berharga, tapi Bude juga dong kepengen nih mengabadikan momen ini di tengah-tengah MPL. Dan Bude punya permintaan. Bude mau foto bareng Alicia dan juga semua yang ada di sini.
Ayo Bude, kita harus
foto
mengabadikan momen ini dong. Rame banget loh hari ini Mpl Arena di playoff kita ya. Kita selfie dulu.
Asik. 1, 2, 3. Waduh.
Gimana Bude? Bagus gak hasilnya? Wih, Budenya cantik banget.
Kasih Alicia juga, tapi kenapa kamu harus autopis gitu di kepala Bude?
Ya kan biar lucu gitu loh Bude.
Enggak estetik Alicia.
Tapi Bude, nggak apa-apa, don't worry karena Samsung Galaxy ini sudah punya generative edit, Bude.
Oh, betul banget, betul. Bude langsung edit aja. Nih, Bude tunjukin ya, langsung aja nih ada icon di tengah-tengah ini, diklik. Nah, kalau udah muncul kayak gini, tinggal lingkarin aja objek-objek yang tidak kalian inginkan, yaitu jari Alicia.
Wow, oke, langsung di
Lingkarin aja. Nah, langsung ke detekan ini, tangan ini harus dihapus. Klik aja hapus.
Wow, Bude ternyata udah tahu juga.
Benar, lalu tinggal dibuat kan?
Wow, Bude ternyata sudah tahu ya kalau Samsung Galaxy S25 FE ini sudah dilengkapi dengan vapor chamber yang pastinya lebih besar dan dilengkapi dengan fitur generative edit dari Galaxy AI yang bikin foto-foto kalian yang banyak photobomb itu bisa langsung hilang ya. Dan ini juga Samsung Galaxy yang dilengkapi dengan anti-heating dan pastinya dipakai gaming seharian sampai win streak berkali-kali ini juga aman, Bude. Coba, kita apa sih?
Tapi kalau ngebahas tentang bisa tahan lama, sudah jelas. Bude main Mobile Legends itu bener-bener terus-terusan loh.
Wah, jadi Bude push rank itu HP-nya nggak panas, nggak nge-lag, Bude?
Nggak panas, nggak nge-lag.
Itu benar karena HP ini juga dilengkapi dengan baterainya yang udah 4900 mAh. Jadi nggak perlu waktu lama lagi buat nge-charge HP-nya. Bude ngerasa nggak sih kalau main HP kan kalau lagi main game pastinya baterainya cepat habis ya. Jadi Bude harus nge-charge dan butuh yang fast charging nggak sih Bude?
Memang enggak. Tapi di sini memang enak banget. Karena kalau ngebahas tentang Samsung Galaxy itu rajanya memang buat para gamers. Dan pastinya kita tahu sendiri para pro players juga pakai itu.
Oh, jadi tidak usah diragukan lagi. Kalian bisa langsung aja ya cobain. Dan terutama buat para ciu-ciu ini yang suka foto-foto kan gak enak ya kalau ada photobomb. Dan juga Lisa mau ngingetin generative edit dari Galaxy AI ini pastinya bakal membantu kalian banget buat ngilangin photobombnya. Dan di sini juga spesial khusus edisi MPL kamu bisa dapat total bonus hingga 2 jutaan dan memori upgrade hingga 512 GB kalau kamu beli sekarang juga. Dan harganya mulai dari 833 ribuan aja per bulan dengan cicilan 0%. Jadi banyak banget promonya, langsung aja nih buat para ciwi-ciwi kalau suka foto-foto cantik. Tapi buat para cowok-cowoknya kalau suka nge-push rank jangan mau kelewatan karena dengan baterai yang begitu tahan kalian bisa langsung dapetin handphone yang anti nge-lag buat kalian push rank. Wow.
Seneng semuanya udah dikasih informasi. Mereka juga udah pastinya langsung nih ke websitenya, langsung scan QR-nya juga yang ada di sini karena banyak banget benefit-benefit yang bisa kalian dapetin.
Yes, dan bener banget Bude, ditambah lagi khusus penonton MPL, kalian bisa dapet travel adaptor 25 watt gratis untuk pembelian di samsung.com/id pakai kode voucher promo MPLS25F. Jadi sekarang juga beli nih, mumpung ada promonya ya Bude.
Iya, apalagi Bude seneng banget nih. Hasilnya bagus banget, Bude bakal upload foto kita, Alicia.
Seru banget, jadi tungguin ya nanti di sosmednya Bude ya. Foto kita berdua bersama teman-teman yang ada di sini.
Nanti
para
Bude bakal
fans.
upload yang ini nih.
Cantik sekali.
Bagus banget, jarinya Alicia hilang.
Wah,
rapi
magic
banget.
Bude, itu bahkan gak kelihatan kalau jari aku tuh dihapus ya Bude.
Tuh, tampilkan yang asli, ada jari Alicia. Tuh yang udah diedit jadi kayak gini, jadi bagus.
Jadi bagus banget. Jadi kalau ada photobomb gak usah khawatir lagi ya Bude.
Gak usah. Yaudah,
tinggal pakai generative edit AI-nya aja.
Iya, tapi tentu saja di sini sembari kita menunggu ya, akan apa lagi nih yang terjadi juga di match grand final ini. Semuanya Bude kepengen cek ombak gak sih Alicia?
Of course Bude, coba Bude dulu deh.
Mana nih untuk tim Alter Ego dari Alter Champs?
Wow, mereka begitu semangat ya walaupun match habis ini game yang sangat mendebarkan tapi Sonic mana suaranya? Wow, bendera kuning begitu banyak dikibarkan ya Bude.
Iya, bersama-sama mari kita sambut. Inilah dia kelanjutan Grand Final dari tim Onic dan Alter Ego.
Technology with the Samsung Galaxy. Did you see that? The peace sign and it got erased with the AI. Coach Do, are you not impressed?
I'm impressed. I use Samsung myself.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I mean, dude, this would be useful back then when I was getting bullied. Because the people would photobomb and like ruin my photos. I could have, you know, camouflaged it a bit better.
I feel for you, bro.
Yeah, I pity.
Technology always comes too late. Moving on.
You don't have something to say to that?
What do you say to someone who gets bullied? Sorry, like
There's a reason for that.
No, you don't say that.
No.
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 Fight?
No.
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 Oh my
No.
God.
No. There's no reason for bullying, guys. Don't.
Yeah, true.
Bullying is bad.
It's bad.
I'm just messing
Okay.
around because I'm also one of the victims, so
Oh. Are you okay?
I can make fun of it. I'm okay.
You're here now?
We Gucci, right?
I think the other guy to collect the trilogy would be Realized. I think he has a saga of his own, so we can make a movie series.
I know what will make you feel better.
What's that?
Sympathy.
Oh, like
like
metaphorically or
Both.
actual sympathy?
Both. Sympathy and sympathy, ladies and gentlemen, because, you know, with sympathy, you guys can watch, you guys can game, you guys can go shopping, you can enjoy music, and of course, safe internet browsing. With a price of only 35K, you'll get 3 gigabytes of data plus 30 minutes of calls and SMS as well. So I've been using Sympathy since I first got my phone. My very first phone, I remember, used Sympathy, never changed ever since. Best coverage so far. Why are you laughing?
The intrusive thoughts.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting. Well, as someone who goes into the sticks myself, I can confirm, man. In the
Love going
mountains,
to the forest.
everyone's going like no signal. They'll be climbing trees and all that, and I'll be on the ground safely going 4 bars in the mountain.
That's true.
That's different, man.
Even in the middle of the ocean.
Yes.
You know, when you're traveling from one island to another, especially Indonesia, I'm pretty sure like the Philippines would enjoy the same thing, right? They have a lot of islands.
Yeah.
No problems with connection.
None at
It's
all.
crazy. It's crazy. That's not something you can do with every provider, boys. So what are you waiting for? Hurry up and buy it at the nearest outlet or visit tstel.it/sympathy.
Sympathy.
Sympathy.
Yeah. Especially in this day and age, you know, you want to keep up and watch MPL. If you lose, imagine you're watching the grand finals on a boat, right? And you're like, oh, they're gonna do it, and then it just freezes. That will be the biggest regret of your life, man.
My other regret in my life is the fact that I haven't eaten enough good time, honestly.
We have more.
Let's take it out.
We have some.
There it is, Coach Do. You want to enjoy some good time? That's a double chocolate. That's the best one. My
Yeah. Either double chocolate or the coffee one.
Miracle Online enjoyed it with milk. Milk is also a good option for you guys to, you know, mix and match with. So what are you waiting for as well? Have a good time with good time.
Was good time part of your childhood, Coach?
What?
Was good time part of your childhood?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys a part of the same age group?
Probably.
Probably.
You can't talk right now. You can't bite back. But yeah, good time is super good, guys. There's this one and there's the original variant. But I personally like the double chocolate.
Did you remember the time when you attended the, you're eating good time while watching the Indonesian Independence Day?
What? Wait, what reference is this?
No, because
In 1945.
yeah, so you're
Like the
OG.
actual, the actual Independence Proclamation?
Yeah.
I wasn't born yet. I'm not that old.
Oh.
How old do you think I am?
Like at least 45.
Do you guys
No.
agree? Back at home, do you think Arashi looks 45? But you have a baby face.
Exactly. Where's the slander coming from? This is bias, Shevin.
No, your face is a baby face, but your actual age is not. That's what I meant.
I know, but I can pass for younger, not older. Like Shevin.
This is brutal.
People think Shevin's like the adult of the group.
Really?
'Cause
Do
he's
the
tall.
viewers think that?
Because he's tall.
Do you guys actually think that?
Thank you for saying I'm tall.
No, but you are tall.
Yeah. Bet you're jealous of that.
Are you the tallest among all the casters? In English? Or is Miracle
Indonesia?
taller? in English.
Okay, what I mean is like Indonesian
Maksud-
English.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
It's because they played basketball.
Basketball
I don't
player.
think so. I don't
Until a
think that.
tragic knee injury.
Gotta ask Coach Do, is it true that if you play basketball as a kid, you'll get taller?
No, I play basketball, but I'm still short.
Damn, you stepped on the landmine right there. Dang, that was not the play.
Now it's awkward.
How do we?
Yesterday, guys, since yesterday. What is going with the panel? Help me out.
You
Oh,
help
man.
you out yourself, Eterna. You're inconsiderate of other people's.
No, you're
Hey.
looking at Coach Bam.
I'm also short.
Because Coach Bam was so dry with his like punchlines, man. You're like,
Okay. I mean, speaking of heartbreaking, heart-wrenching, cringe things, we saw a lot of hate being given over to
dang.
So Alec, before he was Alec, he was previously known as Owen. And that was season
14.
14. Oh, with you, Coach Do?
Yeah, and I scouted Owen from Onic.
There you go. There you go. What do you make of him? Seeing his performance back then to how he has evolved now.
I think he basically sums it up in yesterday's interview. If you guys remember, I think he now is a better person.
More mature.
And more mature. More, he doesn't take things to his feelings anymore. So he can. It's shown in his improvement, also in game. Because I think in season 14 it was never about his in-game or his gameplay.
So it's an attitude thing.
Was it mental then?
Yeah, I think it's
So it wasn't attitude, it was mental.
So as in his attitude towards like, you know, the...
yeah, towards the game, towards the day-to-day base.
No, that's what I meant. What do you mean?
Sure, buddy.
So he got hurt by the comments then back in the day.
By feedback maybe.
Maybe, but yeah, but he's shown his maturity now and he's showing himself that, and he finally deserves what he. I mean, he's a very good player.
I mean,
So you saw that potential even from season 14.
Yeah.
Okay. But what about Yasuke? Do you know anything about Yasuke here?
No, I didn't scout him for sure.
Yeah.
Because he's a rookie,
But
but
what do you think as a coach, as from a viewpoint?
oh, amazing player.
Amazing.
Amazing player. I mean, I think he's like the complete package as a jungler. He has the mechanics, he has the hero pools too. He's also pretty smart in terms of like the rotation, his jungle pattern.
Killer instinct.
Killer instinct too, yeah, for sure. So I think, and this is his rookie season, so hopefully he will keep on improving, keeps on developing to become even greater.
Because if we're looking at Yasuke's story, of course it's a little different to Fabian because Fabian never became champion of MDL. But for Yasuke, he was able to win the MDL trophy and then he moved up to the MPL and he's now top 2 in MPL. So I still see like a similarity of some sorts, right?
Yep.
Being so good in your debut season. And if we're looking at the history now of the finals MVPs, we saw this a little bit earlier on as well. If, let's say, this goes 4-1, because we are at championship point, right? Who do you think will be this year's or this season's finals MVP?
Kyrie, unanimous. No doubt, he's been performing so well. I mean, he's styling on the last game, and yeah, but it's again, he plays the Haya, he wins. He plays the Lance, he wins. So.
And it's great to see the situation because for the longest time, Kyrie, people say he just hasn't been shining, right? He hasn't been having the highest of highs like Yasuke, like the other, like Albert, you know? But this shows again that when the competition gets tougher, right? When you are forced to do more than just the usual stuff, you can see Kyrie can deliver. Just hasn't been forced this far up. So good competition allows these players to just show off even more of their skills. So it's a great thing to see in our own region because for the longest time, no one gets close, right? Kyrie is Kyrie. Everyone's just fighting for scraps. Now, at least in the beginning of the match, there was an idea. Can he actually surpass Kyrie?
I mean, we saw moments of like outplays from Yasuke in game 1.
Yeah.
Where did that go?
Well, it's not just a one-man show in Mpl Id Grandfinals. I think Onic as a whole did a really great job to disable Yasuke's potential, even on a Hayabusa, but Onic's not been holding him.
What does Alter Ego need to turn the game around against Onic? 51% shut down Sans' movement. What do you think about that, Coach? Shut down Sans' movement, 51%.
Easier to say than done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the guy known to be untouched on mages.
It's
Right?
easier to say than done, for sure. I mean, it's easy to say, shut down Sans, but it sucks. He will do crazy stuff. He will be very aggressive when he needs to be. He will play passive when he needs to.
Do you think there's something that we've seen from Alter Ego in game number 1 when it comes to the rotations and how they set up the waves that kind of made Sans have some difficulties that Onic have solved basically, which is why Sans from game number 1, we talked about how his impact was so low. Now it's actually coming back up. Like, can you maybe break on some things on what Onic probably have done?
I think I agree with you because Onic, mostly when they're winning, they have the better mid lane poke. The Yif, the Kimi, because Farsha is just like one and done. It's done. But Kimi, Yif, you can poke, you can freeze the lane, and you can give more opportunity to the junglers, to Kyrie to come and help your lane.
And your skills, your main damage source didn't really get cancelled, right? Even if Dragon come to you, especially with the fact that in gold lane there are also fighters too, so in a way Farsa becomes less relevant as the series goes on. If you're going by the the trend of this series, which also is the map, the trend of the series, Dangerous Grass.
Dangerous Grass. One of the maps that we thought would benefit Alter Ego, and even with the Dangerous Grass buffs, we're in a position of a 3-1 right now in a best of 7. 1 game away from championship point.
Nagbabalik mga tropa para sa match point ng Onic ID Alter Ego. I think this is 4-1 para sa Onic ID. Hindi ko na papahirapan pa ang aking sarili.
Nakakataon panoorin.
Parang rank game lang. Parang ginagawa bata ng Onic ID. Masakit mang sabihin, pero yun talaga ang totoo. Kung ibabash nyo man kami, katulad nung kasalanan nyo.
And both wins.
Ay, eto na naman. If Uranus,
If Yura, tapos pipili sila bigla ng yung
Valentina.
Carry. Ay, ba magka-carry?
Tapos mapapabugbugol si Ijume sa early. Ayos yan, Ijume. Magkatulong yan. Yan natin. Pag si Ijume, pag si Ijume seryoso, napagalitan.
Kaya na kaya.
Palitan na lang. Parang yun ang naging senaryo sa Grand Finals natin, no? Palitan.
Lagi naman ganun.
Lancelotaya.
Sabi na kasi ayaw natin YSS pa rin, di ba?
Hindi naman na-open yung YSS ni Yazuko eh.
Kaya nga maganda rito ngayon yung yung sa Mpl MY.
I think
masakit ka nito. Paano pag sa MP? 7 binan din ang binan yung YSS ni Yazuko.
Oh, they changed.
Oh, hindi na mag-o-ano.
That's the curve.
Sabi mo siya, sir, sa may Mpl MY. Siyempre,
inisip ko.
nakaban na yung kameta na yung lunch pati yan.
Sure, I think they will play
Pag binan na lahat.
for the
Kaya naman sa mga bagong mga joy-joy.
for Alter Ego because they already have the Baxia.
Or back to
If the Baxia will very well go into the jungle.
Yeah.
Because it is still very much flex.
Hellkirk, okay. Good ban sa Onic ID.
Alam nila, no?
May alam nila.
Hindi kasi pag attack jungle sila, ganun ginagawa nila.
Yeah.
But it's more dominant.
Ba't yan wala yung Natalia?
On key.
Yeah, sure.
Natalia pwede yun.
Yeah, they win the
Funny roll.
They saw it.
Ay, wala pala. Sa mga nagtatanong, bakit si Sure, nag-funny din pala.
Wrong, so I guess it's really a funky back angle, no? Like maybe a protect as a president type deal. Because again, these are some really good zoning heroes that Alter Ego
But lasa na naman ah.
Yeah,
Last game na naman ah.
2 heroes that is good against Baxia, so you as a Baxia, it's hard to play against Blue because
kasi ito si Sans,
it's very easy
for
to
sure.
cancel the first flow of Baxia as the Blue. Right. And also, if you play New Zone, you can target the...
Pero halata mo na, no? AE. Pang ano na?
The best is
pang gold marksman na yung drop nila.
Oh, they went all combos for the Baxia. They smell it.
Good job!
Hey!
Oh, they are going all in on this one, man.
This is still flex.
This is black.
Wangit naman yun, pre. Pag tatalo sila ng early.
Wala na. Paano yung damage yun?
Fall back to their own style, round out their own drafts, or do they want something? Are they a bit more concerned about all the dive available? Again, Sans has been a big portion of their success. Looking kind of vulnerable against pretty big heroes like this.
I I think Gatot
Parang
Alice
same
will-
scenario lang to kanina eh.
It's very, very good for Onic.
Ay, nakabuhay!
Gatot and Alice.
Ewan ko sa alter ego ko anong ginagawa.
Although it's against
Alter
maybe
ego,
Boxer,
no.
but it's still
Ganun ba
very
yun?
good
Hindi
pick
na
for
go.
Yeah, okay. The big AoE combo.
Yeah. And also combo Chichi Gatot.
Pero
and
Oni,
Alice
kailangan pa
Gatot.
nila ng frontline ah.
And by seeing
Ay, Guinevere, ang ganda yan.
You bring card control, they take card control
Stationary
immunity.
yung Eve.
The Labu that has not
Hindi.
been let go
Ang masama
a
kasi yan,
single
Sen.
time
Mapapapurify
now
yun, no?
falls into the hands of Onic.
Mapapapurify talaga yung
But
kabila.
remember, is
Diba?
this Guinevere for keyboard?
Tapos ang kawawa ka dyan,
Yes,
yung ano,
it
yung
is.
jungle.
I think they're reading towards the
Ay,
box.
hindi, malay mo, ano yan?
Ego, that's why they're
Back siya
going
room,
all
Gold
in the
Tube,
dive
Uranus,
with the Guinevere
ano,
and also
pwede.
the
Bukas silang
It's
link,
forcing
oh.
RP to
Roger.
use
Joy.
Purify, which is not really good either against some of these picks.
This is the hero that we've seen T-Boy really pop off on, but
Last
a very
pick.
long time ago.
Para sa match point, ito na ba? Ilabas na ang pantiktikan. Alter ego.
The nerves kind of to go to the distance.
Wow.
Ruby comes in.
Ruby?
They're not gonna take the gamble.
They're quadrupling.
Wala naman silang ano. Disaster na naman yan. Sige, Onic ID.
Tapusin na.
Tapusin na.
Tapusin, tumatagal pa eh.
Binigyan pa ng isa ng Onic, no? Ba't kasi tamang 4-0 alter ego ka naman kasi?
Hindi ako nagdesisyon nun, boss.
I want to
Check
see
yung
a
comment
full-on
section.
series. I'm gonna root for Alter Ego on this one.
Sigurado.
This is it, ladies and
Yeah, up
gentlemen.
yan.
After 5 years,
Pop-up mo
Alter
kayo.
Ego have won
Pop-up mo
last
pa rin, ikaw din eh. Kung
chance
isa ka din talaga.
to continue this
Guys, sa mga
best
gusto
of
na
7
malupit ang
series
merch,
to
visit nyo na
claim
yung
that
page ng
trophy
Team
that you
Armory.
see up on screen
Sa mga
right now.
gustong sumali sa
Here
group chat
go.
natin, sa GC
Realize.
ng mga
Let's head over
hindi ko alam kung
to the
ano
next
eh.
pick.
Gusto na mga giveaway, prediction and tips. PM nyo lang po ang page ng
Showdown,
Jazz
match point, tournament point, trophy set in
own
their
this.
eyes. Will this be another
Sa
crown?
Pinas, lakas
The
ng
eighth
Pinas, no?
for the Sky
Indonesia,
Kings?
we own this.
Or will Alter
Lakas ng
Ego
sila.
again retaliate through the chaos that they have? It is game number 5. Alter Ego up
Guinevere si
against
Kiboy.
Sonic.
Tas lahat naka-flicker sa ano?
Onic.
Di ba kayo gulatin ni ano dyan?
Ang masama doon, Sir, tingin, sisipahin ko to.
Aray ko.
Walang pamba.
Wala yung follow up.
Ano mo yung damage?
Those are strats that Onic are prepared for already, and I think that's
May
what we're seeing
pop-up
from
lang yan.
Alter Ego right now.
Aray ko,
Trying
sinalo
to
pa
go.
niya. Aray ko, magpalo pa.
Skyler.
First blood pa yan, tinan mo.
Almost picking up
Ko.
the solo kill
Ginay pa yung ano
early
niya.
against RP. That means the
Ano yung
gold
pinasarap
crab
lang
will
talaga,
be
boss?
gone. No. Oh no,
Parang
RP
pinasarap lang talaga ng
gold
ano.
crab early. Luckily he's a fighter,
Late game sa tingin mo.
but still that's a big blow.
Late game, dito ako sa kabila. Walang bawas yung kabila eh.
Ib.
Let's play game
Wala
snacks
pa din.
while we see Kiboy and Alex rolling it out.
Hindi ba sila kawawain ng kill?
Both. Oh no, Hijume.
First blood.
They're gonna go for it.
Hijume!
Si Jumi talaga ang naging butas.
Ay, sabi ni paano ni Mirko?
Hijume. Oh lord.
Flicker ka,
Sense
sige,
the
flicker ka.
Khalid coming in for Onic. But then they saw the
Hijume?
choke, they were like, okay, we gotta go for something else to win out the mid cryo. Went
Alam
for
mo
the,
kung saan
went for the
nagsimula
Guinevere
yan?
they did.
Nung nag-TP si
But again,
Hijume
Alter
sana
Ego
eh.
on the mid cryo, look at how they're taking
Ang
over
gigil sa
that
kanya, no?
camp.
Parsa, tapos nag-TP.
Ano kaya sabi sa kanya? Ano kaya sabi sa kanya?
He's
Huwag niyo
level
nang hayaan
4
to,
right
ano?
now.
Mayabang
He's
pala to.
Bucks, yeah, sure,
Yabang.
he has
Sinabi
more
niya,
mobility.
yan.
But the carry potential seems to
Mayabang
just
pala
fade
itong tayo na
away.
to, sabi sa
Pero
kanya.
tilted
Down
yan si
bottom,
Hijume.
RP
Alam mo
is
yun,
just heavily bullied by
dalawang sunod na
CC.
game na
CC
ikaw
can
yung may
shred early on,
kasalanan
it's
kaya
quite
nalulugi
strong
na
up against the
early.
Uranus.
Tapos pinagsabihan ka nung
Again,
ano, bago magsimula yung game
Warriors
5.
boots
Tapos
for
game 5
RP.
ikaw uli yung na-first.
Those
Wala
Ikaw
balls.
pa rin
They
yung
wanna go
MM
for
of
this.
Obs.
Especially Hijume rotating to the top side. The Lutpi is close by. Sans also here gunning down.
I'm offended, but don't Rumble King into the Purify from Sans as Kiboy goes for Space Migration, able to land it, now goes to the
Kiboy?
back line. Shadow kill!
Shadow kill!
From Kyrie! Alec trying to go, able to
Trouble
take
talaga si
Kiboy's
Kiboy,
very
oh.
low.
Kaya nag-cooldown na yung
He's still
second.
able to buy some time. That's
Hindi mo
Yazuke
pinisip.
picking up the kill. But look at the
Napatay naman
turtle.
nila si Kiboy.
Lutpi, CC immune.
Pero
You have to
good
remember
trick
they
mo
have
ba yun?
two
Dapat
CC
nga,
immune
kayo dapat
heroes.
kumukuha ng turtle kasi wala nga
The
kayong,
Guinevere
wala kayong
Pull-Up
ano, malambot to,
also
lahat kayo
both
makunat
very
to,
strong
tapos
to
kayo yung hindi
dive.
maka-turtle.
Could be a very,
Problem
very
pa
good
di-
target. The
Si
Eve,
Skylar.
hands of Alter Ego for
Inaasahan mong
Hijume, so he has
vengeance
to work double time.
na-
Eh, sino, wala naman siya
himself.
mabenji sa dyan.
Oo eh. Ay, sprint na lang eh.
Seeing the last
Ewan
two
ko ba
picks
dito?
Hindi na
coming
kailangan
out, that is
mag-vengeance
very,
eh.
very good to force
Baka ano to,
Alter Ego to
pakunatan
run a
to,
footwear
pakunatan
marksman.
era.
Or to run a very mobile fighter. We were
Ganda.
calling out the Esmeralda.
Baka nagtatago
And
ng strat
next
yung
was
Alter
Uranus,
Ego.
who also is very, very strong to kind of survive
Season
the
din ng
initial
Mpl
dive
Id.
with the consecration and all. The anti debuffs it has.
Pero may
But
mga
then
ganun
putting
kasi
Ino on
talaga
the groovy
parang
early on
pag
against the
nakuha na yung
Lapu-Lapu,
kunyari,
sure.
Nawawala na yung apoy.
It's also
parang
a
ano na
battle of
sila,
sustainment
okay na ako
again.
dito.
Okay lang matalo
He has
dito
that
kasi
prio.
na-M6 naman na ako.
The Lapu-Lapu
ganun
to go in,
Wala
to
nang
dive, to
gigil.
go into
Pero
the
ganyan kami
team
nun
fight.
nung sa Malaysia.
Onic, up
Ano yun,
900
nag-3-1 yun
gold,
eh.
1K now,
Basta
mounting
pag game 7
slowly.
namin.
Meanwhile, up in the mid lane,
Ay, diniro ko nun, game 5.
gold turret, that plating is just
patay
gone.
ito.
Spatial
Ikaw yung mas
migration into
maganda,
the Violent Requiem.
And the Shadow Kill Sans picks up the kill. Kai in the back line. Hijume is going to go on Hijume.
Ang tagal nga ang tagal bumalik sa shadow ni Kiboy. Kasi hindi na siya makakapag-follow up, wala nang buhay.
Inaano lang, pagtitripan na.
Kaya RWM naman daw.
Trick mo din niya, mapapalay.
Hindi nga namatay.
Falls again. It's Alterigo on the back foot early. Kiboy.
Tapos agawin pa yung kill.
Hijume picks up
Hindi
the
nag-set
kill.
yung second niya. Hindi
Alter
tumama
Ego
yung first kill.
dismantled slowly. Precision
kayo kay
incision
Hijume,
from
ah.
Onyx. Hans.
Okay naman si Hijume
Still have
wala
the
namang ginagawang mali si Hijume
rocket to fly away.
Ano
The
ginagawa
man
tama?
Alter Ego, the only chaos is inside
Uy,
their
basher
heads.
ka ni Jume,
Going
boss.
crazy.
Siyempre, suporta tayo kay Kyrie.
Losing lead
Ba't ako
slowly
sa Alter
on
Ego
every
ko sa...
portion of the map.
Ha?
Skylar RP just gonna be a brawl. And now
Oh,
Onic
di ka
wanna
ako dyan.
rotate. They wanna
Kung pwede nga
maximize
lang
their power
magano
spikes,
dyan,
especially with the Lapu-Lapu.
Ano
Like Kyrie
ma-
having 2 kills.
negative
Moving into
fight.
the mid lane is a great
Alter
app.
Ego, mag-Onic ako.
Everything's crumbling for Alter Ego, realize. That early game control they're double down on.
Maganda naman kasi
Oracle
talaga yung
pick up
lagi
there
yung
for
drop ng
Alter Ego, for RP in the bottom lane now.
Ganda pa ng player, di
Chuck
ba?
down by Sans, the DPS
Oy!
is doing a
Di
number
player
on it.
yun!
I mean,
Yan yung mga jowa, asawa ng mga
Jowa,
player.
They're all falling
Kyrie.
in place for
Sans.
Onic.
Ayan na, si Sans talaga. Ayan na.
That's the turtle. It's gonna be an engage. Alec looks for a kick.
Oh man, he can't find it.
Ito 3 yan. Utility versus ano? Assassin.
Gabi yung ulti ni ano! Yung 3 Jume, saan pupunta yan?
Tagilid. Ayun o. Sinikuran ni Skylar. Sinikuran din ni Skylar.
Pause mo na. Congratulations on the Indo. Pause mo na.
Pwede ba yun?
Pause mo na. Pwede na yun. Pause na. Pwede na tayo. Pause na yun, no?
Pwede na, yun din naman eh. At least una tayo.
Trending talaga, di ba tapos pinost na?
Ay, hindi, kupusa. Ay,
Wala,
galit na si
lang
Hijume. Pero galit na si Hijume.
Alter Ego.
Paano kaya? Sino kaya para sa MVP? Eh, walang dead si Kyrie, walang dead si ano, parehas.
Dapat si Kyrie pa rin.
Kung Fu
Walang dead
against
si isang
Ninja
sa lahat ng
Arts.
game ata eh.
Kyrie just moving and bobbing and weaving. But again, at least Hijume is on a killing spree with 3 kills. The sieve might prove to be deadly with the poke. Ulti dove upon.
That's going to be Chikudu and away the dragon, but there's not enough burst just yet. Lutfi still able to survive for a bit longer. Goes over the stun and will be able to
Rotate
buy a
nila,
bit
apat
more
sa
time
taas.
as Skylar pushes in the bottom lane. The mid lane gets shoved in.
Apat sa taas, wasag yung mid. Good trade!
Alter Ego, they got Lutfi again. That's
apat
another
sa
front
taas.
line.
Pero, ayan o, good trade. Good trade yan.
And the trade is worth it for the Sky King.
Mabasag na lang sana sa taas. Eh, kaso andyan si Kiboy.
Si Kiboy.
Ay, SS lang, Kiboy. Ayun lang.
Okay na yun. Kain na, wala blue buff naman ko.
Sige, purple buff.
Blue buff bot lane, bot lane. Mid lane din na good trade ah.
Frontliners, but then the jungle.
Oo,
The
si R7,
damage dealers
si R7.
get more and more
Tamik
more
sila,
value
R7.
on the map. Kai
Karaoke siguro.
Kasama niya si
knows
Katera ba
there's
yan?
no way of the dragon. Actually, it's back
Kapatid
up.
yata yan.
That's quick.
Si Katera,
It's a cross-map play,
Ay,
but
oo nga.
Mpl Id Extremer by good day.
Buti
We
sila
have R7
unahay.
with a few familiar faces.
Yes,
May
sir.
jersey ako
R7,
na naman sa
Chidera,
Yuka,
Yuka.
and RQ in the playoffs.
True.
Makain nga ng mga
Well,
Jets.
Rins was here yesterday.
Check ko na
Ah,
kayo,
The
SRG.
Sucro booth, so shout out to Rins.
Shout out Ren, shout out Fiel as well.
VL, sir. Who else is here? Oh, Beloyski was here
Loiski.
as well. Alec holding in the bush.
Turtle.
Turtle number 3 about to
Level
spawn
9 si Yasuke, level 10 si Kyrie.
I'm opening over to Kiboy.
Uy, teka.
Alec goes in with the way in the triangle, but it's
Teka,
getting
teka.
canceled by the Valor Requiem now. Lutfi
Buhay na naman si Kiboy.
slashing through the RW
Ang
coming
WM,
down
medyo
now.
maganda, ah.
Skylar times to the back line, pops to the
Maganda,
curve,
tapos si
Colin
Skylar.
Kai gets locked down by
patay Sky.
Yusuke.
Game 5
This is the silver lining that Alter Ego are looking
ba?
for. Kyrie is taken down. And this might be their first neutral objective in their own hands.
First
Unless
objective.
Skylar has
Medyo
something else to
napalalim
say.
ata.
I don't think they can
Onic
contest this. They want to go in, Sans.
Naku po. Ayun
Kiboy
po,
is just
disaster
gone.
na.
Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, Turtle
Pa,
taken down
isa-isa
by
na sila.
Yasuke.
Uh-oh. Yasuke gonna go in. Good Bravest
Hindi tinuloy,
Spider.
no?
Raging slashes
Tumatawa si
to
Jume,
turn
pinabas mo si Jume, taba-taba.
into Sans.
3-1 nga si Jume, 3-1-4. Galit na si Jume, pre. Hindi ko
Broken
galit na si
through
Jume.
the gold lead. Onic.
It was 2K, 3K. And now it's only 400. They might collapse on Skylar, Mirko.
Na-invade pa si
Kyrie is
Kyrie.
close by 2. Traction Pulse.
Uh-oh. Traction Pulse lands. The immobilization is right there
Ayun lang pala
earlier.
ang
Onic went
problema
for
ni
the dragon. Oh, good flicker out. Of the
Yun lang pala ang
shadow kill.
problema talaga ni Kyrie.
And Alter Ego
Si Alec.
regained control over the game.
They regain
Kailangan
momentum
niya
as
pumasok
well.
yung magandang pasukan na.
Cannot forget, an extraneous
Ginawa
variable in
niya
the hands of
nung
Alter
kanina, di ba?
Ego.
Huli siya
This
pumapasok.
Feel ko hindi niya kailangan, dapat yan,
So far,
mag-usap si
unfazed,
Skylar
not
pati si
taking down only
Kyrie.
once.
Hindi kailangan ni Skylar
By
pati si
Skylar
Jume.
too.
Kailangan niya i-poke yung nasa
Alter Ego
harapan.
looks
Si
for a
Kyrie na
window
bahala
to come
kay
back to
Jume.
the game. Item check by
Mahirap
Junior
nito.
Games.
Wala na,
Going
nagkaroon
one
na ng
obviously
si
for the
Kyrie.
Eve. A very foundational
Sky
item.
Piercer.
Meanwhile, the Uranus opts for the much more defensive build.
Kailangan
We
niya
did
mag-God
see,
mode dito ni Kyrie,
Arfi with
para
the
sa
Uranus
enemy.
go for that magic approach, right? With
Nag-God
the
mode si
enchanted
Jume.
talisman, the book too.
Galit na si
Away
Jume.
mo kasi,
Alter Ego
basically.
hitting
Galit
the
na
power
si
spikes.
Jume,
This
sir.
might be where the
Hindi
window
mo
for
naman
them to
inaway,
fall
hindi
back to the
magagaling
game
yung boss eh.
Darating
appear.
ata tayo sa
Yes,
point
Zuke
na
with the
kailangan
pass, yeah. Very
mag-DHS
strong
niya,
as
no?
well to kind of
Ni Sans.
become the front line and
No?
eat up all the damage from Sans. Alec with the kick.
Wait, the dragon over the Keyboy. He is able to flick around in time.
Ito,
Doesn't
ito,
doesn't land. Look, able to go for the
Unat
break fighter over to RP now as they go for the damage
Kaya ba?
on him. Watch out landing. The shadow
Yan,
kill as
dapat yan
well.
pa.
Good translation over. Kai with the jump in. RP too darn tanky.
Dami na gamit
Alter
ako.
Ego able to escape. Now
Yan,
Nino
dapat yun pa si
with the
Jume.
help of the conceal from Alec goes in.
Boy!
Has no, he doesn't have the I'm offended. Skyler
Uy,
gets
ganda
the
ng
current
ulti.
call over to Heejum and Alec as he walks up. Now Nino's in the car.
Ayun!
I'm offended.
Low.
Landing on
Sakto pa
Skyler,
yung pass
pulling
ng
it into the
RWM. Wala.
shot
Mega
of
hit na siya,
Heejum.
Hulok ko.
Yasuke with the shield unity forward.
Oh yeah, Zuke rolling in. Lippy with the bravest fighter. Can they hold Keyboy
May
with
sipa
the
na ulit.
kick?
Wait, the dragon.
Oh,
Alec able to
God,
find Keyboy
good
there. Sans doing a lot of damage. That's a bravest fighter not landing.
Di ba
Big still jumping in
Parang
forward.
di mo
Lippy gets a
pati
kill.
ni
I'm
Sans.
offended.
Hala ka, nangyari, Onic! Nangyari, Onic!
Nino full
Over.
charge. Arfi is
Nangyari sa
running
inyo,
it
Onic.
down in the mid lane.
Huwag niyo muna
Lippy
i-post,
held
pati
on,
TV knows.
and Arfi knows.
Huwag niyo muna i-post.
There's unkillable at this point by Lippy. Alter Ego, they instill the chaos needed. And they will be the
Alright, sige,
ones
boys, 0-6.
to claim the Lord. Mirko, it all swings to their favor with one prolonged fight.
Di na, alin ang
A
puro punat
massive
ng
spike, not just
Alter
in power, but in confidence. Something Onic has been able to beat out of Alter
High
Ego in the
ground,
last
may
3
Kimi naman dito yung
games.
Onic. Ang problem kasi
They
pwedeng
finally
lapagan
regained
lang
that
ng
confidence, and
RWM.
it's through the chaos.
Tapos di sila makapag-defend, no?
Yun lang sila
Awkward
ang mag-depende
fights
na dito eh.
were just so
Or,
long.
hindi ba
They all
kayang,
have
ano,
a lot of
pre-clearan ni
damage,
Giboy?
but not
Si
enough to
Jume?
take people down.
Hirap
You see the
ata.
Ultra
Kasi walang
Champs in the
damage na
venue.
makakalusot eh. Kasi naharangan ng apat na pader eh.
Hindi pa enough yung damage. Yung dami frontline ng Alter Ego.
Apat na pader eh. Parang hirap eh.
Parang ang nangyari, ano nga, no? Panel.
Very.
Oh,
Ayun ang pwede. Ayun ang pwede.
Ijume talaga! Ijume! Thank you, Ijume!
Ano yan eh?
RP in the
Ijume?
backline trying to punish, but now it's a big win to Onic. That Lord
Ano ba
advantage.
Ijume dun?
Without Heejime, it's hard to think that it will be of much value.
Yeah, they could have gone and plundered more from Onic,
Wala, ano
especially
talaga
with the Eve gone now.
Ijume?
They don't really have that zoning tool that the Eve has with the RWM, plus the
Sayang yung
poke
lead
as
ng
well.
Alter
Point
Ego.
blasts galore. They can play the front to back,
Shutdown
but
pa
at
si
least now
Ijume.
for Onic.
Ginawa
But
nun.
the Lord
Kyrie,
just
kay
gone.
Piercer, kahit pa paano.
Evaporated in an instance. Sonic. very
Mamaya
much
pa
more
yan, siguro
calculated
mga
for their approaches, and
15 minutes.
mission was
Kahit
that
sino na talo ng Giboy.
with
Tapos
4
mag-winter
kills.
ground siya.
Who reaches it?
Patay niya, kaya patay ni Sans
You
yan.
have T-Boy sure with the well and
Talagang si Sans ang dadamage sa frontline.
But
Dahil sa
Nino has
Kyrie
been doing a
Pilot.
good
Si
job
Lupi na
healing
talaga bala
for his
sa
teammates
backline.
with the mini CCs that
Sa
the
iba.
Ruby
Kaya,
has.
ay ano
And
si
then you have
ano yung
Yazuki
babawas.
frontlining for the entire
Sans
team.
pero si Kyrie
Quite
ubos.
tanky, I believe.
Uh-oh.
With all the bullets taken, T-Boy has to run that back.
Nabugo,
Unity,
SS.
good battle Requiem, the cancel to Jiku does, the curtain call locks him down.
So,
RP now coming from the side. Kyrie still able to
Una tong
secure his
ano.
own orange buff as
Una
Yusuke
tong ano.
walks forward.
Ang
RP
hirap patay.
has the quad shadow in him, look here. He's that wave in the top lane.
Yung frontlines yan.
Kulat meta ata ito ano?
Onic.
Ayun no, 3 items
Back
sa
to
siya no.
the calm
Hijumi.
before the storm.
Apat yung
Divine
frontline.
Glaive completed.
Kailangan
for
talaga
the
si
Eve,
Hijume.
for
Ang
Hijume.
madali.
More
Hijume?
damage needed for Alter Ego to break past Onyx front line. Another Divine Glaive
Mahirap nito,
pickup as
mamaya
well for Sans.
mag-winter crown na rin si
And
Hijume.
now Alter Ego. They want to
Divine Glaive na naman si Sans.
They don't want to slow. They want to slow it
Kailangan niya
down.
ito DHS eh. Feel ko
Sonic.
eh.
DHS.
Mm.
Hindi na kailangan ng wing chat na to.
DHS ito
Going
pinakailangan
down
niya.
by Alter Ego. Wave check. It's pushing quite equally, to be honest. Alter Ego though, they are mounting a slow push, and Arfi is able to get Prio down bottom. It's gonna push and crash for Alter Ego.
Show my
Kaya ba?
patient, battle
Oo, kaya-
Requiem,
kaya talaga nila.
everything in the
30
kitchen.
seconds in Lord,
Stone
ah.
at him,
30
and
seconds in
Kai
Lord.
Tustak sa
has a
si Kyra.
sky piercer. Dang, man. Again. Did he just buy it? When did he get it?
He did.
Kaso yung side
So,
nila,
that's
kailangan muna
10.
nila i-fix yan.
Yeah.
18 seconds in Lord, aabot naman si Alec kung sakali.
it is necessary because about
And
tanky
kung usapang
Alter Ego is
delaying
going to have
Lord
two
lang naman,
fighters.
kaya-kaya ng
Plus his
Alter
box
Ego
here,
yan.
who's very, very hard to kill.
Sunugi pa
Hard
rin
to
yung sides
catch as
nila.
well.
Hindi mo na nila
The shield is
napisil.
the whole.
So ata nila i-version doon.
Celeboy just watching the new generation take over. And he sure hopes that Alter Ego might pull a miraculous comeback. Lezuke gonna take your ass.
Wala na magandang huli ni Kiboy. May flicker naman siya.
Eating all the bullets.
Pwede na ata to.
Migration, everything again on one dude. Alter Ego are two split up, and Onic buying the angles.
Skylar?
Nino walking up. Immobilization over from Sans, not landing. Nino in the play.
Paano na-ulti agad ni Kiboy?
Able to find the I'm
Naista ka
offended there.
niya ba?
Now Onic with a 4
Napasi, ano ata, yung passive.
5 advantage. Want to pull it in.
Oh, Pulse connects. As Keyboy looks for the jump. Famous Fighter!
That's a Raven Fighter to the back.
Hinahanap talaga ni Kyrie. Hinahanap talaga ni Kyrie. Kaso makakapag-artapan yun.
Gets to the quad shadow in time.
Tsaka wala na yung flicker si Hijum eh, oh.
From an angled way of the dragon, and again, Arfy's down for 3 seconds. Alter Ego have used the resources. Lord down to half.
This is free. It has to be free. Alec looks for a Hail Mary play, but that's not gonna happen. As
Hindi
Yasuke
makakalapit
watches
siya.
in vain. From afar, Kyrie, the one to take the Lord. Waves are pushing it for Alter Ego on bottom, but Onic is
Kyrie ba naman, alam na alam niya yung trabaho niya. Hanapin na si Hijum eh. Hindi nakapaglabas ng RW eh.
Hindi kasi kanina kasi si umahanap si Skylar eh, di ba?
Tsaka ngayong 14 minutes, kahit sino na mahuli ni Kiboy.
Sure, it is a Uranus, it is
Kaya nila
tanky,
i-burst.
but once Onic
Wala po,
throws every resource they have onto a single member, that member is definitely gone. And then Alter
Kahit
Ego lose
nga to si
momentum.
Yasuke,
They
kung hindi
lose
mapap yung
the
Tortoise
very
Puissance.
building block that keeps them
burst.
alive, a
Lalo na Divine Glimpse si
tanky
Sans.
frontline. And that's what
Hindi
they
ko pa alam
really
kung ano yung
need,
last
especially
item
when they want to
nito.
activate Hijume for the Eve. Now the Lord will march
Wala
down
ka
bottom,
pang
mid
flicker,
also
Hijume,
hit
patay ka dyan.
upon by Onic.
Hindi pa nila madali si
But
Sans.
Alter Ego, I feel like they might just lose the structure unless they
Mapo-force
can
ba yung
wave off
RWM para depensahan to?
The window for Alter Ego was earlier. Now Lutpi. Raven Spider stunning Yazuke. That's the RP jumping in. That's a traction block and 2 members down.
Ganda ng huli ni Kiboy! Si Kiboy! Kiboy!
The stun is gonna be
Wala
the
na kayong
final
pang-depensa.
Kiboy
talaga! Paano ka didepensa? Apat na burst ko!
completely running away.
Grabe si Kiboy. Post na yan, post na yan.
Kiboy MVP? Kyrie, sana si Kyrie. Sana si Kyrie. Sana hindi i-bias.
Dapat Kyrie talaga, pre.
They can clear.
Sana si Kyrie
They
na
can prolong
i-MVP.
this. Alec Kundo already. Skylar still holding. Onic.
Puro Sans,
backs
puro
away.
ano.
Alter
Kyrie
Ego
naman sana.
hold. A breath of relief from Alter Ego.
In moments of silence, Keyboy cuts the tension.
Pero pride
With a
pa kasi
single
nila yun eh. Pag
play.
sinang parang nag-MVP yan.
A single moment.
History, ano
As that was one of them.
Parang isa sa sagot.
Falling apart is Alter Ego, their lead, their swing,
Kasi hindi pa natapos yun, ah.
monumentally gone.
Pero basag yung baba, basag yung taas. And yung hero pa naman ng A, hindi siya pang sides.
The winner crown, he needs the defensive approach.
Hindi pa pabor sa
As
kanila
Skylar,
yung ano.
he goes for the Sea Halberd, much
Spon ng Lord sa taas.
the need of Onic.
Ang
His
hero
Alter
ni,
Ego,
ano.
their regen, quite strong.
DHS to, no?
Baxia and the
Designs.
Uranus too.
Second item for Kai. Kyrie on the Hayabusa.
Yeah.
Sa AE, may Pinoy, yung coach daw nila.
Undefeated. And now, all we have to talk
Baka
about is
Aether,
Alter
ano yun?
Ego defending their base. They're waiting
Wala tayong Pinoy dyan sa Alter
not
Ego.
the best.
Baka
but
Aether
they
yun,
have to
hindi-
leave at least
hindi Alter
the
Ego.
space out to gap away from Onic, who wants to gap close because of the Guinevere. And then you have the Lapu Lapu too. Basically Lutpi now. As Kyrie
Well,
the
Lord,
Hayabusa
fight
as
back,
well.
basically,
Cloud Shadow
like that.
Galore will be the name of the game for him.
Pero kailangan muna
Alter
nila
Ego,
i-clear
what
yung
can he
bottom
do?
lane.
Fun fact though by Gope, what a long journey.
Clear
A total
muna.
of
Ops,
506
ingat.
games
Total
played in
of
MPL ID.
total.
Sans
6 games,
accumulated
total
146 hours of playtime throughout his MPL ID career.
Of playing time throughout his
146
MPL ID.
hours of playtime. That's just in MPL ID, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine how many
Grabe
hours he
din.
has in the game.
And MDL, M-Series.
I think it's at least
MSC.
50,000 hours, no?
It
Kaya
has
ba
to.
yung contest to?
We got
Hindi,
like
papatay lang nila yan.
other
Yung ano,
game
back shot.
esport title
Kahit
players
sino
have
nga lumabas, eh.
Kailangan dyan
100,000
malikuran nila si
hours.
Kyrie. Ayan na.
Spending half their lifespan on the game, and Onic
Ganda ng mga check
look
push.
for the angle here, but just can't find it. Onic are they're occupying every single bush. Oh
Nabul na nga,
no,
oh.
RP. You
Kahit
cannot be
hindi
locked in
yan,
all
eh.
alone.
Kahit
Has to
iwan nila
flicker,
yun, eh.
but
Hindi
Kyrie
naman
gets the
ma-reverse
killing
yun, eh.
spree. 3
Another
kills
stock
since he
to
got the
Skypiercer.
Skypiercer.
Bad news. Super
And
bad
mind you,
news
may
for
flicker
Alter
pa si
Ego.
Kiboy.
Who
Pwede
frontlines
niyong
now?
biglain to si Hijum
He
eh.
has to go in.
Kung ikaw
Get
ata
the
AE,
retreat.
bigay na. Bigay na yung
Meanwhile,
Lord.
Nino with the set.
Bigay na rin
Alec
yung
with the
blood
kick.
violence.
It's not gonna be enough.
Pinasarap lang, no mid game.
Over lang, no?
They vanquish all
Para nga
the
naman daw
lead.
hindi 4-0,
The Lord
no?
goes to
Hindi
Onic.
magaya sa PH.
And the question is, will that Lord March be the
Tingin mo pag
last
nagtapat to.
for Ultra
Aurora,
Eagle?
Alter Ego.
Skylar, he has that adaptive glove, the expert glove.
Oh,
What is he
kahit,
gonna build?
ano,
Into
kahit
maybe a winner crown
dito
as
may,
well.
Valentina.
For extra, yeah, winner crown completed for Skylar. So again, extra defensive
Sa Aurora ang natin
options.
sponsor.
Alter
Hindi
Ego,
kasi ang
have
mahirap
to defend. Requiem.
P-Boy again,
My
able to
God.
find a visual migration, and this time it's on to Nino!
Alam mo ba't
With the
mahirap
Violet
yan?
Requiem
Minsan
right
lang
before the Lord
dito
spawns
minsan
in the
nakakalaban
game,
ng
and now
skill
it's
tong
in
Alter
the
Ego.
mid lane.
Kaya nakakalaban yan, siyempre malaki.
Oh man, no Nino for
pwede.
38.
SRG na.
Onic, I don't even
Tapos
think they
biglang may
care about the base
susulpot na
up
Alter
top. They
Ego.
want to go for the end.
DHS completed for Sans, extra attack speed to potentially end this game. Will this be the final neck of blow towards Ultra Ego?
Bigay nyo na ang
They
finals
pull it in,
MVP,
but
mga
Yusuke
sir.
will fall. That's a stun from Lutpin.
Ibigay na ang finals
Future is
MVP kay
trying his
Kyrie.
darn best.
over.
The three
Dagdag sing-sing na naman kay ano,
to
kay Eva.
chase the crown.
And that's
Yan.
our...
Si ano lang yung sumigaw, sir? Si ano lang?
But Onic,
Sino?
Si
we're
Skylar
never
lang sumigaw
meant
ng
to
tapos lahat tumatawa lang. Puti, alam mo, parang,
the crowd.
basic. Ito na naman natin.
Order restored, chaos, silence. The crown still belongs to Onic. Dynasty, dominance, divinity. Another season ends, and yet the same gods stand tall.
Ito na
The
yung
sky
sing-sing
remains
coach,
theirs, unbroken, unchallenged, unbent. But above the skies where Onic lies, their eyes are set on a new horizon. With all the crown they have, the M series elude them. M7 is their next destination.
Hindi pa
Will
rin
it be
goods pa rin
their
for,
next
pa rin
destiny?
For Alter Ego kasi makakapag M7 sila guys.
And for
Pero
Alter
ito si
Ego,
Skylar,
it is
ACS
an abrupt
championship
end
ng career niya.
to their
Kakalipat
run.
lang yan ni Skylar guys kung hindi nyo
A
alam guys.
run
Kakalipat
that
lang ni
was
Skylar.
special, a run that exceeded expectations, that shattered them for everyone, even the Ultra champs who are here today. They didn't expect their team to get this far. They had all the support, they had all the hope, they had all of the picks, the heroes, but they couldn't get past the last hurdle. They couldn't get past the kings of Indonesia.
They couldn't. Alter Ego, so close yet so far. But all they can do now is hold their heads up high. As the second representative of Indonesia in M7. But for Onic, it's time for them
Oh guys, may sakit si Kyrie guys.
to
May sakit si
stand
Kyrie
even
guys.
taller in the international
media,
stage, setting their sights on an M Series trophy. What a road it has been for
BTR
Alter
yan,
Ego.
BTR yan. Si Coach Bam yan guys. BTR yan.
And what a test of time for the rookies it has also been.
Si Nino guys. Guys, si Nino guys, kung
One
hindi
last
nyo
show
kilala
of
yung Nino guys,
sportsmanship between
siya yung
the two
captain
teams
ng
who
Alter
battled it
Ego.
across
Siya rin yung kampi dati ng
the
Alter
9
Ego
weeks,
nung M2
across the
guys.
5 days
Kung yung
of
M2 naalala nyo
playoffs in
nag-champion sila
season
Carl
16 to get to this point. Some of them
Yun yung ano, yun
ex-teammates,
yung
some of
Alter
them
Ego na malakas.
have worked
Ano
together
yun?
for so long,
Udil,
but they
Leo
will
Murphy,
have
Selly Boy. Yun
to
sila. Ayun,
accept
Selly Boy guys. Speaking of Selly Boy, siya yun.
the fate.
Siya yung isa sa pinakamagaling
today.
mag YSS. Si Coach Chef guys. Pito na po yung ano ni Coach Chef, pito na. Yung sing-sing niya, pito na.
8
Pero sana
times
guys, si Kyrie sana
they
yung ano,
ruled
finals MVP guys.
Indonesia. 8 times they have worn the crown. One last bow. Ladies and gentlemen,
Lutfi,
give
walang
it
magagawa
up
kay Edward at Sanford.
for the team
Hindi
that
naman,
always seem
parang
to produce
pag si
miracles.
Lutfi,
A
pati si
team
Sanford Boss Edward. Parang wala talagang ano si ano,
through
si
time,
Lutfi. Pero yung as a team kasi, maganda
through a
kasi pinapanood
rebuild,
ni Lutfi sa
through
team.
everything,
Baga, shoot yung ano niya. Siyempre,
makes
hindi
their
naman
way to
pwedeng
the grand stage.
sa isang team,
Alter
5 kayo
Ego!
superstars, di ba? Waldo talaga si Coach Chef, guys.
It's been a nice game. It's been a nice ride. One last ride for family. But here comes the big guys.
Waldo si Coach Chef. Tinan mo si Coach Chef, ayun yung gusto kong Coach Chef. Tinan mo si Coach Chef. Tinan mo. Wala siyang pakialam doon sa trophy. Tinan mo. Wala siyang pakialam sa trophy, pre.
Asan?
Ayun, wala siyang pakialam sa trophy, pre.
Sige lang.
Wala talaga,
The
tinan mo.
throne
Ewan ko kung
is
bubuhat yan, ha.
secure
Feel ko
at
wala talaga siyang
home.
pakialam, eh. Ayan, talaga yan lang, oh.
But now they look to the horizon.
May buhatin niya.
The world awaits. Your
Skylar
Mpl Id Season 16
Kailan ba yung huli niya ni
champions.
Skylar? Tagal na rin, di ba? RRQ, ano ba? Naging ano talaga? All-star team tong ano?
All-star team talaga.
Onic ID sa pagpasok ni Skylar.
Tuga ni Coach Chef. Si Coach Chef pati si Coach Tony parehas lang ganyan. Alam mo ba yung, yung ginaganon yung kay Sans?
Yun na ba yung finals sa MVP?
Wala pa. Champion pa lang.
Kyrie yan? Pag hindi si Kyrie yan, mag-ano ako? Wala ako.
Sa SRG pa lang, hindi natatagos siya. Ako malakas rin niya SRG. Guys, ayun yung mga nagdo-dominate ng guys, kanya-kanyang bansa guys.
Wala pang talo yung SRG?
Team Spirit, SRG, Onic Indonesia, CFU, hindi ko alam. Basta sa playoffs kasi malakas sila eh. Pero back-to-back na rin yun, back-to-back champion na rin yun.
Pada akhirnya perjalanan dari season 16 berakhir hari ini. Hasil manis masih didapatkan dari tim Onic. Mereka terus mengkoleksi kemenangan. Kemenangan demi kemenangan. Tidak mudah, namun disinilah mereka.
Raja Galaksi akhirnya telah kita temukan perjuangan panjang dan melelahkan kini terbayarkan. Selamat untuk tim Onic telah membuktikan diri menjadi yang terkuat dan paling layak untuk menjadi perwakilan menuju M7 Indonesia. Dan kini tiba saatnya memberikan apresiasi kepada para pemenang. Untuk itu kita mengundang kepada yang terhormat Gloria Famiela selaku Wakil Ketua Bidang Kompetisi PBSI untuk naik ke atas panggung.
Ano ba itong Onic? Hindi naman ano pa.
Hari ini kita melihat Onic mereka tak gentar. Kehilangan satu game di awal membuat mereka semakin mengganas. Sang landak siap untuk mengangkat piala. Pasukan landak tak memberi ampun. Oleh karena itu, kita bisa melihat bahwa inilah yang akan mereka dapatkan. Kejayaan, kemenangan, dan juga pastinya hadiah yang begitu besar.
Ini sing-sing.
Kita
Si
tahu
Eba!
yang
Screenshot sabi mo mga
keberapa medali keberapa yang mereka dapatkan? 7.
Nakasuot kaya?
Eh, lagi nga mo ginagawa hindi. Nasa bulsa niya lang yan. Nasa kanya
Yang
susuot.
terus konsisten ditorehkan oleh Onic yang lagi-lagi
Oh,
menjadi
Skylar.
juara dari Mpl Indonesia.
Si Sans din eh. Last time si Sans dinala niya lahat yung sa kanya eh.
Telah disematkan cincin. Kacing,
Apa si Kylie?
babling. Ini bisa dibilang adalah cincin perdana Skylar bersama dengan Onic. Namun kita melihat juga bahwa setiap playernya akan menunjukkan bahwa jari mereka
Yeba!
memberikan cincin yang mana menandakan bahwa mereka lah sang juara. Jari jemari mereka lah yang membuat mereka bisa menjadi juara.
Yeba!
Tentu saja perjuangan panjang dari tim Onic.
Si Sans,
dari
oh.
regular season
Sayang,
yang sudah
sakit tangan Sans, pre.
menunjukkan bahwa mereka begitu konsisten dengan winning streak yang hampir tidak terkalahkan. Dan
Kayak
hari
Pito.
ini
Nagano naman yan, nagano naman
menjadi
yan.
saksi prestasi yang baru kembali ditorehkan oleh tim Onic.
Meron no, kahit yung mga ano.
Tapos libre phone pa.
Golden ring
Libre phone.
ditambah dengan medali.
Gago! Gago! Isa na naman! Nasisan din eh! Hindi ba nasisan din? Screenshot ko siya!
Coaching staff, kita
Nasisan din,
tahu
screenshot ko siya eh!
mereka adalah
Si Eba! Si Eba! Si Eba! Ayan si Eba! Si Eba! Nakabalik niya kamay! Yeba! Yeba!
The best coaching staff pun
Baka! Ayo lo!
di
Sa
season
kabila!
ini.
Apresiasi terbesar.
Yeba! Pito! Pito!
Jarinya hampir
Belum
penuh
ini
dari
aman,
Coach Jeff.
Pito.
Ya begitu.
Sino yung na gano'n?
Begitu.
Sa
Luar
pera?
biasa
Ah,
aku
cewek?
dengan jari-jari yang luar biasa.
Nag-magic finger.
dengan
Bagus kaya hati yun.
Pwede. Congratulations!
Di situ ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 dipamerin, udah disiapkan.
bang sing-sing, sobra.
6-6-nya telah
Bang
dibawa.
natin.
Kita berikan momen ini bersama dengan
Pwede kayo pag nanalo yung ano, yung
pastinya.
M7, yung
Ibu
M7
Gloria.
yung ano, Aurora, captain
Gloria
tayo.
Pamela kita akan mengabadikan momen ini terlebih dahulu. Boleh
Bibigyan
merapat
tiga tayo
ibu.
nun.
Baik, mungkin boleh berdiri di tengah. Ya, sebelah coach ya. Baik. Boleh kita abadikan momen ini. Boleh
Si
lebih
Coach Jeff, kasi
merapat.
isang kamay lang yung pinakita, no? Sabay ano.
Baik, boleh lihat ke arah kamera dalam hitungan 3, 2, 1.
Napin ko kayo kay cewek.
Wah, dikasih tunjuk cincin-cincinnya dong ya. Wow.
Adi po.
Begitu
Adi parehas lang
penuh
dapat kasi sila
dan
ng Coach
Golden
Jeb
Ring
eh.
menyemati
Nag-aari lang sila eh.
May Onic PH kasi.
Meron kasi Onic
Coach
PH eh. Bibi na kasi siya ng
pemain
Onic
dari tim
PH eh.
Onic. Medali dan cincin sudah mereka dapatkan. Selanjutnya tentu akan mereka nantikan juga.
Selanjutnya kita akan mengundang Ibu Aribah Messi selaku MX Product Marketing Samsung Electronics Indonesia untuk juga turut memberikan hadiah dan apresiasi terbesar untuk tim Onic sebagai juara dari Mpl Indonesia Season 16.
Hindi, tinignan ko yung ano. Yung kay cewek. Binalikan ko lang.
Koleksi dari tim Onic bertambah. Bagaimana tidak? Dari season ke season mereka mendapatkan begitu banyak hadiah. Kali ini Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra akan mereka dapatkan.
Samsung no?
Ano nila yun eh.
Tapos yung bago pa?
Hindi nakabago.
Mahal ko yun.
Inilah
Nasa 90 something yun.
hasil
dito sa
kerja
PH.
keras yang begitu konsisten dan apresiasi
Lahat
diberikan
meron.
oleh Samsung sebagai
Kahit ano lang,
ambitious
sa back-end ka lang,
turnamen
ano.
smartphone
Isa pa,
yang
cewek.
senantiasa menemani kita sepanjang musim Mpl Indonesia.
Baka ano? Stop.
Ay, kulang na.
Dari tiap player.
Wala siya.
Hindi, binigyan ni Coach Jeb sa kanya.
Bersama. Dan
Show it. Wala nang pakialam si Coach Jeb
Wala
dyan.
Wala na.
Wala nang pakialam si Jeb dyan. Si Sansoy.
tim Onic.
BP na yan eh.
Mereka pula mendapatkan
Dami,
Giant
ang ganda pa ng
dan
jowa.
juga
Pinakaya
tambah dengan Samsung Galaxy
Di suot lahat ni Kyrie no? Di.
Ano siya, Yambol yan eh.
Selanjutnya untuk pemberian giant check oleh Ibu Aribah Messi kepada pemenang kita tim Onic.
Sabi ni
sebagai
Jellord,
Raja
sa Mpl PH halos
lagi dan
M-words
lagi.
pero walang pagganito.
Wow,
Guys,
Sonic merayakan
sobrang dami kasi
kemenangannya,
sponsor ng Indonesia
mengangkat
guys
bendera
ya.
kuning dengan tinggi.
Last season nga, alam ko meron pa silang
Begitu
gold eh.
bangga menjadi saksi tim kesayangan mereka kembali lagi dan lagi menorehkan prestasi yang akan menjadi perwakilan Indonesia di M7
last season
World
kasi ganyan din eh.
Championship.
Oo.
Pwede ba yan? Di ba yung pabagawalan?
Dan selanjutnya
Ako sila dyan.
akan
Pag-chat naman, magbawal eh.
mendengarkan dua patah kata dari Ibu Gloria Famela selaku Wakil Ketua Bidang Kompetisi PBSI.
Finals MVP!
Kami persilahkan Ibu Gloria.
Kyrie na.
Bakit yan? Pag binigyan.
Bias na yan pag hindi pa si Kyrie yan.
Selamat malam.
Bigyan nyo na kay Kyrie.
Mana pendukung Onic?
Kyrie.
Kurang ya. Mana pendukung Onic? Pendukung Alter Ego mana?
Gago to.
Selamat malam
Pagtitripan
semuanya.
nyo ano?
Salam e-sport.
Pagtitripan nyo alter ego.
Jaya. Sekali lagi
Ngarep
ya,
yung fans
kalau
sa
aku
Alter
bilang
Ego.
salam e-sport, jaya. Gitu ya. Salam e-sport. Salam e-sport. Selamat malam semuanya. Saya
Saan
selaku
yan, di ba?
mewakili PB
Show
Esport
hall?
Indonesia mengucapkan
Diyan yung
selamat
ano eh,
congratulations all guys kepada Onic
wildcard
Team.
stage.
Tepuk tangan dulu guys.
Ng M7.
Luar biasa banget.
Kaya ba tayo, ano?
Congrats
Ano na?
juga.
Wildcard pa lang?
Dan
Hindi.
untuk
Knockout.
Alter Ego
Second round
kita
ng
juga
knockout.
mengapresiasikan
Parang pa-playoffs
setingginya juga karena
regular
kalian
season.
sudah bertanding
Hindi, regular
secara luar
season yung first.
biasa
Ano yun eh?
tadi sampai
First round
pertandingan
knockout, second
terakhir.
round knockout.
Dan di sini saya mewakili PB Sport Indonesia mendukung penuh
Ay, hindi, wildcard
kepada
season
dua
stage
tim yang
knockout.
akan mewakili Indonesia di ajang M7, M Series, Onic dan Alter Ego. Tepuk tangan dong guys. Semangat bertanding, tetap sportif guys. Dan buktikan kepada dunia kalau Indonesia bukan cuma jadi ajang tuan rumah doang, tetapi jadi layak untuk menjadi juara dan bawa pulang piala. Dan let's show the world what Indonesia can do. Thank you. Salam e-sport. Thank you.
Terima kasih banyak kami ucapkan kepada Ibu Gloria Famila selaku Wakil Ketua Bidang Kompetisi PBSI. Dan selanjutnya Bude, momen yang juga dinanti-nantikan.
Dak dik duk ser, karena kita sudah mendapatkan pemenang. Kita sudah tahu Raja Galaxy ada di tangan Onic, tapi ada satu yang belum kita ketahui. Final MVP. Siapakah?
Final MVP? Kyrie.
Bukan
Kyrie.
Adi, bukan
Kyrie.
Coach W, bukan Kak Game
Kyrie.
juga ya.
Dan langsung saja Bude, sepertinya sudah tidak sabar semua untuk
bias
menantikan. Dan inilah our final MVP.
Kyrie.
Alas, ang sulit dyan.
Final MVP.
Yon!
Kepada
Yon!
Nag-MVP din!
Finally! Nag-MVP din!
Hindi, nag-MVP mo mag-finals MVP siya regular season MVP. Hindi ko alam eh.
Kami ucapkan selamat
Sakit pa yan,
kepada
guys.
Kyrie.
Kyrie! Ganun ulit, labas ulit dila, Alden Post.
Indonesia Season 16 membawa timnya dengan pertarungan yang begitu apik. Dan kami akan mengundang kembali Ibu
Kyrie
Arila
talaga, grabe
Messi,
ba naman yung
Selaku
performance.
MS Product
Wala ata
Marketing
siya dyan
Samsung
sa halos lahat
Electronics
sa mga game,
Indonesia
ikaw lang eh.
untuk
Minalang niya
menyerahkan
niya yung ano
MVP
eh.
trophy
Game
kepada
to game
Kyrie,
3.
sang MVP dari
Grabe,
Mpl Indonesia
gusto mo,
Season
kasama ko siya
16.
Russia, hindi ganyan yan.
Wow.
Alagang ano yan, season.
Oo.
Satu momen yang mungkin
Yun na.
sudah diduga-duga
Ano yan,
atau
ano yan?
tidak
Another,
terduga
ano?
bagi para
Parang
super
may pera
fans
Pera na naman.
maupun kita bisa melihat
Siya nga, binibigyan pa ng phone yan eh.
performa
Or,
dari Kyrie
ay, trophy
yang
naman yan.
selalu tampil
Oh, may
konsisten
sarili pa ka no, yun, may sariling phone, tira mo.
dengan pertarungannya begitu
Oh, di ba?
epic. Inilah dia.
Dalawa laki mo dyan, Kyrie!
Trophy pada final MVP kita.
Lihat bagaimana dari Kyrie pun memberikan dampak
Hindi na makawakan
besar.
ni Kyrie.
Bukan Kumar ya, ini Kyrie di sini. Kyrie sebagai final MVP di season 16. Sonic, beri tepuk tangan!
Well deserve guys, well deserve.
Pwede na yan, no?
Oo. Tapos ano ulit? M7,
Dan
di
juga
ba?
pemberian
Finals
trofi
MVP,
disertai
M7.
dengan mock check. Dan
Tingin mo?
tentunya Golden
Feeling ko
Thumb
malakas ang Onic ID.
sebagai
Feeling ko mahirapan kasi
simbol
sila sa
apresiasi
Hindi, pero feeling
tertinggi
ko
kepada
ito yung mataas.
juara
Ano ko?
MVP, juara dari Mpl Indonesia
Oo,
Season
may ganyan.
16.
Wala niyan nung ano wala niyan nung nakaraan ah.
Wala,
Di
wala.
final ini kita melihat
Golden.
Kyrie.
Golden, meron yung
Begitu
kailangan, meron
banyak
yung
hero.
golden something yun
Kita bisa
last
melihat
season eh.
bagaimana
Pero hindi ganyan yung
Elok dan
design.
Kyrie
Ah, hindi ganyan.
berdansa dengan hero
Yung ate na nagawa kayo sa cellphone, no?
Lancelot, Hayabusa. Wow,
Ang dami.
semua sudah dikerahkan.
Golden
Dan
Thumb.
hari
Gitu,
ini pun kita melihat
Dapat
bahwa
pakai Indo
banyak
yan nih.
sekali yang telah diperbuat oleh tim Onic untuk bisa mendapatkan kejayaan. Namun, inilah dia momen untuk Kyrie sebagai final MVP.
Terima kasih kami ucapkan kepada
First
Ibu
ya,
Aribel
Bang?
Messi selaku MS Product
First
Marketing
MVP
Samsung
ba?
Electronics Indonesia.
Hindi ko lang ano.
Dan juga pastinya kita ingin mendengarkan ya Bude sepatah dua patah kata dari final MVP kita. Begitu langsung saja Kyrie. The stage is yours, kita ingin mendengarkan sepatah dua patah kata dari our final MVP.
Kyrie MVP dyan.
Iya dong.
Awards.
Yang pertama pasti mau apa ya? Puji Tuhan bisa dapat final MVP dan juara lagi sama teman-teman gua Onic. Terus mau thank you juga sama staff Onic, sama Coach Paddington, Fatur, Kanian, bos-bos kita, Justin Wijaya, dan
Season 10?
semua staff Onic.
Ano?
Finals MVP.
Sama Coach
Tas
Em,
yun na
sama
yun.
Coach Em.
Tapos na yan.
Dan
So,
apalagi
Wala
ya?
siyang regular season MVP.
Ya, tunggu kita di M7 guys. Tunggu kita di M7.
6 na season bago ulit siya ng finals
Pasti-
MVP. So dalawang
Kita
MVP
pasti
lang nung
lakuin yang
ano lang.
terbaik
Regular
buat
season wala pa siya.
Indonesia.
Wala.
Thank you.
Sino po regular season ngayon?
Ha?
Kyrie
Sino
telah
bibigyan ng regular
membuktikan
season?
diri. Dan
Mpl Id
di
season.
sini pasukan landak
Suns ba?
mereka telah berjuang.
Tahu,
Namun
tahu.
kita juga pengen
Di bawah
mendengarkan
sih, oh ya.
nih sepatah kata mungkin dari Skylar. Kemenangan pertama Skylar bersama dengan Onic. Masuk ke dalam Onic Skylar kali ini mendapatkan kesempatan langsung bisa menjadi juara. Skylar, boleh sepatah dua patah kata untuk kemenangan ini.
Wah, apa tadi Bude?
Sepatah dua patah kata untuk kemenangan.
Alhamdulillah bisa juara. Ya gue termotivasi karena ada yang bilang Mbappe keluar RRQ juara UCL. Dan gue bersama Coach Adi dan teman-teman gue yang selalu bantu sama gue lah di backstage. Thank you.
Semuanya tentu merayakan, tapi Coach Adi, ini adalah momenmu Coach Adi. Best
Waduh,
coaching
talaga, Sans.
staff di season ini, juara
Grabe ka,
juga.
Ya, intinya mau bilang thank you aja buat manajemen Onic yang karena masih percayain gua di Onic. Ya, intinya mau saya thank you juga
Redemption
kepada
from Coach
anak-anak.
Adi.
Karena tanpa mereka juga gua nggak bisa sampai sejauh ini. Dan pastinya thank you juga buat coaching staff. cewek.
At least na-prove niya na, ano.
Game,
Nakaya niya din.
Taida sama Kogeri yang selalu bantu gua.
Na-choke niya yun eh. Alter ego eh. Alter ego,
Stop
gaganda ng drop na nung ano eh.
Ya intinya banyak yang bilang mendapatkan piala MPL ini susah. Tapi ya alhamdulillah.
Eh,
gua
berkaiba
dapat
ng Malaysia
mengangkat
sa
6
Indonesia.
kali.
Ang bilis nila
Jadi
magsalita.
ya,
Mas may accent sila na.
semoga ini jadi motivasi gua ke depannya untuk mendapatkan lebih piala internasional untuk Indonesia. Makasih.
Wow, Coach Adi, banyak yang bilang MPL itu susah tapi 6 kali mengangkat trofi ini cewek. Mungkin ada yang ingin disampaikan sebagai debut asisten coach dalam season kali ini.
Sebenarnya kalau dari gua ya pastinya gua mau mengucapkan terima kasih banyak kepada Sonic yang udah datang, keluarga gua juga di rumah yang pastinya sedang nonton di Medan, sama pacar gua juga yang kebetulan nggak bisa hadir di sini di Pontianak. Dan sebenarnya kalau buat jadi coach season ini ya gua lumayan terbantu banyak lah sama anak-anak di sini. Gua juga masih belajar dan semoga kita bisa improve terus. Dan buat coach Chef ya makasih juga kayak Adi Game juga bimbing gua lah buat jadi coach. Semoga kita bisa improve di M7. Thank you.
Dan pada akhirnya mereka lah yang berhak untuk mengangkat trofi ini. Mereka lah sang Raja Galaksi. Mereka lah sang Raja Langit. Inilah dia. Sambutlah tim Onic.
Sige guys.
Congrats Onic, congrats Onic guys.
Congratulations Onic. See you sa M7.
See you sa M7 guys. Guys, see you sa M7 guys. Peace out.
Peace out.
Rekdi, peace out.
Rekdi.